Yeah, let's go.
You're live.
All right. We're live. We're live. Don't worry. There's the audio. Hell yeah. I can set up
It's
stream.
like a live on shorts too. Live on shorts.
Fortnite fam, welcome to the FNCS. Today's 6 games
Hell yeah,
will
what's up,
determine
Zeke?
who holds the axe of champions
Zeke.
in NAC, and of course, who's going to qualify in the top 13 spots going on over to the Summit Land. Also, breaking news, in case you didn't see the updates to the Summit, go check out FN Comp on socials. There's a lot to break down on that, and we would love to take time to do that, but we have 6 games ahead of us today. There's still so much story to be told in the right here, in the right now. I want to bring in Kelly Link and Vivid.
Yo, what's up, Hockey
friends, Day 2, obviously, big announcement comes out, but right now, we're looking at a close race. And of course,
Aviv wins this for sure.
Nah,
Cold, bro. What about Cold?
Players will lose games, players will rise and fall.
Cold better win
and
this
we have
shit,
6
bro.
games to determine it all, Kelly.
Oh man, I mean, we just wrapped up EU and it's so exciting over there. Sky and Scroll.
Sky and Scroll took the W in EU.
One for EU, and then obviously over in OCE, more crazy things happening. Alex being the first ever 7 times.
Something wrong with her mic.
FNCS finals, also getting 7 victory royales. I mean, those are the other regions though. We are here for NA Central, and if it's anything like what we got to see from yesterday, is that we are in all for some crazy action.
Oh yeah,
shit.
NA will definitely deliver. And yeah, you mentioned it, right? EU kind of popping off earlier today. It was so funny for me to sit there and watch EU because you're kind of reminded that, hey, listen, yeah, we've got this race that's going on at the top. Every single game matters for those guys because they're so close at the top. But then decisions made by those type of players, those top of the leaderboard players, like pushing somebody who's in like 22nd place, 2 spots away from qualifying to the land. There's just so much at stake here, and we gotta keep reminding ourselves that, yeah, we are looking to crown an FNCS champion, but we're also looking to have some of these players make it to land.
There we go.
Oh man, let's take a look. We have a little graphic here for the players who have already qualified on through to the summit. You can take a nice little look now. Obviously, some of the regions are all done, right? They've got themselves wrapped up, but we still need to see how things unfold for ourselves. Again, as Kelly pointed out,
Come on.
Sky Scroll, congratulations over in EU, NAC. Brazil still waiting to happen, right? Like, especially NA West.
We're watching FNCS.
And stories.
It's day 2. This is
so much time before
NA Central.
Why don't we get into it? Why don't we start off?
And it's
with
very
the
heated
list, right? We are
between
the
2 players.
Top 13 is what we're targeting.
2
if we
teams,
want
Clicks
to
and
hit the
Peterbot.
summit. Right now, QK and Khan at 197.
Also,
Okay,
top
it's
13
right.
goes to a LAN.
Look at just one more placement. Muzz and Sphinx only a point ahead.
So
It's the
this is
LAN.
major finals. Whoever wins this wins $100,000.
Hold on to this top 13.
$100,000.
Or if you're outside that top
Yeah.
13, you really need to do everything you can to break through.
I mean,
That's a lot of
QK
money.
and Khan
Split
in our
between 2
final
people,
game from
so
day number
50,000
one, a great
per person.
example to show just how crazy things can shift in a single game. They were beyond our age 2 for our standings, and to get that final victory royale of the day, rocketing them up to that coveted 13th spot, because that is where the Dusseldorf tickets are earned.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm in
of course,
Discord
there's only
too.
6
Yeah.
more games to go, and
Chat, I
there's so
finally
many
found a
big
game.
names outside of
I
that
found a
range,
game.
but
You know that, like,
anything can change.
the one game
Yeah, the
where
second page is
you just
scary.
like
It'll be
you
interesting
played
to
it when
keep
you were a kid,
tabs
but you
on
don't know
this
what
to
it's
kind of see
you
how
don't
this is
remember what
going
it's
throughout
called,
the
and you
day.
spend your whole
Obviously,
life
we know
trying
how
to find
yesterday
it.
went towards the top
I
of
found
the
that shit. I
standings.
finally found my
1
game.
point
So in
separated
between
first and second
these
place.
games
And
of
who better
FNCS,
than
we're
Acre
gonna be
and Volt
playing
and
that
Cold
game.
and Rapid to go ahead and fill those spots up. Now, they just had an incredible run yesterday, both of these teams, and it was all about consistency. And obviously, you know, we're in this new little bit of competitive Fortnite where storm surges change and all these players are going to have to keep adjusting their strategies and everything like that. But what made it possible for these 2 teams to be all the way towards the top of the leaderboard was how consistently they were able to make it into the end game.
Yeah, I'm in
And, Zeke,
Discord
we know
call
exactly how that
with
starts.
Ethan
It's
right
going to
now.
start with some of the damage down.
That's right, man. Let's take a look at some of these numbers. When we took a look at these, we were like, wait, hold on. You said how much damage? But yeah, I mean, as we compare the two duos, I think what's interesting is when we look at zones 1 to 7, Acorn and Bolts, they have more damage, right? But Kelly, when we flip on over to those later zones, it actually flips again, right? Cold and Rapid now have more damage.
Well, it's definitely indicative of their style. Acorn and Bolt's liking to rotate early,
Just setting up
establish
stream right
themselves
now.
so they can get Storm Surge tags, whereas Cold and Rapid are definitely in-game players. Destroying that mid and low ground Vivid is what they are known for, but Acorn and Bolt definitely have a different play style.
Yeah, we can see it right there. First and foremost, zone 1 through 7, Acorn and Bolts have more damage dealt than in the moving zones of the game. Like, that's crazy. Usually, you know, you're box to box with people, you're doing all that shotgun damage. But
I swear
what
Acorn
kicks it off
always
is
plays
Acorn
with
and Bolts are
someone
laying
that
all the way
kinda
on the
looks
north
like
side of the
him.
map. They have access to a launch pad. They're, of course, going to combine the effects of a mist and an overdrive grenade to make sure that they can fly as high as they possibly can. What this allows them to do is, even though they're landing all the way on the north side of the map, they can kind of fly all the way across the map and still secure themselves a very good position inside of the zone. What this kind of allows them to do is base up, just deal all the damage that they need to do. Like we saw zones 1 through 7, it's an incredible amount of damage that they are able to do. But because they're so safe, because they're able to land in those high priority
to win
spots,
this.
they don't really take any damage. And with the way that the new Storm
Because
they're able
he's
to
in,
consistently make it
he's
every
due.
single one of these end games.
But,
And that's why they're towards the top of the leaderboard right now.
He's due.
It's so crazy. We gotta look at the other side.
But
though,
it's
right?
like,
Let's talk about
there's
Cold
points
and
on
Rapid.
day
I
2
think
are
it's
worth so much more.
insane
Oh
that
yeah.
we are coming in
It's like
a
double
single
points or something.
difference. But for these guys, they're landing middle of the map, right? So talk to me about their
Cold.
them being so successful.
I mean, it's Cold, right? I think you can just put that name right there and then everyone can see the pathway to success. When he is locked in, he really locks in. And Cold
Yes,
and
sir.
Rapid have really shown themselves of kind of being able to just handle this mid ground. They have the center of the map, which allows them to kind of have these easy rotations, Vivid.
Yeah, it's going to be a similar strategy to what Acorn and Bolts are doing. A little bit different, right? Because they're not going to be utilizing a launch pad, but because they do land center of the map, they're usually pretty close to all of the zones, right? They can kind of just walk over, face up, and again, from there on out, it's pretty much just the same thing. You've got this tall tower. You don't really take damage while you're in it, but you're in one of these high priority spots where a lot of teams are going to be rotating by.
So you found
all the damage
a game that you played a while ago.
And
like 10 years ago.
They're focused on one thing, and that's going to be getting Cold to
What's
the end
it
game.
like?
Finish
What's
the
the?
day
It's
number
called
one
Good
with most
Game
eliminations.
Empire.
I was
It's kind of like
absolutely
a
top of all.
temporary
If it wasn't
Clash of
for that
Clans.
game
If you close the
6
tab, you
fumble
lose all your
between
progress.
them and
Or,
Venom and Curve, man,
actually,
I
no,
think
you
they
have an
would a big
account.
lead right now.
Before I didn't know
man.
that, so I just kept
It's
making
time
new
for
accounts every time I
redemption,
played
right?
it.
Day 2 will bring
That's
I just played on
crazy.
guest
a lot of
accounts.
players have taken time to just spot review, take a step back, refresh themselves, and now we're thinking
Oh, shit.
6 brand new games.
Why are we on
Will bring new
144p?
things. A lot of players have taken time to just spot review.
Why not?
Who will bring new things. A lot of players have taken time to just spot review, take a step back, refresh themselves. And now we're thinking, hey, 6 brand new games. Anything can happen. Now, before we continue the conversation, why don't we go meet up with our casters? Jacob P. Arts, MDF, say hello.
Well, today is going to be a great day for sure, Monster. We crowned an FNCS champion, but as well as some of our duos are playing, I need to point out the individual factors that are going down in some of these games, these solo impact points that some of these guys are clutching up. We talk about the 1-point differential in first place. Well, look at that man on top of the list, Bolts. 88 solo impact points. You also
Yo, what's up, Anton?
Who are also in the top 10.
If you're rating this, I play Fortnite.
On that leaderboard. So I'm even
Sorry, guys.
wondering, when things
I keep
don't
forgetting
go
to
your
ask you
way,
how to
gotta
set up
show
a
the
goal
fans
or a
how
poll
will
for
they
a
know,
chat.
how will these
I had a
guys
video idea. You could probably help
What's
or give some advice. No, Aiden, I don't play 2K. Never really have.
Who plays 2K at this
Chat,
point?
when you have the live open, just look at the go on the account that you have your live stream on. Go on the account that you are live, like, you know, you go on the Fatal Beast account, and then you basically in your live stream, in your chat, you can create a poll, and then on the bottom right, you can create a poll. On the top left of the chat, you can create a goal. Sorry, I didn't answer right away.
He's the one that kind
I
of
was
made those exciting clutches popular
locked
in
in.
the past couple of seasons. Will that change? I don't know. We still got 6 games to find out. Zeke, Kelly, and Vivid, what do you guys think?
Jacob, you know, I love that you bring up these solo impact points, right? We think about if we, you know,
Solo
cast our
impact
minds back
points.
to yesterday, Game 6. For a moment, I thought, is this a solos competition? Because it's just every high-profile duo are all solos, right? And they come in to
Oh, yeah, I
game
remember
number,
that.
game number 6, and they put on such a show.
Mm-hmm.
But
5
you have
minutes
to
till
see,
game
right,
7.
Like I said right before, with a
Oh, are we
brand
done
new day,
using?
anything can
Yeah.
happen, and we're excited to see what these
It
players
only says
have
set up
prepared for
super
us.
chat.
Because again, top 13, and we're also playing.
Maybe
for
he
an
doesn't
Axe
have
of
goals
Champions.
unlocked. I don't know.
Now,
Maybe
as we
yeah,
continue this
maybe you don't have like
conversation, why
them
don't we
unlocked
talk
or
about some
something.
of the players we
I
are
don't know,
excited
'cause
to
it's-
see. Visual
if you
Embrace
can't
immediately
find
comes
it,
to mind.
Like it's
Fourth
pretty
place
simple to
currently
find. I'm not saying you're
311
stupid.
points.
I'm just saying
Talk to
there
me
might be
about
something
these
wrong.
guys in the lens of like, what do you think they prepared coming in for day number 2?
I mean, for visuals and braids, I think they're just gonna. This is such a silly thing to say, but I think they're just playing standard Fortnite to the best. Bruce Lee once said, "I don't fear the man that's done 1,000 kicks one time. I fear the man that's done one kick 1,000 times." And I feel like visuals and braids.
You have to
play
look it
the
up.
same
Yeah, I
game
mean,
over
I
and
can't
over
have
and
members,
over
and
again. They
I
kind of
figured
have
it
a little
out.
bit of a
I
passive
figured
early
out
game.
why.
They make sure to get a few tags. They go into the end game with just a little bit above storm damage, but they make sure to always enter the good, smart engagements, and then they disengage when they need to, and then they have a ton of heals because they didn't enter these early and mid engagements, so that they're able to survive and make it all the way to the end. And although
Luke,
they're
Luke,
not
Luke,
able to
Luke,
grab
Luke.
a ton of
So,
eliminations,
you
they're
know on
still
Bernal,
able to
right?
those placement points. But this
Yeah.
right here is
The
numbers that I
floating,
wanted to talk about, that they have played
there's
10
floating
consecutive
structures, right?
FNCS finals together,
Like the
more
distant
than
ones.
any other team that we have in our region.
Yeah.
And I would be hard pressed to find any
If
other
you have
duo
the cash
in the
out in one of
world.
those and you're
However,
defending,
Vivid, fun
and you
fact,
have a winch
only
heavy on
other
your
duo
team,
that has
would it
been
not be a
on
good
an
idea to
FNCS
winch it
finals
out
together
into
for
the
two
Oh,
open?
this
FNCS
conversation
finals? It's
again.
you and me.
Oh, is it? Are you complaining
It's
about
really-
Ethan?
I was really
No,
Nah,
no,
you
it's
good.
not.
I know what you mean.
Maybe
If I don't have it unlocked, it just won't be an option until I earn it.
We have been
Yeah,
here
I don't.
for a
I don't
long
know.
time.
I
Shout
feel like
to
that's
my
not
duo
something that
partner
you
here,
should
Kelly, and
have
of
to
course,
have
Nick, always
unlocked.
keeping
You know,
us,
maybe if
on
you're
our
in the
toes,
call
man.
later,
don't know
I
what
can.
was gonna say
You can
after
show
that
me
one.
like what it
Visual
looks
Braids,
like because
fourth
I don't know
place,
what it looks like from
unbelievable
your
right now,
perspective.
28 points behind
don't
first
have
place,
the
and I gotta
gifts
tell you,
on.
Kelly, I'm happy that you kind of broke that
Maybe
down,
yeah,
because
maybe you
we
don't.
talked about all the chaos
Yeah.
kind of coming
I
into
don't
this
know.
season with all the new duos. The fact that these guys
But
have
Luke,
stuck
Luke,
together,
would
and
it
it's
not be a
working
better
right now,
idea to winch
really
it out into
happy
the
to
open
kinda
than
see
leave
how
it
that's
there?
panning out. And I gotta tell you, I'm looking at their match history over here, and their last game yesterday was a 46th place with 0 eliminations. They got 0
Really?
points that game. If they had a good game like they did in all of the other
Ignore
games,
Gurpas.
they'd be in first place
Yeah,
right
Luke,
now.
stop ignoring me. Answer my
I'm
question.
not
I hope you see that
ignoring
what
you.
me and Vivid see all the time get on these
I'm focused on
broadcasts.
something
Kelly
else.
is a menace. Okay. Why don't we talk about one last duo? It's Javi and Aminished. You know, they're currently in 5th place, right?
I'm watching FNCS.
270
I'm
points.
playing this
Again,
game.
what can we expect
waiting
from these
for
guys,
the first
right?
game
A
to
brand new
start,
day, new strategy, time
And I'm
to
getting
learn.
asked by Robust.
What are
Okay,
you thinking?
I'm gonna
Well,
try
you
to
say the
focus
word
on the
new,
question
and
this
that
time.
immediately
Go
makes me
shoot
think
the
of how
question
this
at me.
team form, and it's
If
such
you're
a
on-
good
if
story
you
to
have
be
the
written
cash
in
out
conjunction
on
with
one
visuals
of
and
the,
braids, because Aminished
the
is
distant
third of
floating
that trio
platform
that we
thing,
saw compete all last year
would it not
together,
be a good
and
idea
we
to
know that
winch it
Javi
out
was
into the
potentially
open
playing
and
with
defend
three
from up
Off-
on there?
Off
major
the
ones.
platform
Javi
and
was
defend
Yes.
from on
that
top.
major one
Yeah.
starting. So to see
Exactly.
What
Exactly,
does
form
Ethan not
together and
agree
be
with
this
that?
new duo
No,
with
Kata
No.
doesn't.
Kata-
juxtaposition
what?
Kata doesn't.
What do you mean?
And to see them
He wanted to
still
keep it up
doing
there, and then
well,
you guys
playing
lost?
Yes.
to what their advantage
Well,
is.
we brought it down, and 3 teams got there, and we
They are
still almost
making
got it.
to the end game,
But
and I
he
know
said
sounds
that we
silly,
would have
Vivid,
still got it
but
if we had it
when
on
comes
top.
to the
What
FNCS,
is this
sometimes
like?
Yeah, but it's like
Doesn't sound silly at all.
That's just what
Consistency
you
is
do,
key
you know,
when it
you
comes
winch
down
it
to
off.
Isn't he
Fortnite.
I
mad?
know,
that's
Guys,
what
they
you
average
drop
average
the cash out,
live
you know,
of
like
20
when,
plus
but
points,
like
so they're
you
kind
should
of
have a
consistently making
C4
plays
and
later stages of
drop
the
it
game.
when they
A
start
Yeah,
stealing
I
the
put
first
C4
time.
on it.
Looking at some of our
And then
top
it'll
teams
just
that
drop
have
automatically.
times
You
they
don't have to
finish
waste a
joined
winch.
by
I
Storm
don't know.
Surge.
But
But if
What
you
is
have
this
time,
map?
then
Aminished,
winch
they're
it
kind
off.
of up there.
I don't know,
They
like
each
It's
have
not
it just
like
seems
that.
like something
around
you can
20
do
each, where
that
some of our other top
also
teams, I
can
saw
be
Visuals and
successful, and
Braids,
it's not
0
really.
times for both
That's
those guys.
not
They
the
kind of both
reason you
0
guys
times.
lost
So
it.
Javi and Aminished just
I
a couple
know,
of fumbles when
Yeah,
concerns
winching it
Storm
off
Surge,
wasn't the
but
reason you
if they can
lost.
fix that, man, they could make a run
I
for
know.
that top 3,
That's what
top
I
2.
said.
They could win it too.
Wonders of
It's not
science.
Another
Kinda
show we actually
sick.
didn't talk about is currently currently in
for
third
us.
place.
Yeah, this
Aegis and
map is
Ritual,
new to
331
season
points.
10.
Complete for
Kelly,
free.
that's
It's for
only
only,
8 points behind Acorn and Bolts. I
Hi.
mean, come on.
It's only
Stay
for
here and make
Holy
this happen.
upgrade
deathmatch
for-
and
Yeah, it's Ages and Rituals.
Holy
They already got
shit.
Victory Royale. They
Behind
already
me,
got
behind
the
me, behind me.
second place. There's a few games
What level
that
am
are making
I?
it to the very end, and they're just not being
7.
able to stick
I need to be
together
level
and survive
15.
to the
I want,
final moment.
like,
We'll talk about that.
upgrading your
21st
keep
and
is the
17th
one
game that we
thing
saw from
I
yesterday,
want to do.
But Ages and Rituals are definitely within contention.
Nah,
It's
I've
crazy.
showed you
Look
the
at
last
this
time you
leaderboard.
showed me with your
Literally any of our top
statistics.
8 could make some crazy
Oh,
plays
like-
today, Vivid,
no,
and
but
jump
like,
into that first place spot.
I'm happy that you mentioned.
I wanna
top
see
eight.
it
What
when
about
you're
top
live.
7? I see Clicks and Higgs
Set
sitting
everything
in
up.
7th place
Always
right now.
drop
They
it and
started
watch
yesterday
from
so
above
hot. It looked
because
like they were
then the
gonna
other
run
two teams
away
have to
with
kill
the
each other
competition. The high ground. It
before they
was
can
so
attack your team
clean.
and try to take
Exactly.
See,
There was like
Taylor-
one.
Kata
people
is
that
the
kept,
only
like,
one that's saying that we're
Big
wrong.
win.
I know,
rivalry
and like
continue, right?
every
They're
single
right
like
I feel like
Like,
Kata,
behind
I don't know.
coach I've
only
talked
6
to,
points
that's what they
behind
say to
them.
do.
So there's
Can't
just
build
so
this shit.
much
Like Artie
that can
Artie
happen
says to
today.
do that.
6
Artie,
games
I'm not
to turn
buying
up.
Apple-
something
Apple
from the
said to
shop
do
for a
that.
As
quest.
excited as
What
we
is
are,
this?
that being
Buy
said, Game
6,500
7 is
rubies?
Let's kick off the competition.
He's
Why
right.
would I want to
Be
do
efficient.
that? I'm not
You know,
spending money
coming
on
into
this
Keep going-
today, Monster, I'm
I
looking
keep
at
going
the
to press
leaderboard,
I to
trying get
change
a
my
feel of
loadout
who
now.
actually has a chance to win. I went in my head all the way down to 8th place.
What'd you
Reed
guys
Cooper,
do
then I thought
yesterday after I
Colin
left?
Madden,
Why
they're
is there-
playing well. But
we
Venom
were
Curve,
shooting
they
each
know
other
how to
with.
take
I built
over
a
games.
catapult and we were
Brenton
shooting
Beard,
each
they
other
have
with
been
rocks.
performing phenomenally.
Oh.
So when I come
That's
today,
I think that's
I'm
pretty
like,
much
who
it.
do you really think can pull off the
It
win?
is fun.
And that's the
But we
thing,
saved
you know, we
before.
have these teams that are
Yo, there's
notoriously
3
better
heavies
on
over
We
there.
the
They have all heavies.
demolishing the
Not
house by
happy to see that
accident because we were
breakaway
chasing each other with
performance.
chainsaws.
Some
I
teams just got a
360
little
no scope
lucky. Some
Caleb
players
with
just
a
No.
bow.
outperform, playing above and beyond
What are
their
we
usual
doing?
selves, like we saw with
That was
Bolts
fun.
yesterday. Really taking it far here. So Jacob, I mean, I'm with you. I do think obviously
The
if you're
bus
gonna
is
do
going.
it,
let's
you got a
go,
great shot. You
boys.
gotta prove it first.
Yeah, they
Let's
have
go.
4
Game
heavies.
7.
What is this?
Game 7.
Throughout
I love
day
watching
number one,
Fortnite
Monster,
competitive,
we've
bro.
seen big games, over 100-point games, almost every single one by at least one of those teams. So I kind of agree with you.
Let's
It'd be Crazy to
go.
think a lot of these teams can't catch up, but with a day break in between, a chance to VOD review.
Just don't
fix
give
some of
Kata
these
an option.
mistakes.
Just
We
drop
got a new
it.
chance
Yeah,
at
yeah.
fight with
I
Dragon,
did,
Leon,
but like
Jack and Pen, they're still
These-
going head to
then
head.
he's just like,
Mac,
what are
we
you
still
doing?
lost
Be
it.
a 50-50 instead
No,
of trying to
not
take two
N-Pen.
different sides. N-Pen getting
Nice
tagged
shot.
up down to 26.
We almost actually got it back.
Oh no, Jack's down.
Dragon, he can't clean it up though. He just falls short of that mark.
No.
Now it's up to N-Pen to try to push
Oh,
in, but he
N-Pen
gets
goes down
taken
right away.
as Well, Creon really clutching up.
Yeah, this one. Why is
Yeah,
this like
this has
so
just gone
close to
back and
bust?
forth. You
N-Pen
know, each
only had a
team having
pistol.
Their individual moments essentially, but
Yo,
Oh,
this
he's
is
cooked.
Dragon.
He's cooked. He's dead. He's dead.
There's a bunch of heavies just sitting behind this building.
Himself.
This building's
And
about to
no,
break,
you
dude.
know
Creon's
they're gonna
cooked.
push here, especially after seeing the shield crack. There's no reason not to. And
The
not only
minigun in
that
that building
don't
is
forget,
low.
Electra was playing really good yesterday. I mean, they even got the best of Venno and
Sledgehammer
Curve
pushing.
at some point. So this is not a team that you could just
Oh
roll past.
man. Well, they won. They won a fight, so they got
one of those
some
teams,
points.
They landed up here, they landed
When
at
your friends are
Battlewood,
dead,
they
I'm
came
always
back
alive,
up
and
here.
they try
So
and
already
tell
you can
me
see
what
the
to
feeling
do.
start their
I know
day.
it's like
They're gonna do
backseat
better off
gaming
towards
type
the
shit.
top.
Like
Let's
give
get 2
comms,
teams
you know,
out,
like
and let's
oh
try
there's
to
a guy
crash
there,
as
you
a
know, if
third
you didn't
party
see
and
something, they give
Paper and
comms. That's
Resi. A
fine,
few
but it's like
struggles yesterday.
don't be
Paper
telling
going
me
down
what
to
to
the ball,
do.
then
Like I
beat on
played
some
this
fights.
game as
One
well,
thing
you know.
I've learned about Paper over
That
the
kind of
last
thing.
2
Like you
years, he's
play
someone
the
I feel like
game.
you could
You're
never
gonna do
count
what
out,
you
no matter
do.
how
If you
bleak
make a
it
mistake,
looks,
you're
somebody
probably
that
gonna
usually
say
ends up inside
sorry.
of the bubble.
But like
Yeah,
they
he
can't
finds his
just
way, man. When there's
it's
a will,
like
there's
telling
definitely
you
a
what
way.
to
And
do
Paper
instead.
is
made
a
this-
vet
made
that's
this
been
game
around the
possible.
block.
Help.
I mean,
Quite some
obviously
time.
maybe from
No,
them,
no,
it's
they're
not
all
the
looking at me.
Teams I
better
wanna,
thing to
you know,
do.
see a little bit more from today is obviously
Come
on.
Venom's
One kill, one
team
kill, one
in
kill.
the end game. We saw how much of an explosive early game they had.
Go.
What?
Extra
We were
eliminations,
tied.
rotating into
I
The
guess
finals
that's
is really a
easy.
game for me where I just try to have fun and focus on making
In,
content more than
right
actually
now is the
like
first from Neo.
grinding.
Noisy have zipped
Like,
it
and I've
down
gotten
right
better
now.
through
Void
that.
just playing
Russell,
roll
you should
around
go
here.
I'm
first.
not
trying to
really
stay
a
in the
ranked
game
the
right now.
finals
They might have given
player.
him a little
I'd
too
rather
much
just like
space
get
to work
clips
with here.
and make content off
Yeah.
of it. You
But
know,
Luke, we were
dead
tied. We're
people
playing
don't
team
talk.
deathmatch.
He's gonna.
Position.
Yeah, dead
Really
men
don't
tell
wanna
no
let you get that
tales.
res off, but
Luke, we're playing
Tell-
team
he-
deathmatch.
leave yourself open to
In the
get
first
tagged
round,
up,
we
which is a little
we
bit
were
too
both at
aggressive.
2600,
Third parties are all
and it
around
gave
on
us
this
the
side. He always gonna be able to clean up that first knock, the elimination. Scythe quickly goes in,
Yeah.
gets
It should be like
material.
Yeah,
it should be
Team
like
Deathmatch too easy for me.
Surviving and going down to
No, yeah,
Neo.
we're warming up.
Pressing this fight.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yo,
like what I'm
they're
seeing
all
right now,
heavies,
but you know,
though.
Yeah, same.
the end
Only
of the
play
day,
quick cash.
Neo gets a little opportunity to back off, and
Yeah, I don't know. I
it's
just
good for him
I
to
don't
do
take
that.
it like
He
that.
understands
I
the
don't take.
general
Okay,
area
obviously I get mad at the
dynamic is that
game
there
and I
are
take
other
it
duos here as
seriously,
well,
and I
right?
want
This
to
is no
win. But like as soon as you
surprise
actually focus
to
on
them, at
wanting to
least,
win, it's
obviously,
like you
given
start.
yesterday
I
they
start
had all types
raging
of third parties show up.
when I don't.
Tyler and
So
Chance on the
I
other
just
side
try to
seem
like.
be
I just go
looking something
from
differently here.
like player to
Battlewood,
player,
they know
player
that
v
team
player,
leans towards
from
the
each
south.
interaction to the other. This is a crazy.
They're lurking up on one.
This is a
just
crazy
little
lurk.
cheeky shot, not much build confidence. They realize they
Come
have
on,
the numbers
he
advantage.
literally-
They're
he
trying to
almost
take it
clipped
while
him.
they can
He almost
and
clipped him.
instantly get that first knock onto Slips without even taking too much damage, Monster. That's
I
one
think
thing
getting
we
I
always
just
always
I go
point out
from
in moments
interaction to
like this. It's
interaction,
great
not
to get the
not
elimination,
game to
but how
game.
much damage damage did you take back because of Surge?
Like,
Threat
we're
Wasn't
also
getting
just gonna
their
start
off
like
spawn
from fight to
we gotta be
fight,
careful
you know.
here.
Like
Goes down
I
to
just
sliver
focus
of
on the
HP.
fights.
Yeah, talk
I'm
about that
fighting
damage
people.
exchange. That's
and
you
not
like
not
you
the kind of
imagine
position you want to be
like
in when you're
in,
finishing it up. A lot of it obviously is
Yo, who just
get
yeeted their
back
healing
to the
ball at me from
opponents.
the other team?
I don't
Such a
really,
different
What did we
dynamic.
do?
I like the
We
finals
were
because of the
running.
gunplay. I don't really care about the.
Chance and Tyler doing
it's
a
not
good
like
job
I
right
don't
here, though.
go
Pushing
for
down
quick
Toronto,
the cash,
Toronto
but it's,
missing those
been
important
played
shots
in
that are
so
at least going to
long.
buy him a little bit of room. Gets one counter
in
fire
a
off,
while that I
but
just
in the end,
that's just
Tyler
how I
Chance
say it
find
honestly.
themselves with a clean elimination here. And Jacob,
not
a
house, not
lot
house.
of players
You
are now
think?
officially
Goodness.
eliminated this
Peter
game.
Bot
has
We're
no
down to just
audio.
76 or so. You see even Peterbot there.
Why'd that always happen?
Recognizing
at some
that
point?
they have to
Yeah.
play for a
we're
big
back.
game right now. You know,
Oh.
Peterbot's someone that
Bus coming out.
yesterday towards the tail end, I'd
Yeah,
say
I'm
the last 2 or 3 games,
low-key dead here.
seemed to be playing
Yep, I had
really
to
aggressive in
winch.
the early game.
I got so many
Yeah, I
kills.
think you kind of realize, especially with a lot of these
Yeah, you have
teams,
14
like
kills
Eggs,
right
Peter
now.
Bot,
I have
Foyo, and you even saw Acorn and Bolt
I
in
had a
some
pink Chandler.
instances
Maybe
where
he wants
they
to.
were either on the line of Storm Surge
My cat
barely
just
ahead,
rubbed up
or in
against
some
my leg.
instances below that actual
A
damage
what?
threshold.
My
Sometimes
cat just rubbed
you'd have
up
to
against
think
my leg.
differently and probably pull out one of your tricks. We know Peter
Ow.
Bot can get aggressive and flip that switch.
You
in
say
a moment's
L?
Notice, and I think a
Yeah.
lot of players are feeling that same way, whether they're contested or
I'm
not.
here.
I think Kelly was one of the ones that
It's also
spoke about
hard for
point
you and me
differential
when
in
we want
eliminations from
the
a
win,
1-point format,
trying to
a
make
3-point
content,
format.
getting
This is
kills,
4
playing with
points for
someone who
elimination.
only
We
cares
broke it
about
down
ending the
yesterday.
game
very
as soon as
last major that
possible.
we had in NA
Yeah,
Central
yeah.
was decided by
I don't know.
3 points. That's one elimination.
Exactly,
Honestly,
right?
that's
Like I
2
don't want to play
places
quick cash and win in
difference
2
to winning
cashes. It's
the
like
actual FNCS.
it just gets boring.
Yeah, we saw.
I
Like,
just
there was a
that's
moment
why I
yesterday
play
when
like I
Clix was
play
going for
because
that
I
victory
know
royale that
if I
they
play like
knew
that,
if
the
he
game
knew
will go
he had to
longer.
risk it
You
all,
know,
and he was willing to go into
like
the storm.
few games
just to
do
try
I
to secure
play
those extra
on my
eliminations.
own and
He knows
we
better
win
than
in 2
anyone how
games because
close
of the way I'm
things can
playing.
get towards the end.
Makes so the games go
Wanna
longer.
put it all
I
on the table
want.
for
I
G-Monster,
would
and
rather
remember
the
them, you can
enemy
see there.
team
They
win
had officially been
after
exposed
4
to-
cash outs or me win than me win in 2.
Kinda breaks
You know what
all
I'm
the
saying?
builds, get you a little
That's
bit of
crazy.
damage, but doesn't really help when you're already full of shield.
It's
G
just
Am I the
more
only way?
game time. It's
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
It's
Big
just
shot.
funner.
Straight to the face. Neko's going to attack from the other side.
Play for longer.
Unty's there, still trying to put
I'm
pressure
to
on
follow
him, playing a
Sheik,
little bit more
these guys.
careful. Doesn't have shield.
That's a
Easily
light.
get
They're
one
all
shot
heavies.
here. Instead of using
Yeah, I
it,
understand
just put
kinda
down
what you're
pressure
saying.
with Neko, but
Where
now
are
It's just a
they?
different
G-Money
kind of
have
play
the
style.
might be a
And
wise
I
decision to
understand
finally pop
that
those heals.
some people don't like it.
Eventually, that wave will burst through this area and break all the builds spot if
Ooh.
you're ready for it. 20 with a cheeky
Come on,
angle, landing
20.
some good shots onto G-Money yet
They're
again.
down how many
This is such a
kills?
claustrophobic
Come on,
fight
20.
here with 20 and Neko still having a huge
This
advantage.
is very
They're
bad
just
fight.
shitty.
Like I
However,
hate
they've
fighting in
already
this
gone
place,
through
and they're just
2 of their flow
they've been here
barriers,
for so long.
Big investment so far. This has to come to a
Around the side, around the
screeching
side.
halt here soon, or it's not going to be looking good for anyone involved in this fight right
When are the
now.
builds gonna break?
G-Money jumps back over, gets some of those extra heals, and I think they're trying to find an exit strategy.
Ross, I'm with you. Ross, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's not every day you see fights going down
Nice.
underneath.
Especially since
in
I
these
like to
tunnels,
play
where
sniper
there's
a
kind
lot.
of the 2 ways in and
Sometimes
out
I
that you
take a
kind of
break
port
from
through,
sniper
and
because
usually
I
one
like.
exit. So
But
we'll see if that
I
fight
mostly
does
played
continue.
sniper when
Either
playing the
teams do
finals,
try to disengage out. Peter Bot
and
Foyo
that has
this time
really
around.
curated
I know
the
you
kind of
talked
game
about
style
that one elimination, but it seems like teams are getting
that,
more and more comfortable
They went
rotating
all
brings
heavy and
really short. Maybe
the
after
best
account
clips.
yesterday, one
No,
of
one's
the
a
big
medium.
focal points of their strategy
Oh,
was
one is.
building that massive surge
One's a
tower
medium and a
just
light.
outside towards the gas station. Teams are maybe saying, hey,
They have a
go
light
in,
now?
sneak some,
Yeah.
maybe
That
try
guy
to
just
pull
wins.
out, but a different change of pace for Peter Bot and
Peter
Foyo.
Bot.
They're actually going in, looting up the entire
Peter Bot's gonna
POI.
quit.
So
Damn,
with
they're
Easy and
really-
Raven,
they're-
this might be
they're-
a chance for them
what?
to lurk or get caught
He's
off guard.
teabagging me even though, like, as
Yeah,
he loses.
definitely. Or you can think
and
about
I
how
have
aggressive they
18
were playing. They
kills
were
and he
actually
has
leaving their
dick.
POI to try to fight other teams.
That's
So
crazy.
for CDZ and Raven,
Anyway,
maybe
that guy
some
had
of their
pullback.
strategy.
They can't handle the
reveals
I
smoke, so
wanna-
they gotta cope
we can
somehow.
come around. They might not
I
even
had,
be
the,
here.
I had the least amount of
Clearly
deaths.
not the case here in game number 1. Virtual Agers can't quite catch
I
a
went
lurk onto
7,
Visual
9,
and
and
Breeze.
6.
That would have been a massive elimination
no
right
one
there.
else
One that would
will
have
play it.
surely shaken up the leaderboard. leaderboards, given that both teams are neck and neck right
That was
now.
a good warm up.
Those two teams are like
Visual
really
and
close
Blades
to each
get
other on
lucky
the
enough
top of the
here.
leaderboard.
Don't let their guard
Visual
down.
and Braids.
Yeah, this is the blessing and the curse for Visual and Braids, though, is because in the last game of the day yesterday, they went down to a team
What's up,
working
Neil?
on this exact spot. Visual and Braids, for the most part, since they land just outside of Dark Dominion on this split drop, and there's mountains. And then on top of that, Monster at center zone. How much better can it get? They usually stay here for the first
10 teams
4
have died?
to 5
No.
zones, depending on
No.
where it pulls.
There's 40
and
teams left.
consistently gets damaged, because no matter where the zone goes, north, south,
How many
east, or
people?
west, the chances are very, very high. Teams will have to rotate around Visual and Braids in order to get inside
79
the zone.
people left. 40
Just make it
teams
a
alive.
huge focal point of their
10
strategy.
teams
So
have
we got
died.
our review yesterday coming in today.
getting
You kind of
heated.
see that in terms of visual grades. Maybe
Yeah, I mean, first game on to
Bolts.
2, it's
With Vivid breaking down their
everybody's
rotation, backside of their POI,
just the
that
pressure is
long
building.
launch pad that they mix with the utility, and another instance of that as they quickly get to done.
One of 2 teams that had a near perfect day for the most
Robust, we're
part.
playing great.
Not really dropping any rounds, but
Yeah.
Talking about teams falling short right now. You have Greek falling here.
Triple life might
Off from a
triple
team in the
beam might be
distance.
the
Muzzin
play.
Sphinx recognized the danger immediately after the 4 comes down, and in they go to get the
unless
finish up
Neil,
right there.
unless
It
I
does seem like we are now
qualified,
rewarded.
unless
Oh
I
my
go
God.
back in
Triple
time
move.
and I
Triple
somehow
move.
qualify
Cooper
for this
rotates right into
major and you do the
CC.
same,
Puts
I
down
don't
some
think we're
wood,
playing
right
together,
to
bro.
Raven there.
LHM.
But do they
I don't think
recognize
it's
there could be
possible, man, unless you got
just
some
a
kind of
solo here
time
on the other side of the
machine.
wall? That is the question.
2
here. I think
LHMs
Cooper
and
knows
then 1 full
he's in
medium.
big danger here, so off he goes.
Cooper all alone.
And it's just continuously
Teammate
getting
Reed
worse.
dead.
Where he's rotating
Going
and
straight to
Poyo.
Peter and
And they're
Pollo.
one
He is
team for
cooked.
certain. If they know you're a solo, especially
No,
isolated like this, they're gonna
he's
go. They see
cooked,
Cooper
bro.
trying to rotate in.
Oh,
Big
no.
damage coming out
1
off the
HP.
both of them. Cooper backed up against
Cooper
the wall.
wins,
They
Cooper
continuously
wins.
try to spray it
He
in.
does
Just one of
not.
those shots.
I wish.
He's getting
He's 1 HP and he's got both Polio and Peter bot.
If he plays it right, he wins.
Able to get minimal
Oh
amount
shit,
of
but
shield.
like, they just don't stop shooting.
He's not fighting back. He's got
Yo, what's up, Steak?
Continuously on the look again. They
That could be
know this
pre-fire,
player
okay.
Cooper
Like,
is
if he was
a
pre-fire,
solo, so
man,
they're not
he
gonna
died.
stop until they secure
No, he
that
would not have.
elimination. Four
Yes,
more
he
points
would.
for Peter Bot and
Yes,
Foyo
he
in a game that's
would.
looking
He would
very
not
good.
have won.
Gifted
could
that
have
time
won,
around as well, just landing right on
Does
them
he
as
know
they
what
were trying to
pre-fires are?
finalize their medal reserve
He's
for
a
the
pro. What do you
mid
think?
game here. Meanwhile,
Hey,
look at
then
this.
why
Veno
isn't he
and
doing
Curve. No
it?
elims just yet. This is definitely a huge surprise.
Crazy
to us
lurk
as
on
we've seen them
Aviv.
be overly
Vino,
consistent
come on, man.
when it comes to elims in the early game.
Yeah, robust on us.
What is Veno gonna do? He's gonna chop this down. Like, I'm curious at this point.
Sword on me, sword on me, sword
It's
on
much
me.
easier to chop
Yo.
some
Yo.
metal
It's
and
just
brick
wood.
bases
Get the
that we're
defib, get
seeing.
the
He's
defib.
going for it. Doesn't
Oh,
look
they
like
heard
a
him, they
beam, but
heard
King
him.
got the signal.
Oh,
Yeah, at
here
the
they
tail
come.
end, they're dropping
This is
down.
his.
This actually Veno. Yeah, this was actually Veno's
Bonnie.
base.
On
So
you,
maybe
on
they
you.
had an inkling he was gonna lurk on over.
Or
Why is
Yo,
it-
dude, if they didn't, if they didn't hear that,
There's a sword on me.
disaster there as Veno just scurries away, reunites
Defib
back
the
to
sword.
Curve. Rowan has
Shit.
his base set up at one of the main buildings
That would've been
north
fun.
side of the Battlewood
That would've
Boulevard.
been- that
But
would've
you
been
see
base.
where the zone is actually pulling, so you see why Veno and Curve are taking a different
we can
mountain
kill
or a
this team,
different
we can
approach to
kill
this
this
game than
team.
usually every other.
Yeah, definitely interesting there. Almost edited the
Yeah,
whole
it'd be
base
nice if our
down. Just had to
teammate
make an
dies.
extra piece of wood there.
Yeah.
Ended up working out though in the end. Brett's Beer on the other side. There's 2 elims here. Have them set up and
dude, only
it's
2
a bit
teams
of a
have
different
died.
end game for us, right? We have Riptide.
Ooh,
Right
makes
now.
sense. It's like the same every game, same amount of people.
So yeah,
People
this
don't
ends
die
up
too
playing
quick.
out. All the zones that came this way pretty much.
Dude,
clicks and
imagine the
paste
zone like
performed
circled around this right
absurdly
here.
well.
That'd be cool. That
See
circle
if they
right
can
there in
continue
the
to
map.
pick up the pace here and
What are the
propel themselves
chances
back
that
into
that
a
happens?
top 3 position. Cold and
Zero.
Rapid on the other side,
Alright.
were
Come here, guys, come here.
the team that was finding
for me,
all
ready to go.
those
Just,
Yeah.
okay, so, alright,
eliminations
guess
in
we're
the
going.
end game, right? The amount of success Cold and Rapid managed to string together when it came to end game elimination.
Come on, Cold.
Clearly showed on
One
the
shot.
side.
You got this. Get the win right out the gate. Play some mind
insane
games.
amount
amount of points based off of elimination.
Behind
Get
on
the win
thing,
right out the
behind
gate.
thing.
5 games, Monster. They had 30 eliminations,
aim.
with their worst game
There you
being
go.
a 7th place. Unfortunately, that
This is
last
not
game
good
of the
'cause
day,
they
they
can just
got
get
1
the steal.
elimination. They
Or
went
Enough
the
actually almost
14th
won the
place,
other
so
day. Like,
outside of placement points,
you almost
all
got
they
a
got is
victory
those
royale
defensive
in game
I know,
4,
I
game
saw that.
6.
Day 1 to get
Saw
that
you short on
1-point
that.
lead with the
Like, it was
victory
actually
royale.
peak.
See
The
how
solo
things
clutch
continue
was
to shake
really
out.
good, but
Javi in a minute here,
I
sitting
wish
on the
enough
leaderboard,
won that.
5th place
Thank you,
going
thank you.
into this game. And this is where there's a little
Bring it
bit
back
more
up,
of a
we gotta
gap.
get up there
Everybody in
quick.
the top 4 has 311 points or more. Javi and Aminish are sitting at
Behind us, behind us.
270 points on the overall
Got one dead.
tournament. You can see 15th place.
Yeah, I
with
got
I got one
yeah,
dead, but there's
everybody
one on my
was
body.
surge.
their starting game, and each and every
Yeah,
one
I'm
got
dead.
better.
What the fuck is this guy
Bolts
doing?
is rotating. That's nice for them.
Minish Javi here
nice
on
for
the
a Minish.
move. Playing the outsides. I kind of like this,
We got
right?
team wipes,
Using
our
the storm to
teammates.
tank here and go for the north
Booty
side.
cheeks.
Definitely.
Oh, okay,
is
they're
a
in zone here.
strat. Now, this is a team that
Nobody's on our
didn't
cash out,
take
though.
storm early, right? So they actually have the luxury,
Oh,
Jacob, here to take
Orange
a
is
little
on
bit of
our
storm,
cash
right?
out.
Other teams will find themselves more in the storm
Yeah, our
sickness
team is pretty bad.
kind of danger anchor zone, but
Yeah.
here they are.
Nice.
The zone moves right into them now, and
W
they have a
rotate.
relatively strong
I think
position
we got
here.
this. If we
It
go
wouldn't be
there,
ranked
well,
without that.
Mountain, so he can
Dude,
easily
jump
pull
head right
off
here,
of that
jump head right
mountain,
here.
but
Zen-
if you're up there,
is
you can
Zen and Bucky
shockwave
still
off,
alive?
you can go ahead and take high, or just simply use the running shockwave to cover distance. fifth zone.
Yeah, I know.
Going into 6, so it is going to be
Really
a
close.
2
We'd have to go in
of
instantly.
damage inside of the storm. Gonna be changing
Kingling
to
just
5
went
in about
down.
20 seconds
That's
when it does
crazy.
close.
Yeah,
So you're seeing why a lot of these
Oh,
teams
below.
are staggering themselves so long into the
I'm
storm.
getting
They have
shot
extra
at,
white
like,
HP
fucking
heals,
40
and they
Almost like
just
that's
want to
what
dodge
happened
all
in
the
this
chaos
game.
of this mid game.
Yeah, I know.
Where typically you will take damage from other players trying to rotate in. Visual and Braid, they spot out Max, they spot out Moppings in the distance, and you see them kind of building.
Yeah.
And
Bucky's still
rotating
alive. Zen and
parallel,
Bucky's
they
still
didn't
alive.
take too much damage. Bucky and Zen, though, they're in
Only
the
18
One
above.
shot, one shot, one shot.
They're
getting very much lobby focused.
As the dust settles, they're gonna fall below, but Zen once again
come here, guys,
takes
come here,
some
come here,
damage, 103, and he gets a good shot coming out from
Oh,
Bucky.
let's go,
let's
go.
Back to back.
Nice.
Gets the elimination as well. That sends
Let's
them
go, Bucky.
flying up that Storm Surge leaderboard.
Let's go,
That was
Bucky.
crazy. Big performance, big opportunity there for
Right
Bucky
here, right
to
here.
keep his team in the game now. They went from danger territory to well above and safe now. They just have to survive
Yeah,
the
over here,
onslaught.
over
And look at this. They eliminated that team long before they can even get situated and start digging into the heals that they
Nice.
were pretty much saving up here in the reserves. But
Let's go, let's
Ritual
go.
Okay,
is not
game-
Yo,
looking
why
good
does
for
he have
him
a
right
pet?
now, as he is
Bucky
down
brought
now, but still
SpongeBob
up to
into
Aegis
majors.
now.
What
Just put his team on the back here. Picks up a little bit of the loot that was left
W
over.
Bucky.
Quite get the extra heal here. We'll see if he ends up having time to double back now. The zone is pushing
Bomb,
there.
dude,
There it
bro.
is. And luckily for him, I mean, the pressure eases up. Now, we
Agers.
are in the in-game, right? So Agers is
Ritual
positioned
died.
just well enough
Agers is
with
a
shockwaves,
solo.
all the extra mats and heals here to
we
actually
doing,
clutch this out and turn this still
Wait,
into a positive sum game for them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
gotta take
264
it easy.
above the damage threshold. That can teeter-totter.
He's in zone, though.
He's
have 3
trying to
minutes,
go
we
ahead
have
and
3
grab
minutes.
shots on players rotating through the sky. He's not the only solo there.
Yeah,
You
they're
see
gonna
Salt
play this.
Ooh,
and
Peter and
some others
Pollo
on that
really
side of the
close to
map.
visuals and
Easing
braids here.
attention, though, since they're all solos, the chances of getting pressed on are going to be very, very slim. As opposed to this side of the map where you have Peter Bot, Pollo, and
Yeah,
a
they're
few
gonna
other
have
duos
to plug
positioned
it.
600 above
Big X
the
to
damage
plug.
Technically,
threshold.
no,
And you're seeing almost a
but
different approach to start the
Orange will
games
plug that,
yesterday
so.
to start
I think
the
Orange is gonna
games
come
today.
plug this.
Yesterday, they were elevated pretty
No,
high
they're
up
gonna
in
go to
most
D.
of these end games, going from
You
zone
sure?
to zone. This time around,
Yeah.
they're going to start at the low ground and
Yeah,
probably
'cause-
elevate themselves with
Alright,
each
try
and
to
every
not
passing
get
zone.
seen.
Gonna have to definitely find some new positioning. Not sure if I've ever seen
Bucky and Zen still alive.
Pollo be so passively tucked in the low ground on the backside of zone here. Look at this. The
rest of
zone's
this
gonna
is
pull
loading.
far
Golden
into
Rapid.
Right here, right here.
Now again, they have that natural terrain
good. They
to
got
play
a
off
far
of here, so
storm-
they're gonna get a
storm
lot
pull,
of value
though.
for their
Rush me, I'm
shockwaves.
rushing that.
Real catch is if
Damn.
opponents start to base up sooner rather than later.
Nice,
they
good
get
job.
pretty much a
Where's
bit of
Bob?
that.
Wait,
high
where's
ground. They
Clicks
won't
and Higgs?
be able to be opened up to a bunch of
Oh, enough.
fire.
I'm enough. Still alive.
Threats and Veer find themselves below
Where's
the
Clicks
surge.
and
They're
Higgs
actually
at?
trying to out-survive this.
Enough
waiting
is
for
the
moving
underdog
zone here
pick.
as opposed to
Oh, yeah.
looking for a fight right now. So this is a team that's going to be fishing for damage
I don't
here
see
on
them.
the moving storm.
Right here. On me, purple,
Below,
purple.
Even with that contested off spawn fight,
It's a
you gotta
flamethrower, it's a
imagine,
flamethrower.
I'm stuck, I'm
Since
stuck,
it
I'm
is
stuck.
off
How did he
spawn,
pull out his
100
thing with his
HP. If
flamethrower?
they took damage, you saw
I don't know,
Jameer
pull out his
down a
shield.
sliver of HP at one point to start the game. So
I fell.
just because
Oh,
you're
don't fall.
contested, just because you win, doesn't
Don't
mean
fall.
it's all
Okay.
joy at the end of the day. But you were right. It does look like their first
Teammates
attempt
almost
is
dead,
going to
why
be
is he
that
not
one.
moving?
17 players need
Oh, I
to
think
go
Clicks and
down.
Higgs are on
But
height.
just on that line, 45 damage. They spot Skiddler and his
Got one,
duo
got one.
above. They're trying to get one of those shots to
I pick
bleed
it up, I
through.
pick it up.
They have the Thunderburst, the consistent pressure, but no luck on their side.
I
60
know.
below, taking damage. They have no extra heals,
No, what
Monster,
the
in this
fuck?
moment.
Why
They
are-
are going to jump above. Storm Surge for them is not going to be a thing, but they need to be persistent, try to put down the pressure, because just because they're ahead here doesn't mean they're going to be ahead in the next
Yeah, they're
zone.
just gonna.
Peter Bot Pollo, though, continues to do what they do. We said that they were looking
How did you still
uncharacteristically
lose?
positioned on the backside.
Pollo
of the zone.
still-
See, it's ending
Oh, yeah,
up
Clicks and
playing
Higgs on
out
height.
in their favor. They
Pollo
find
still has
Elam
no
here,
audio.
And then they rotate in smoothly right afterwards. But when you start looking up
You
towards
can't
height,
win
when you
this,
start
'cause
looking
he
at
just makes
you
and
better.
trying to
You
position
can't
for the
play
big
better.
win once
Higgs
again
on
here,
there. What is
it's
Higgs
Clicks
not even
and
shooting
Higgs.
at them?
I love that they're trying to
His
take
pings-
on this
his
identity
pings
just
as a
walking.
high ground team,
Get the
and
Jeep,
one
get the
that's
Jeep.
willing to put everything on the line doing it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should have just defed.
Eighth zone though, we see
Well, teammate.
so many instances yesterday with team after
Solo
team after
and
team
below
standing it
surge.
for that high ground trying to fight. Agers was one of them, but it's not going to be one of them in this game. 77
Nice.
below the
Nice,
damage
nice, go, go,
threshold
go, go.
by himself. Tries to sneak a shot in onto Jarku and Carillion.
That's the
Doesn't
last
find
of his
any luck
heals.
there, but he needs to be
Bro,
persistent
there's so
because
many
he is
mines
out
on there.
of heals.
Oh, what the
165
fuck?
HP. Can only
Bro.
take about 8 ticks of this zone
Like,
total.
we're just
Even
griefing
if he
at
was
this
full
point.
health, and those
You got
ticks
above, you got
are
above.
being a huge difference
You
maker,
gotta get this
forcing him
We gotta get far.
to try to make a play here. 145. He's going to be able to make it above on that last one because of the shockwave of somebody else.
Oh my goodness, a little bit high.
Takes that same amount of damage. The blessing here, though, Monster, for him is Storm Surge just deactivated.
That's right. We are inside that top 40
Nice.
from the high ground, though. Clicks and Higgs doing exactly what they
We
do
just gotta
best.
plug
Already
one.
finding several
Yeah,
sets
right.
of elimination. Little extra
Zen is
damage.
fighting Higgs for height. What is
Curve and
this?
Higgs there, bro. While we look away, Zen tries to
That is
come
what
up
he's
here.
good
This
at,
is,
though.
of course, Bucky
Yeah,
and
but-
Zen trying to make a play for height, but Clicks and Higgs
Where did Bucky
shut it
go?
down,
You're
and
not
they
gonna
remain
miss with us.
successfully
Yes, we
in
are.
control here at the
We're
moment. Now,
not.
do keep in mind, they
25
committed very
seconds.
early
We have a
here, and
second
they
to get
didn't
it in
have max
after this.
material. All that they're trying to do right now is show that they are willing to dominate height here
Oh
and play
no,
for the win.
Bucky's dead.
What's our
Yeah,
teammate
it's
doing?
Finally getting that elimination, getting cleaned up for Bucky. Looking towards the backside of the zone, trying to find Loop, but instead he finds
Pollo?
Tyler Chance.
Love
Not
you.
sure if they see Peter
Where's
Pollo
Robust,
either.
robust,
There's
robust.
a shockwave to the front. Not just
okay.
yet going for height. We still got to
I almost saw Pollo there. I was worried for a
But
sec.
if you look at their material
Yeah,
count,
no.
they might have to get an elimination first.
Nice
Mud
kills
makes
on
them give up.
paper.
Acorn and
Yeah, I'm
Bolts
not
down
good.
below in the mud.
This
Find
does not
themselves
look good.
2 more eliminations here. Acorn not getting one, so no siphon for him, so he has to beeline it to the zone. Not a lot on the Chug Jug either, so a dangerous position here for Acorn to be in.
And there's opponents in the storm as well.
Clicks and Higgs chilling on
Someone
height.
left behind here, trapped in the build. Meanwhile, Cold and
Come
Rapid,
on,
they
Cold.
single Elam, but this is where we've seen them do best. I won't count Cold
They don't
out
have a
any
lot of
further,
Elams.
as
That
I've
might
done
mean they
once
win this.
before, and I made the mistake
Come on.
by saying so. Venno, Curve on the other side have 4 eliminations. Pressure coming in here. This is what we wanted to see from Venno and Curve. Yesterday, they just couldn't quite figure out their end game and find their
Enough
footing.
and Salt
But now here we
still
are,
full
seeing a
health on
stronger than
both.
ever Venno.
Yeah, and they
Peter
have
Bot trying to jump in
maxed out
someone's
material
box.
compared to everybody else. Peter Bot Pollo running out, trying to get into the box. They don't find any opportunities there, so they just continue on getting to the front side of the zone. Chug
This is
Chug,
intense.
Pizzas. Pollo has plan B ready.
Higgs
If it
getting
does come
contested
down
on
to the
height.
high ground, gets
He's
contested,
almost
quick
cracked.
balls. Higgs being forced out of zone. It's solid.
Oh, enough is on height!
New team
Enough
entry
is on
into the
height!
mix, ready to make day number 2 count here. They already have those 3 eliminations. and
Enough
they're
is a
looking up,
very
making sure
unique
nobody
playstyle.
else is up
Like,
there.
you
Oh
can
no,
tell
Curve,
about
Curve and Venno!
Immediately
Oh my
set
goodness, they
eyes
just
back
killed,
down low,
they just killed
and
enough.
that was the
Instant
distraction. That was the mistake.
contest.
Flying from outside of the zone.
Holy
Curve
shit.
And Venno
They can get the
are now our
reboot,
new
trust
teams on
me.
high ground.
Excellent execution as well
Right.
from practice to
Ethan,
putting
I
it
want
into
you to
play
just
here.
sit
Curve
on
and Venno
his heel.
have the high ground here. No heals though, so we'll
Okay,
keep an
not
eye on
bad,
them.
you guys.
Oyo is
Peter
down now.
Bot.
Peter Bot left to clutch this up by himself. He makes
By
it
himself,
right into
very
the
low
top
health.
10.
Peter Bot goes
Ooh.
down.
HP there, but unfortunately will fall just
Curve and
short.
Venno on
Now
height.
Curve and Venno assessing
Is
the
Venno
They are
30?
chilling
They have
right
max to
now.
play with.
Zen
They
is
have the
still
height
alive,
and the
though.
distance from the rest of the opponents.
Enough
They
is
can't make
down,
the
but his
pressure down.
teammate Salt is
Yeah,
still
coming
up.
into this game in 10th place on the leaderboard, not where they have hoped. And one
There's
thing
some
we were both
crazy
questioning
placement
is
for them.
what
I'm
is
not- I
going
like-
wrong in their mid to end
It's actually
games,
crazy
because if
placement.
They can make it there.
They're
They
doing
can
so
make
good.
plays
That's
happen.
far.
They're showing it here early in game
Nice
number
kill.
1. Cold and
Rapid.
get pushed.
Come
Cold
on,
goes
Rapid.
Down. A sacrifice for
Carry
Rapid.
the-
He's
carry
got
the torch
Elam. He's
for
trying
Cold.
To get out. Wagers goes down to Muzz and Sphinx. This is just chaos
Zen down.
ensuing on the low ground. And for
Cold
Muzz and Sphinx,
down.
they might be the
Rapid
only
down.
duo left alive down below, 'cause Rapid
Last
goes
team,
out,
Sphinx
Aldo goes
Muzz.
down. They have full
Curve and
control
Venno,
of the
full
bottom side
height.
of the map.
Now
That
they can
was
just get a
interesting.
little bit of
They're
material
so
here.
high
All
up
these
there.
refreshes, they'll be in huge shape here to actually
If it's
fight
at
for
full
the win
health,
right now.
your
There
thing
it
doesn't
is,
run out
the
of
most important Elam.
Venno drop down.
Sure you
Are
don't
really
have a
down
V
and
overheating,
out.
'cause
They're
it's
pretty
very
much
bad
down
overheating.
bad here.
He's
This is gonna
working
come
in
down to
final
all
zone.
accuracy.
Better if I just stop
See
your
Venno
hands.
just
Oh my goodness, what a knock. Venno,
Orange-
what a
orange
knock.
team, huh?
Trying to get that siphon.
Or at least he's trying to keep himself alive.
Damn.
Disruptor against Muzz, Curve,
Dude, what the
and
fuck?
Venno.
GG's.
I don't wanna-
Number 1, Game 7 on fire.
And
That's
Venno
a-
is that guy. He's the guy that we
Right.
knew
That-
coming
enough had
into
height
a
there.
second
I'm gonna
day,
look at the
he's gonna
leaderboard.
tweak the game plan. He's gonna make sure he's gonna be able
Right
to
there.
perform here,
Never
Jacob. And they did
See
just
where we're at.
that. What a win for them right there. They're going to wrap up the first
Acorn and
game
Bolt
here
still in
on the second
first.
day. Game
Cold and
7
Rapid,
is
1
now
point
officially
away from
wrapped.
them. They are so close.
Venno.
Holy shit.
Venno, no way.
They're actually so close. And Cold and Rapid haven't gotten.
Oh,
That's their
I
worst
cannot believe
placement.
this,
That
guys.
game was their worst placement
I
with
thought to
26th
myself, game
place.
one has to
What?
start strong, right? Like
They did not get
game one
26th
of
place.
6 today has
Oh,
to start strong.
Game 7 still
And
stats still have to
Curve
come
and
in.
Venno get a 9 elim victory royale.
Damn, wait, really?
Kelly, I'm losing it.
9 Elam victory
Unbelievable.
royale.
Are are, but they are. And
where
I
are
think
they
that there
now?
was a lot of us wondering if they were losing it
10th
after
place?
day number 1, ending the day off in 10th place, which,
What
you know,
the
reasonably
fuck?
isn't
They're over
that bad
100
of a
points
position,
behind
but when
first.
Curve
Where am I
and Venno,
getting
we were
hit
kind of
from,
expecting
dude?
On the
them to be in
roof.
top 5 after day number 1. But
Where's
if
game
they
7?
continue to play like this, Vivid, if they're able to
Yeah,
run that mid game
There's one
and then
more.
wait for the
Oh, wait,
opportunity
these
to
leaderboards,
steal
boy.
fight, just like
Aye.
we did in game number 7, then I can imagine we'll be seeing Curve and Venno climb
Reed?
up that
Yo,
leaderboard as the day goes
Reed
on.
and Cooper got in
Maybe Venno
39.
coming over to NA, he was one of those players that people were kind of expecting
QK, the
to
solo
see
clutch
I'm
from
down.
yesterday, got in
and that
37th.
conversation kind of fizzled out. It felt like kind of,
Aviv and
coming
Kingling
into
got
these grand
36th.
finals, Clix and Higgs, Peterbot and Poyo, they were the two main contenders that everybody
Nathan,
was
you
kind
gotta
of
stick
talking
on
about.
him,
And
man.
it feels like finally
20
in
got
game number
4th,
7,
40th.
we get to see exactly
Just watch his
why
back.
those initial
And then if
thoughts
you
of
see
Venno
someone-
looking
And
to
Penn's
control
still
the
in last
tournament,
place
even
with
a thing
12
to begin
points.
with.
Either heal him
And I
or
gotta
shoot him.
tell you,
That's
this
just
is very,
unfortunate. They
very
couldn't
scary
play the first
for
two
this
games.
grand finals and
50th,
everybody
46th,
that was
46th,
above
30th,
Venno and
50th.
Curve
That's
as
a
well
bad.
today. Because
Yeah.
yesterday in game
And Penn
in
is
day number
just
1,
doing it for the
they
doing
did
it
not
for the
have
love of the
any
game at this
singular
point.
game, but they got better than 10th place. This
Bucky
was their
and Zen are
first
in
time
35th.
jumping into the single digits
how
of
much money do they make
placements,
35th
and they
place?
win it. And they look disgusting. I mean, that shot right there from Venno, you guys couldn't see me.
1500?
My jaw was
All right,
literally as
let's go. We
far
got
down as
750
it
bucks.
possibly could go. He looks like he's in form right now. Duo's looking good.
One light half.
Good
They made
shit.
it to the end
Good
game
shit,
all the
Venno.
way.
All right,
They
let's
were
go,
on
let's
the
go, let's
high
go.
ground.
Jump on him.
I don't know.
Gotta keep
I'm
reloading
scared.
this page.
Oh my gosh, this is why sometimes we talk about like
I'm gonna
day
steal, I'm
2
gonna steal, I'm
teams,
gonna
right?
steal.
Day 2, they come
Yeah,
back
there's someone
even
down there, someone down
stronger. Has Venno been set free? Is he
So
off the
top
leash?
13
Yeah, we
goes
gotta
to the
get rid of
major
it
one
already.
summit.
Oh,
Right now,
This
top
guy-
13
Okay. Don't worry.
is.
We still have 5 games
We don't
left.
like-
I
We're
mean,
gonna
Muzz
take a
just
short
won.
break.
Muzz and
When we
Sphinx
come
just
out,
won,
come
so
back,
they're
you
probably a
know we
little
have to
bit
take a look at those
farther
standings, 'cause
because they are
there's been some
Okay.
changes. We'll see you in just a minute.
standings. Damn it. 3 minutes. When is this leaderboard gonna? Liquipedia was so early yesterday, and now it's so late. Are they not allowed to put it out now till because it's finals? Like it's because it's day 2 maybe? Because they can't put it out till the live stream does? Because the lowest place on the leaderboard right now is 31st.
All right. Ethan, stick on him.
After
I know,
30th
I'm being a
place,
bit
they just
repetitive.
don't. Yeah. After 30th place of the game, they don't place anything else
Find you,
until
find you.
they put the standings out. Maybe.
Dead. Two of them back there.
FNCS Major 1 Summit.
I'm on the guy.
Wait, how much is this
I mean-
prize?
Got one of them.
Hold up.
One more, there's one more.
Yeah, he shot me, right there.
Upcoming.
I went around.
He's over here.
Oh, that's okay. NAC.
He's one.
Coming to you, Rubos.
Prize pool is $412,000 USD. It's not bad. It's not bad.
He rezzed.
Would have liked it if
How
they
many-
evened it out at 500K.
Sorry,
What?
what?
Are they rezzing? Are they rezzing?
Yeah, they can't have everything.
No, there's two of them though.
Did they update?
Wait, are we getting third party? Alright, just go to D, just go to D, go to D. Bro, I got you. Did you see where my body was? They were down
Yeah.
here and it
Seven.
got shot me through that.
Wait, if you're mid play. 100.
Yeah, no, they don't have
Back up,
anybody
back up, back up,
past.
Ethan, back up. Okay.
Yeah,
30
one
first.
hard, one hard.
Huh.
There's so many
Yeah,
people
let's-
there.
And I don't know how
The rest of them coined.
Interesting.
You're not used to losing. Getting beaten?
Not like this. These players are just so locked
Bro,
in.
why
Could it
would
be
he
the milk?
grapple up?
I don't know. Give me the coin. No, I don't have any coins. Or I do.
Level 8.
I saw 0 next time.
Alright,
I hate this
coin.
commercial.
Ethan, coin.
Stay there.
I coined,
You
I
think
coined.
cool?
I
Okay, good.
did, they coined.
We'll see the standings in a second. They're not showing it on Liquipedia.
On me.
I don't want to hire an overseer.
What are you doing?
Fortnite fam, to the FNCS game 1 of the day. 7 overall goes over to Curve and Veno. 9 Elim.
Yo, what's up, Kobe?
They're all one.
Royale. Now I mentioned
They were all
before,
one.
Carhartt. Look up Carhartt, chat.
Shift.
Look up
Kelly called
Carhartt.
out, yeah, Curve and Veno were in the top 10. You know, that's kind of
They
crazy.
don't know how to get up here. Oh, they have to
You know,
do
Kelly,
Do I
it just
do I have to
takes
upgrade
one
mine?
game of
Do I have to
Fortnite
upgrade?
to kinda change
Upgrade woodcutter.
everything around. And of
Oh.
course, wouldn't you know it,
Okay.
Curve and Veno have actually jumped up from
Yeah.
that
Bro,
place.
they were
That's
all
10th
one
place.
shot.
327 points. I guess, Kelly,
upgrade my
without
woodcutter.
spoiling it, where do you think they landed? I'm going to answer for you.
Espionage.
Top
Cold's in first. Let's go.
That's just
Cold's
what we
in
were talking about,
first.
and
Good
you can
answer, good
see
answer.
Chat, Cold's in
that,
first.
Calling from sundown from
Yes.
the shooting is happening right now. From
Yes.
first to 5th place, we
It's
have
only
around
game
a
7.
71
It's only
point
game
difference.
7,
We
but
know that 71
I'm just
points
saying.
easily gained in a
He's in
single
first,
game,
and
Vivid.
he's
So
20
to see
points,
Curve
over
and
20
Veno,
points
who are
ahead
at
of
the bottom
Acorn
of this list in
and
page number
Bolts.
1, jump up all the way.
I'm just
I feel like
saying.
not only inspires me, but also
the gateway,
inspires the
take the
rest of the
gateway
lobby to
on
do
that
the same.
box.
Cold gonna win
Yeah,
this shit.
huge for them to go ahead and do this. And coming into today, Kelly kind of already
Let's
talked
go,
about how
chat.
many points they are
Let's
behind
go.
right now. Coming into today after the first 6
Where's
games
Clicks
on
and
day
Higgs are in 7th.
When they
Peterbot
were sitting in
and
10th place,
Pollo in
Fortnite were
6th.
sitting in
This
first.
one's
Muzz
really
and
easy to
Sphinx
find.
went up to
113
9
points was the difference
from
between
that win.
Veno and Curve and first place after day number 1. Like Kelly mentioned,
I feel
they're now
like
71 points behind, which means that they closed the gap. That
Cole and
game
Rapid
by
could take
42
this.
points.
Even in
So
game, just
technically
in
speaking,
game,
if we were to run that exact game number 7 back 2 more times,
Break this zip line.
Curve and Veno would be in first place right now. Anything's possible. These standings are a lot closer than it currently may seem. And Zeke, can we just talk about this elimination column? How in the heck are these guys leading
we
right
don't
now?
want
They
them-
have
we don't wanna
40
give them more cover.
eliminations.
They are getting active,
know, just
Vivid.
like-
Oh my
That is
goodness, Curve and
crazy,
Veno
right?
have 40
The overall
40
placement they
elims.
have may
That's
not be
crazy.
the craziest,
Okay, as long as
right?
purple
But
doesn't
I mean,
get
when
this,
you
which they
have
shouldn't.
40 eliminations, 40. They have an average placement of
He's
17,
averaging
But
40.
it doesn't matter, right? This is what that
How are you
difference maker
averaging
was with
40
that additional
eliminations
point
in
from
grand
Elim.
finals?
But guys, also
It's-
just look at this
bro,
leaderboard, right?
come
Look at the
on,
little
man.
numbers right next to
What?
their placement.
I'm just
right? We
saying,
see
like, how
doesn't
do you,
know
how's that
ball.
possible?
Acorn and Bolts, they swap places, but
Doesn't know
everyone
ball.
else besides
Is it 40
Veno
points
and
from
Curve
elimination?
have
He
not
doesn't
moved,
know
right? That
ball.
top 6, right before they jumped in here,
That would make
are
more
all
sense than
Wait,
a 10
so
elims
I'm
per game.
together. It's so insane. I mean, even look at like Peterbot and Pollo and Clicks and
can't hear
Higgs,
anything.
and now we also have to look at
Okay, I don't know
Hobby
why
and
he's
Minish
going over
because
there.
Clicks and
Pink
Higgs
is
are
probably
now
gonna
tied
get
with them
that, or
points
orange at
wise,
least.
but Peterbot and Pollo are only 10 points ahead of
No, I
them.
don't think so.
I just can't believe
Oh
how
my.
close.
Like,
all of
Peterbot
this
and
has
Clicks
become
are, like,
after a
games-
single
You wanna take a
game.
kill?
Like literally just neck and neck.
Yeah, and I mean,
This
we're
is
taking a
fine.
quick
We
look at
don't- we just
Peterbot
want
and
someone
Pollo
else
right
to
now,
get
and that
this-
looked actually like that could have been a
besides
very
we want Pink to
successful
get
game
this.
for them. However, Peter was a solo
If
player
Peter
towards
does
the
get
end
it,
right
you know.
there and did go down, I believe, in 9th place. There was a moment in that game, though, where it looked like they were taking a peek up onto Height.
I don't know what
They saw
Orange
that it was
did.
Clicks and
Orange
Higgs
has
for
to
sure. I
get
thought they were
that.
going to go and steal for Height again. But it didn't look like it went that way for
Or
them,
keep it
Vivid.
down.
However,
didn't-
it
you
does seem
can
like they're
upgrade the
already
tower
starting
over
to change
here.
up their strategy
You
just
just
a
keep
little
like
bit from
them.
what we saw from day number 1. So I can expect
Treasure
some more changes
chest.
as well.
No,
from day
Pink's
to
not
come.
gonna get this.
Yeah, I saw a little bit more
we
aggressive
get it, though.
plays out of them.
Oh,
I mean,
let
we're
it go,
kind
let
of
him steal, let
used to
him steal.
that in past seasons.
Let's
Did look
back
like
up.
they were going for a couple of extra fights,
Still,
but
they
and once
didn't
again,
get it.
we jump over to them when they're in the end game, and they just have nothing. You know, no builds to kind of work with. Not sure what's happening on some of those rotates to where they have to invest so much stuff, but we have not been able to see Peterbot and Pollo be healthy enough in the end game to kind of push for any of these victory royales.
You know, and it's tough because this is just the first game of the day. We have 5 more, but we also can't really skip a beat, can we, Vivid? Like, we need to make sure now more than ever
Well, like,
we
well,
are
it's
minimizing those
like
little
well,
mistakes or whatever. Like,
well,
again, look
there's
at the
a
top of the
dispute.
leaderboard, right? We came in,
Thief
Acorn
has
and
been
Bolts
caught
was 1
red-handed.
point
The
ahead.
scoundrel
Because
wants
of
to
this
steal
last
from
game,
your
Acorn and
personal
Bolts fell
storehouse.
in
What
12th
should we
place
do with this
only
rogue?
2 elims. You look up Cold and Rapid, in 4th place with 3. This is going to come down to this over like the next 5 games, right, Kelly?
Why would
A
I
single
release him?
mistake.
He's
Everybody
just gonna,
is
he
taking
tried to.
farther and farther
He
up the
wanted
leaderboard.
to
A
steal.
single mistake will suddenly shift everything, and enough of those chain together.
If he
suddenly
doesn't
the
change his
point
actions,
thresholds
he
are
will
gonna
be
see that
executed.
patented shoopening like Sundown called out.
No, just executing at this
Well,
point.
you say these single mistakes, and I think in reflection of that is that you can't just have these teams that are kind of playing a little passively, right? They're going for placements. Maybe they get a handful of eliminations. You need
I
these
can't
teams that are
expand my
able to pull
castle
out
again.
these pop-off
You
games.
dumb shit.
And that is why Cold and Rapid, although they might not be having these wins that all these other teams in our top 5 are having, they did have that 11 elimination second place. So these pop-off games are now what's going to be separating our top from the rest of the lobby.
Golden
Build
Rapid,
tower
man, they
level
continue
one.
to be
I
consistent. They're trying to pull
I've-
away. A couple of teams are
Yo.
on the hunt.
Oh,
5
it's right
more
here.
games to do it.
Oh man, let's get right back into it. Game 8 is ready, so
All right,
casters,
never
take
mind.
it away.
Game 8 coming up.
Monster, they're talking about 5 games left. It almost feels like that's a lot of time, but you and I both know these games will go quick. We already seen an accelerated game 1 in terms of eliminations.
Yeah, definitely. That game 1 started off so fast. We looked up, 76 players were eliminated or left in the lobby. There was no first kind of surge warning that we're really used to seeing with ED+. So we just kind of jumped into the mid game and things were so different. The dynamic, you can tell, is
Get to
already
work.
shifting. You know, there's something new in the air here, and our top teams are starting to break away.
The
So let's
bus
just
ride.
go on the
Yeah.
battle bus one more time.
Game number 8. Cold's in first. Let's go,
Standings are
Cold.
just getting
You got this shit, bro.
much closer than
I believe
ever
in you, bro.
before, and you can even look down to that qualification spot into the top 13. That is as stacked as the race at the top of the leaderboard. So we'll have our eyes peeled on both the top and those qualification
Why is
spots
there 4 of
throughout
them?
the day. But Curve and Benno, when I was kind of looking at some of those stats, there are the top 5 players in damage. Curve and Benno are 2
Wait, they're not
of those
contested.
5 players. Both of
Wait,
these
NPen's
guys are
not
firing all
contested?
cylinders.
No.
And this is when we were going into
Who
the
used to
East
contest
Monster. I'm
these
talking
guys?
about
I
the
swear
makeup of
there was
this
someone
team.
contesting these
Obviously,
guys.
the accolades aren't there on Curve, but it reminds
Interesting.
me so much of that
Wasn't it
Keith
paper?
and Benno duo that
Yeah.
dominated EU for so long.
Where
Yeah,
did they-
definitely see
what?
it? And you know,
Yeah, they're
we
cooked.
called it out at several different
Yeah, what are we
points
doing
last
now
time.
over here?
Game 1, Curve and Venno's, you know, ability to
Does
kill
not have a
multiple
gun, he just got-
teams
he
at
just-
different
he
vending
just got
machines
killed.
was honestly commendable. And then we tune in like game 3 or 4,
Wow,
and they have
paper.
like 7 elims in the early game. So clearly,
No wonder Muzz
they
dropped
have
you. No, I'm
figured that
kidding.
part out. And if today it's all
I don't
end
know.
games with Venno and Curve, I mean, all they've been doing all season long.
It was
is
paper and Muzz.
practicing Psycho and
was?
Fright,
Yeah.
and dominating, right? And hey, this is the 3rd time
That's
now
Muzz
Venno
and
basically makes
Sphinx.
endgame, 2 of which he went for high ground. So he's showing us if he's got a shot at it,
Is
they're gonna
that
take it.
Paper's teammate?
So many teams
Resi?
just kind of emerge and their game plan set in stone, but these quick off spawn fights
NPen
prove to kind of be the difference.
gets a kill.
Mafia against
Jack,
and NPen
really
already
low here.
1 elimination.
NPen needs to
being
help his
cleaned up by
teammate.
NPen. Mafia is going to be the one going down, but they kind of switch up their drop spot a
Okay.
little bit. It's not too far away
NPen
from the
and
split
Jack
drop towards
versus
the left,
one
but
solo.
they're
Will
actually
they do it or will they
full
get
committed to the
killed?
south side of Frigid Fortress this time around.
You
Not
you
sure
never
if it's a
know,
bus
you never
path
know.
change or an overall game plan adjustment, but for Jack
Oh,
and
Sid,
NPen, that might be the
lurking.
difference maker, but you got to be careful because
Diminished.
you got Minished on the other side. You got Osid and Scare on the north side, so it's not going to be
He
as
wants
free
that
as it
loot.
seems.
There's a lot going
wants
on
that
here.
loot.
Definitely, they're kind of in the mix here. Now they do have, like you said, that early elim here. So it's a single player left in the duo. They're
Oh,
going to buy his time here. Seems like he finally finds an opportunity to jump back in the mix.
no.
Jack has to come to the rescue. And he can
Oh,
wait
no,
in.
he just
There
got
it is.
200
Oh my
pumped.
Gosh, what a shot by
Holy
the tick
crap.
here. And this
NPen.
is what, you know,
No.
this is what happens at the highest level of play, right, Jacob? Like, anything can happen. Pros do have their moments. where they end up clutching up, and
No.
although he does get full finish here, it doesn't matter. NPen is now in a much worse position.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
now
just
it's
hoping
the
that
roles
Lucid
have
is scared to
switched.
get forward, they
Diminished.
don't
Where did
look for
Diminished
him,
go?
and you can kind of see in the feed that NPen
Now
did
it's-
not get eliminated.
now
but in
NPen's
comes
all
Dragon
alone.
and Creon. This might be a
And it's
blessing for NPen
him
to try
versus
to get
2
out.
other
He
teams.
does have the zip line though, leaves you open
This
to
is-
take
this
a
is-
shot. Creon Dragon not slowing down. Big shot onto Osid. It's gonna push him back into the box. They have to try to find a way out. Creon's down on the other side. They even get through. Dragon pulling full aggression on this fight against Osid and Scare. They already
Holy
get the first knock. Creon with the other angle. They get a full-on
Damn.
wipe.
They played that perfectly as well. Leaving that weakened wall there, while Dragon distracted from the high ground and then takes it at the prime time there. The timing just couldn't have been better. Looks Scare's trapped, caught with his pickaxe out. Just not much you can do here. Meanwhile, Falcons, Peterbot and Boyo back at it. This time onto Chris and Drew. we've seen this fight happen before. The last time Chris and Drew were left almost in shambles, chased across a big section of the map, and it seemed pretty similar when the zone was kind of keeping Squibbly in play.
He's mad this guy copied his name.
Peterbot and foryou early on are willing to take some of these risks because say Peterbot
What's
takes
the
a
hype
big
around this
shot,
skin? I'm
forced
not
it back
gonna
up.
lie,
They didn't
it's
necessarily
not that
win the
good.
trades here when it
The
comes
other
to
Catwoman.
Surge. They're gonna have to go back on
What's
over to
the hype?
Squibbly, where in essence they do have almost infinite heals that do spawn
Pick up,
over
pick
toward
it up,
that rift.
pick it up.
But Rip Time,
They'll
saw
respect it.
threats in
They won't
Veer.
shoot you. They'll
Win
respect
the
it.
fight in that last game. Veer almost going down. You can see it kind of led into them being affected by Storm Surge, but Mako and Blanks, a team that qualified out of Frigid Fortress with
I think that's gonna be pretty good.
Just changing up their drop spot here again today.
Huh?
And that's
Like,
sometimes
obviously,
what you have to
like,
do.
I
Day
think it
one
could
to
be a
day
little
two,
better,
you hit
but
the VODs, you figure out what
it's not
changes you
terrible.
can make.
Threats and Veer successful in
Catwoman
the last game this time.
Oh.
Threats is left to play
Yeah,
this one
it's
out
not
by himself,
terrible,
at least
but there's
here at
another
the start.
Catwoman skin that's better.
And once again, though, Jake, I'm looking at that overall player count.
Yeah,
78 remaining. So it seems like the early day jitters are out the window here
It's
now.
a
Here's
it's a
back
sweat
to
skin
Curve and Venno
apparently.
playing similar to the last
Yeah.
time. It made sense why there was that big wooden base. This is just the early game strategy. Committing here to play for a
Venno
Surge
and
tower.
Curve. Haven't seen them lurk at all this game. They've one kill.
Where he's going to give up all the loot to Curve right now. You know, Curve is kind of, I wouldn't say the mastermind by any means, but he's
Wait.
the main guy, the main source
Really?
of their early game damage. Trying to get
Cool.
Surge, see him
Healing.
breaking open the tops of buildings.
Smart.
That way nobody can safely lurk nearby. And I think that's one thing for
There
certain,
it is,
because we
right as
saw
I
Venno try to
die.
make that attempt in that last game, lurk back towards the Surge base that was momentarily stolen.
Like, what's the point of healing if I'm already
Wonder if
dead?
That's why. You see a lot of these Surge bases, monster,
Cold.
metal, brick. Venno and Curve,
He's
for
got
the
the
most part, they built
mythic.
it in wood.
Yeah, they know it's temporary. They don't want to attract too much
He needs
attention.
some milk.
And maybe
Oh,
when
good
it's
job,
wood, it kind of
team.
signals to other people, no one's going to be based up in wood, right? Surely not.
Oh,
Part of the strategy, mind games at play here. H-Cube, Encrypted do end up finding threats there, so from solo
That's
now
not
back to
good.
the lobby there. And a little update here with Cold and Rapid.
back to the VOD review.
For threats going down though, and Veer, that's a huge loss. You know, coming into this game alone, they're in 11th place. They're 20
Hello.
points ahead of the line, 13th place for that Summit land
What's up?
spot. So they're gonna have to really hope the rest of the competition
Cold's in
is fair
first.
as well in this game, kind of giving them a couple of chances to close out the day.
Cold.
4 more games left for them.
That's why I want to
Five
win, and he's in first.
overall, including this one for Cold.
He's a
Clicks
good
Clicks
one
is
to
in
Cold
like
right now.
ninth.
As usual, set up center
Right
mass
behind
over
Peter
there,
Bar.
Minion. Cold was
He's
able
getting
to
to
get
Cold
the
right
mythic
now.
Chaos Reloader, and you can see all the
You're
sorts
fucking
of
weird,
goodies
bro.
that they have.
Bro,
Multiple
Buzz, are you
pizzas,
actually
med
gonna play
kits.
the finals
So they
with me
can
if I
honestly
play?
stay here just like they normally
Probably,
do.
yeah.
Rotate late and just kind of
Liar.
pad surge that.
Yeah, at least 4 or so games
All
yesterday.
right.
I think whenever we tuned in,
I guess you
essentially,
don't
they
wanna-
had
But
a
you
mythic
can't
shot.
show
I would.
It's on Xbox One.
I do want to
They
play.
have had a fair
Last
amount
time,
of success.
You said
You're
I'll
not
play
on
with
Xbox
you,
One.
and then you were like, I got on you
Loadout
like,
situation.
never
Ultimately,
mind.
Well,
we're
both
Okay,
you and
no.
Kata,
Okay.
both you and
It's a
Kata
bit
said
of a
no.
messy one. You see other teams
It was
putting their
halfway
influence
you.
into the mix here.
What? No,
Throwing
I
their
said
ammo
I didn't want to
into
play with him.
the bucket, if you will.
Exactly.
Electro managed
Okay,
to
that
sneak out
doesn't
the
mean I
side
didn't
there.
want to play.
Turns
That was
around,
game
puts
with
himself
you
in
before I
between
got the
those
fucking
firing
game.
shots.
That's
Funny
fair.
thing is,
What's the funny
What's
thing?
the funny thing?
Was prepared for this. Big form,
nothing.
For Electro and Oak, they don't want to overstay their welcome here.
Bye.
Shockwave outside
What,
of
is it
range
when
for
Luke
Acorn
asked me
Bolt,
to
but
play
they
the
end up in
finals
the
with him
range
and
of
I
Cole
said
and
no?
Nat.
'Cause I
No,
didn't get
no,
it?
no, I wasn't gonna say that.
On day number 1,
Yeah.
it looks like Electro
Right.
Definitely
to get
not.
aggressive here, maybe for some early surge or eliminations, depending on what they're looking for overall. If they
I'm
want to try to
surprised
fly
you
up
didn't
that
say
leaderboard, but there are 4 teams directly
I
in
didn't
I was
actually
going
get
to
the
say,
game.
Acorn and Bolts all the way
um,
towards the north, and a couple of teams.
the funny
stacked
thing
up in
is, if
between.
Kata
Electro Oak
hears
got all of that information through the past couple of
you
shockwaves,
wanna-
and I do
you
think
don't
they're
wanna
making
play
the
with
right
him,
decision.
but you
Focus
wanna
on
play with
getting into
Robust,
zone instead of staying on
there's
the
gonna be
stack
some
especially
find
for
right
their
here.
loadouts. Yeah, they don't have
I
nothing.
don't give a fuck. Kid is a
unnecessary
fucking corny ass
confusion.
Pushed
fucking-
up bloppers already. They're gonna have to get their
20-year-old.
material count back. But you saw there, Cold, they
belittled
thought they were
Myers for the
spotted
fun of
out.
it.
That's why they based up
Like a fucking
almost
goof.
defensively out the gate, which gave Electro the signal. Like, yo, wait a second.
Yeah,
These dudes are
what's the
hiding from
argument
us.
about that
Maybe
now?
we should take this fight.
Oh, he'll have an argument. He has
He's
an
out though.
argument
Peter
for
Foya
everything.
back at it right now,
Yeah, he
finding
was fucking
CZ and
bummed.
Raven here. It's like the worst nightmare for CDC and Raven. You know, we gave them a lot of grace yesterday.
There's no way.
We watched them continue to improve game to game.
Dude takes down Riley.
What they're doing right now, they're ending up in the warpath with Peter by Pollo. I don't like
Bro,
it.
my teammate
I'm sure
gets
they don't either.
revived. He instantly goes and steps on a mine and dies.
On to Pollo. That's
Like,
factory. Does
this
hit
is
that
what's
elimination.
hardest about
It almost
ranked.
makes you wonder,
The
CDC and Raven
teammates, if you
rotated
solo
towards
queue.
Swibbly in that last game. They did not fight Peterbot and Pollo. So they're probably thinking like Peterbot and Pollo, they're not going to be here. They're going to rotate on out. This time a whole different plan for Pete and Pollo. They stay around Swibbly Shores. They spot out the team rotating in, and they just fight for those eliminations. 8 more points for them as they continue to rise up that leaderboard. They close the gap already with game number 1. And they're
And we
already
wonder why
closing
he
the gap
doesn't- why
again,
Kate doesn't
depending on
want
how
both.
many eliminations that Curve and Benno have been able to get so far. This game started with a
Why are we
13-point
sitting
lead
in a
between
corner,
5th and
bro?
6th place. Well, they've already cut it down to 5.
Quicks and Pigs want to do that as well. I mean, clearly the #1 problem with their
How did that guy
entire
not kill you? You're
situation right now is that they need
didn't have
way
him.
more eliminations. They came into this with roughly 15 or so. If you look at all the teams inside of the top 10, they are definitely towards the bottom.
Bro, my
in
teammates are
activity.
so bad.
Their placement points are exceptional, though.
Wait,
I mean,
it's
they
someone
even
other
do
than
have
Ritual's
this-
AFK.
Let's not forget that, right? Like that's
Oh.
super impressive.
sounds like
all in
me.
all.
For a moment yesterday, had me believing that Clicks Higgs, the first time FNC as champions, they're going to be able to channel that. They're not going to get high elimination games. They really need to start picking up consistent
They're just sitting in
inside of the
storm.
top 5.
I do want to
Aegis
see
and
what the
Ritual.
benefits are.
Uncontested
I
at
get the
Sandy
Iron
Strip.
Bound
For the most
set,
part, this is one of those
25
POIs we don't see
Are you
very,
lucky,
very
Ninja?
many teams
What the fuck is a
rotate
multi
in and around.
Are you
know
lucky,
how
Ninja?
aggressive Ritual and Aegis
What?
Just like
long
V-Buck.
they actually
Are you
stay
Yeah,
in
that-
each
yeah,
POI to
yeah.
protect that many machine. Get some early surge.
It's like a
and
multi-buck.
avoid rotating around
Why'd
so
you
they don't
say
take
Ninga?
any free
Multi-buck
damage.
is a
Some of these other teams
multi-buck?
rotate late in the next couple of zones.
No, it's
but
like a
Hobby
V-buck.
and Aminish have
Oh,
already made it
okay.
priority to rotate in
Hold on, I'm
towards the
gonna add in
zone.
my
Not
thing.
too
I don't
far
know
away.
when
If you
to
look at the
use
mini map,
sniper.
those little blue arrows. Yep, that's
Are you
Visual
gonna
Verse
go
Braids, kind of taking a
light?
page
The only thing I
out of
don't
their
like
playbook.
watching
A
about
little
Yeah, I'm
bit
gonna
slow
go
spot
light.
about
them out in the
watching
center of zone, and hope
like
the team's gonna
comp
stay rotating.
Fortnite is
Their
is
strategy
this.
hasn't changed. I mean, even
Everybody's
last
just
game was
kinda,
not
like,
too
sitting,
bad. They could have just pushed it a little
waiting.
bit further.
You
haven't even
Still
played this game and
inside
also
of
play
third, but
ranked.
16th is
Yeah.
still an end game, you know, overall.
I've
That's
never
crazy.
played this game
All
before.
he has to do is
ever.
get the light
However,
class with
big
the
points
M11
to
and
really
he'll
add up
cook.
if you break into the top
What's the
10,
M11?
closer to that
Is
top
the M11 the
5.
SMG?
It's like a Mac 10.
Dude.
Or get him the
Let's
get him the
see,
XP50
Sphinx, yeah, looks like he must
Yeah,
or
he's on it.
ARN.
Yeah.
Get this guy light class with dash.
Ooh, ARM might be
Look,
good.
Jacob,
Get
we
this
were
guy
talking
light
about
class.
fast,
Just
you know,
tell
like
him
first,
actually
like,
tell him
grapple
exactly
would be-
tell him exactly what Lodo to go as a light. Get him that class and he'll start fucking destroying people.
Come on,
Robust.
Brad.
Feeling of some of these
Find the
contested
ball,
drops and
just
surrounding
pop it,
lands,
catch
a
it,
little bit of
catch
freedom
it.
because everybody has that time limit where they have to drop, they
Alright.
have to
What is
get
this
their
game
loot, they
about?
have to mat up, they have to grab their
mom.
resources. So maybe that's
That
the
doesn't
little
answer.
window of
We're the
opportunity some of
boundless.
these
I wanna
teams
be the
are
big
going ahead
splash.
and taking.
We're already the boundless though. You can't
But I want
choose.
to be the big play.
Play out here.
Yo, this is like a tournament,
Aggression
bro.
is going to be the name of the game.
Yeah.
If you're looking to make
Come
up
on,
with some of
Brad.
those points, you see Benno and Curve already
Hey,
doing it.
it's
We've
just
seen
how it
Peterbot
is.
Come online with doing it.
Should he
sonar
play
grenades,
quick cash with
flash.
him?
About some of the
No,
same
we're not
He hasn't
playing
played
quick
the
cash
game.
with him. We
Aegis
are
wasn't
not
necessarily
playing
on
quick
that
cash with
list,
him.
You
but
should
if we
play
would've
quick
kept
cash
the
with
I'm
list
not
him
putting him in
introduce-
quick cash.
to
I'm
intro-
not putting him in quick cash.
What the fuck is
not.
his
Luke,
problem?
why are you
So
setting
baby.
me up for failure, bro?
I'm not
This is a great
I'm not turning
kind of
him into
position to
another
start
Luke.
catching up.
who
Talk
only
about
plays
this
quick cash.
journey, right? Look at this. The
Back.
zone's pulling south, and this is
Luke,
actually
why are you
favorable
setting me
for
up
them
for failure?
Ethan,
because
after
they
this game,
have
you
some
gotta join.
distance from the edge, and they can
Okay.
see all of these potential
'Cause,
opportunities of
the
teams
14-year-old
that have
joined
to
us.
move long
Forgot
before
his
them.
name.
So they have their clear
15.
pathway to
When did you turn
success
15?
to overdrive
I've
out.
been 15.
And then they have teams all over
I'll
the
go
system to
fishing
kinda
in
pick apart in the
Louisiana.
process. Meanwhile, though, Clicks
Huh?
is actually
been
in trouble.
15.
Why in the world
I'll
would
go
he
I've
end up on
been
a dark
15
domain?
for
We'll
a
just have to figure
long
that
You're
one
the
out in
real
a second.
15.
These lost Clicks in the process.
You're the real
Higgs
10.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the
I don't know,
real
I'm just
big
running.
one.
Land here, and you can see it almost looks like they might have been rotating
Go,
under
go,
Going
fishing
to
in
Cole.
Louisiana.
why Rapid
Hey, bro.
and Cold would be down there, but you can see why they were getting aggressive. They're going 250.
Ah!
Alright, already honest, it's orange.
Clicks is con- Clicks is pushing
They're
them.
all playing
I'm
together.
not sure if
That's not
this is
good.
the plan right now or just to simply
What are we
try to push
doing?
them back for the free
That-
reboot card. start. Either way, a brave play coming out from Clicks.
What are we doing,
Probably knowing
Clicks?
that Cold was
Yeah, our
weak,
team is terrible.
lot of HP missing. He's
Louisiana's
actually going
not
to be able to
it.
steal away a pizza out of The hand of Cold and Rapid.
They left.
It's just a matter of Cold and Rapid
I feel like
rotating
you would be
out.
good at
Quick spot
quick
to
cast,
check in to
though.
make sure, and now everybody is out
So,
of
in
dark.
I
this
just
game,
thought
we
it'd be a
really
good
have to play
idea
this game.
Moment,
to
Monster,
teach
it
him
looks like
through that.
disaster strikes.
Yeah.
They're gonna have
Or
a
maybe
red
go into
up,
practice
fresh air,
training.
time to breathe.
Yo,
He can get that
You don't have to
shit
shut me up
The
so
only
hard.
thing I can think of, and we will have to
I
go to
know,
the
but
replays to find out, he had to have been fighting
He's
for
gotta
I want to
know
use the
that
pistol,
There's no way
bro. Come on, bro.
he's just gonna go challenge.
It's not like he's gonna be
a team
playing
like
a
that,
lot
right?
though.
Like not for no reason, at least, not as a solo. So in the end, though, it plays off. He ends up doing exactly what he needs to do, and he comes out ahead. You know, the extra pizza
Who's
box is
winning, Luke?
definitely gonna be a huge win.
Cold.
Especially given that they're in the zone.
Cold is in
So-
first.
Speed about Foryou, though.
In this,
a bit
we
of a
really
stand
wanna
up.
That's
work
where I
as a
want him.
And they have the zone. Okay, this is
Okay,
actually
First
I'm
place.
on,
Or
I'm
we-
on height. I'm on height. I'm on height.
Material count not
They're
exactly
up here.
maxed out. However, though, they have everything else going for them.
The same
One is one
Louisiana.
shot.
Team next to him.
Say wallahi,
on
bro.
the other side, trying to
Mr.
put down
Washington
pressure.
is one
Force
shot,
Peterbilt
bro.
and Foryou back, but
Mr.
Which
Washington.
one is that?
In a moment.
Washington.
Oh, the one that
One
looks
of
like
the
it.
orange, bro.
Take zone, and we tune into Reet right now.
Yo, I can't
Cooper
grab
is
The
one.
Reet's a solo.
Yeah, 'cause did you get, did you get rebooted?
Solo.
Yeah.
Send some fire his way,
Then
trying to
you
put
can't-
down pressure.
you can't,
Zone max pulls
well, like,
yet again
was
away
it,
from Reet? Got to see if he
like,
can
where
actually try to
you
go for
walked
the
away
revive
as
here
you
with
got
very little
revived?
materials or played out
Yeah.
for solo. I think he has no other
You
choice
can't
but
use
to play this one
your,
out
like,
as a
abilities
solo.
and stuff till,
With
like,
not
5
enough
seconds
time
after
to
that.
get
They
the
do it that
revive.
way.
Both of them will end up going down. So Reet, a lot of pressure on your shoulders here to finish this
That would have
game.
been nice, but
Pressure on Bolt and Acorn as well here. Below this surge.
Yeah, it's just,
We were highlighting the fact that teams like Acorn and Bolts didn't have problems with the Storm Surge at all, at least doing damage to them. And then we come in now,
Oh
and
shit.
already that's not the same story here at all. Acorn, so much pressure,
nice
he doesn't
crack.
even have time to go and heal. But
I'm 1
Bolts
HP.
comes in to back him up here. This is onto paper. This is really going to come
That's-
down to
Oh
whether or
my
not Bolt's
goodness,
been
what
buying
an
his
angle.
teammate a little bit of time. He's done it so far. He finds paper there.
where you at?
Paper goes rolling away off to the side. Resi now in a one-on-one against Acorn. Acorn, you gotta fend for
Rez on my
yourself,
body.
son. This is gonna be tough. Resi's trying to hold it
Oh,
down.
no.
Acorn, no.
On my body, on my-
The
Acorn
big
gets
Acorn
on.
Oh my God,
is
this
here,
one, this one,
and he
this one,
does
this
what he
one.
needs to do.
He's running, he's
to
running,
stay
he's running.
in
Yeah,
the
right there.
game.
Oh no!
Oh, that's Mr. Washington.
Oh my
Yeah,
Oh, you
that's
meant the one that
awesome.
looked
Yo, what's
like
up, Wyatt? No,
No,
enough.
I
Enough is
I
down.
can't believe
Enough is
that
down.
so
Bucky's still
Alright,
up
so
though.
now we got the cash out. So if you look in the top left,
It's getting heated. It's getting heated. Bucky and Zen getting
but
focused.
just gets cut a
Hey, if you
little
look at the top
too
left,
short.
yeah.
This
Illusion,
one,
we're
this
blue.
game
We're
right
always
here
blue.
in
We're
terms of
first?
the leaderboard, Monster,
Yeah,
they
right now
are
we are in
going to
first.
feel for
But
sure
if someone
outside
were
of
to steal
even
this
those
cash
are
out
the
from
only
us,
points they
we'd
got.
only have 5,000.
Possibly going down around
Because you
20
only
get the
first
money
place,
from it.
no
You only get the
points
money
for
from
that
it
effort.
as you
Peterbot
finish.
Foryou, though, surviving a little bit of an onslaught.
Yes,
Not
but
able
if-
to get
If
elimination,
two
but
other
a little
teams
bit
get
of
more money
cleanup.
than us,
Some
we're
extra
Let's
not
go to
we're
3,
in
let's
third
go to
or
3,
fourth.
let's go to 3.
This is something
Yeah.
I think Cold and Rapid
But if
need.
other
You
teams
saw them
get
getting
more
chased
money
by
than us
Clicks
and we're in third or
underneath,
fourth, we
trying
get
to get
knocked down
revenge
to
for
make it
Higgs.
next.
You can see what that has done to their
2
progress
rounds.
in this game. Barely
This is
3
ranked,
above the
right?
damage threshold.
No,
Cold
you
with a
have not
huge
played enough
chunk
to play
of shield
ranked.
missing. It's
Like,
put
it
him so
physically
far
won't
back.
let you.
There's
just
2
thinking,
rounds
like,
with 4 teams in
Cold
each
and Rapid
game.
have a chance to
And then
break
the last
so far
round
ahead
is
of the
2
competition.
teams.
It's going to be a huge problem
3v3.
for the rest of the lobby right now.
Reed
If they
getting
have a big
beamed.
end game right here.
Trying to get these shields.
No one's played perfect though.
Alright,
Just
they
got
have
tagged
that
again.
turret
He's
up
only
there,
28
bro.
health.
For him here, just taking damage from
What do we do with
Storm,
this Volt?
taking damage from Storm Surge. No extra HP. He's 90 below.
Oh!
Deactivated for a moment.
Oh!
my gosh.
Only
I got a
he
Volt. What do
needs.
I do
Holy
now?
shit!
Literally, if it was still actually
was
active,
that?
Monster, he would have been taken
Take
down
it
for
to-
sure.
we
But
gotta go to
Reed
C.
making a play.
They're kinda in the
4 more
way.
points in this game. 2 teams
You
need
shit
to go
on
down,
somebody.
and he's gonna start getting rewarded with placement points.
Hey man, he's back like he
Okay.
never left right here. It's got 2 big pots as well to bounce back in the game. Pressure on Briggs and visuals from the side here. These are his walls too. He can get in and make some pretty dirty plays here. But talk about a way to
Damn.
claw your way out of the grave
What
for
are
a
these
second.
door
Visuals and
things
Briggs
open,
though.
bro?
Look at what happened here. Just
Ooh,
shortly
and
before they made that
anything.
rotate, they actually find an elimination there, an important one as well. At 3 HP, the Siphon is what's going to keep them in the game, remaining competitive. I saw
Yo,
that while we were
open your
hopping around,
face, bro.
Clicks actually eliminated
Thank
2.
you.
So we have some pretty big top 10 teams now
Visual
fully out of the
grades.
game. This is
Oh
going to
my
shake
goodness,
up
they're
everything after
cooked.
we
He's
know
1
it.
HP.
68 below though. Visuals free.
Yeah,
A little
visuals
bit of
gone.
free, but it's not gonna last very long.
Where?
Down here.
Braid's had some
East
extra
4 bar.
shield, allowing him to take the tick, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to find the damage, especially in a zone like this.
Vino and Curve, full health.
Oh, down here, down here, down here.
Side of zone to
He's
contest the
got a
high
revive,
ground.
never mind.
Nobody's really making themselves known
Nice.
as the team above the rest. They're not necessarily ready
Yo,
for
he's
it.
still
Sometimes
alive?
Down.
we say
I
it's a
didn't-
little
I
bit
thought our
too
teammate
early.
killed him.
Flicks and
I
Hanks.
think everybody has that same
Last
sense
one.
in the back of their mind, saving the material, saving the
Ah.
shockwaves, make a play for it, maybe in the next couple of zones. But for now, Agers and Ritual, looking
Okay,
at
good
what's in
point.
front of them. That's Slepsy, that's Wagers. They're putting down damage, trying to spray through the box.
Ooh, what
A
is
couple of
this?
those are going to connect, but not
Give me
enough
this
to give
fire
them the green light to go.
extinguisher.
Yeah, there's one thing about the way Clicks
yeah.
and Higgs played. They play these
Throw that
single
out there.
towers and not really overcommit with the tarps. And I would love to see teams do that
Where they
because
at?
high ground is completely free right now. Even Rituals and Ages are looking up like, wait a second.
Rituals
bro,
and Agers
no
taking
one's
height.
up here, and you saw him kind of break off for it.
Nice kill by
Braids on the other
Braids.
side, though, just popping off right here. Playing the
Nice.
edge zone, gets a little siphon going.
Polio
and
Peterbot
now
going
you
for
look
height.
up,
Cracks
Agers
one.
finally secures it.
Another one
Peterbot
almost
going to
cracked.
come in.
Cracked
They were just waiting
another.
for someone to build the
They took
foundation,
the height.
Up
and
here,
now
up
they
here.
come in
Polio
to try to
Peterbot
take
take
the
height.
investment away from them, and it actually works off.
Yeah, massive damage.
Agers
onto
going
Agers,
down.
Onto Ritual, forcing them away, but you still got to be careful for Clerk.
20
Benno,
still
full
alive.
HP front side of zone. Agers gets left by himself. Talk
Got
about
one.
him moving possibly
Nice,
to the
where?
top 5.
Refresh,
Turning
W
solo
refresh.
impact points in this game, and this is another chance for him to do just that. There's a
Right here.
bunch of points
Dead.
in terms of placement still left on the board.
Yo,
4
and-
points
and-
for
and-
elimination
and
if he can
the-
clean
and the
those
room,
up,
and the
but he
room.
has to
What's
watch
going
out
downstairs?
because Peterbot and Foyo not
So
only
far,
have
I've only
the
in
high
this
ground,
tournament
but
we've
notice
only
that second eye,
seen
put
like
down a little
one
bit of pressure,
game where it was a
force them
heal
down a
off.
whole nother layer that set their focus onto 20 and Echo as well. They're building up step by step,
So
taking a lot of
good.
focus from Peterbot
Yeah,
and
so
Foyo.
let's team
Golden
play.
Rapid may not have won.
Why
a game
would
this
you
weekend, but they've
coin
been
that?
playing
Rapid down.
very well.
You only
Because
have-
as I'm
you
about
only
to
have
two of
celebrate
those.
Carrying
their key
the
positioning, they get rolled
torch
up on
from
right
here.
behind.
Two of those.
Meanwhile, Curve
And when
Cold
you
still
guys
up.
tell me
doing the
this?
same thing they did before.
I-
Play deep
Rapid's
side
down.
of the storm, come bouncing
didn't.
way on in
I did.
with the flowberry miss to
didn't.
just
I don't
support
think
them here for the high ground take. But Benno's got to be
did not
careful.
tell me.
Cold's still alive on 30 health.
It seems like they've conceded.
He's
to
getting
give
full
away the high
pressured,
ground,
but getting a
and
little
it
bit
is
of shield
theirs
here.
now. Veno and
So,
Curve here,
if
Jacob,
we
are
can
trying
stay
to
the kill
play
so we can get
back
that
to
siphon.
back. Folio's down
This
and
one's
out
really-
in the
Don't let
storm.
it get pudding,
It's all
because
up
they're
to
not
Peterbot to
winning.
clutch it.
Oh no!
Back in
No,
the
Cold went down in like 10th place.
with the tough competition
Peterbot at
of the
6
lobby.
HP is solo.
Takes out Cold. Their run has come to an end. Vivid was talking about if they can repeat that same game, they can close the gap. But now with first, second, and third place out of your way, this is an opportunity to do it. But Peterbot by himself,
Why would you
6
do that?
HP and a dream, finds a
people
little crevice there to hold
think
on
20's
to
still
down
alive.
below. Not
Vino-
able to get the elimination,
Vino and
but he gets
Curve.
taken out. Top
Vino and
six
Curve are gonna get 2 wins in a row.
solos running around. 3 duos still intact. Benno
Oh my
and Curve
goodness.
are still up above.
Alright, there's only
raining
40 seconds
down
left, so we
fire,
just
not
wanna
really
hold
giving
this.
anybody a chance to
And
breathe.
also,
and think
everything in
outside
here
of
is
the box, which
destructible.
Forts and Seek to take this storm
I
damage.
know.
It's
Yep.
his only
Benno and
play.
Curve are gonna
Best
get 2 wins in a
play for
row.
points.
Love what we're seeing right now. Veno coming down here. No
That is,
material,
though.
just force the play.
Like,
Maybe,
everything
maybe.
is-
We don't know. We actually don't know. We don't know. They
Here
could. They could.
comes the miss. Just give them a little
So
bit
if we
of a
don't
relief
get
here,
this
but
bug, as
Tyler
you see,
comes
we're
in
Missed that
for
shot.
a pop shot. Doesn't quite hit it.
So,
and Tyler's
we
got
win.
enough mats to actually do work here. Jacob,
Dude,
this
use
is
your
not
mats.
a safe endgame
Get up there.
by any means. It really is going to
Why
come
have
down
we
to
only
whether or not
seen one?
Tyler wants to contest them on heights
That's
or
just
jump
because
down
now
low for some
the other teams
elimination
are going for
points.
the other box the
Not
entire
just the
time.
build
They're
that
both,
I'm looking
like,
at, it's
around
that
the same
mid-lane
amount of
chaos
health.
reloader that can turn the tides of fights in the blink of an eye.
They're
But
dropping.
getting pushed by the
Oh
solo
my!
down below.
There was
Seek
there was
gets
2
the
solos. It
Why
wasn't
did I get
duos.
200
Curve and
effective
Vino
shield
gonna
and
win
80
this.
More builds to work with, but up above Curve and Vino, they're refusing to drop down low.
Tyler going up.
Give him a chance
Tyler
to
cracks.
has no
Cracks
chance to
Curve.
blow.
It's a 1v1.
On the curve.
Gets the siphon.
Trying to make dreams come
Gets
true.
a hit on Vino.
Another shot on the Venom.
Gets another hit on Vino.
Back to
Vino doesn't have
Tyler.
mats.
He just needs the one chance.
Vino doesn't have
He's already
mats.
down. He's by himself. 1v1.
Oh my goodness! It's another solo
what
clutch.
a
Tyler
clutch.
solo clutches against Vino and Curve.
You know what? That might have been his
That was
biggest
so
play of
peak.
his career, and he
That was
definitely deserves it. There's one thing you cannot deny: a professional player with
We
build
made it
is
to second
dangerous
round.
no matter who you
Man.
are. Well played
Sorry.
to Tyler and Chance there. What an
GGs.
exceptional game number 8 there we just saw, Jacob.
That was great. That was
Tyler
awesome.
needs a chance, but his duos need a
I
chance.
thought
He's
for sure
down.
Ty,
We got that
Curve and
second
Vino had had that
opportunity,
shit.
He ran away with it.
What,
See?
AJ?
How long
Are
will
you
this
not
take
excited?
until the
They
other
have
group-
7 seconds left because they went into overtime.
And here's Zeke.
Because they plugged one in
I'm
time
sitting
right
there,
now, so it's just
wow.
finishing.
Tyler's walking around
So
taking
they
shots.
just
I'm like,
finished.
oh, myself, you know. Get out of the way, you know.
I'm guessing the P90s and
You know, it's one of those
that,
situations.
Holy, they're good at the
where you're
game.
like,
Not as
dude,
good as you.
this is
I'm
curved
pretty
out,
sure
right?
they're
Like,
better
we're
than
about to
me,
see
bro.
the back-to-back
No,
day
they're
2
not.
grands. And
Holy
then
glaze.
the moment we pop over to Tyler, and
Yeah,
you just
holy
look at his build,
glaze.
you're
I
like, this
know.
Y'all are
guy's
fucking
90
toxic.
build.
Shut up.
no.
Like,
What?
GG, just kidding, it's all
Yeah.
fun. Like, Kelly, and then just to hit
If
Do
you
you
those
think
shots.
we'll win?
To hit those shots in like in a 1v2.
Me?
in a
Aviv is
grand
Do I
definitely-
think
lobby.
you win?
Oh my gosh. Oh
Why?
my
No.
gosh.
I know no one wants to be stuck in the low ground
No,
when there's
talking
so
about
much
Robust.
chaos
Robust,
going
you think
on,
we'll
but
win?
having 90
That's
builds
really
in the
hard to
final
tell.
moment
It's really
right there
hard to
where there
tell.
was literally only 3
If
other
I
players
switch my gun, I
alive
don't like
just
this gun
goes
at
to
all.
show that maybe
So,
getting those refreshes
if
can be
you
so
have
beneficial
a gun
because
in
you
your
just
Damn
stay
it.
reserve,
so
you can
stocked-
switch your
you
gun.
stay so stocked
No,
up.
my
But
reserve
man,
is a
Tyler there,
sniper.
he played that low ground so well.
So you
and
can
then
switch your
not
gun.
to the detriment of Vino and Kurt. They played high.
Usually we would
Tyler
want to
looks like
go
a
Here on
one
Cash is
light,
talking
one
about it.
medium,
They
and
don't
one
want to drop
heavy.
down. They don't want to give them that chance. So that gives you that kind of understanding that
Whatever.
Vino and Kurt were
Yeah,
aware
it's
of
not
the
that deep.
position that Tyler was in. And look at this.
I
Even in these
believe.
moments, he didn't have any build.
Right
but
there.
getting that
Look at
refresh
that.
right there
I
is what
believe in
made the
robust
difference.
soap.
We tuned
Me and my
in.
carry.
He was in 11th zone and he had 1 build.
With that
Skippa had
M11.
1 elimination.
Yeah, with the
When's the
M11.
last time we
M11.
saw
Yeah,
anybody in any
so thermal
competition
bore is
with
not the best.
triple-digit
Just letting you know.
builds
And
in
pyro
the
isn't
final
also
zone
that good,
of the game?
but
And
they're
I mean,
both-
listen, I
Nobody told
wanted
me to
Venom
clip
and Curve to go
things
ahead and
Yeah.
win this game because the
I know,
surge
I'm
is
just
up the
telling
leaderboard.
you
Yeah, that would
now,
help
and
them
I'll,
just that
after this
much
game,
more.
we'll get you a
But as
load
soon as
up.
I saw
Game.
100+ materials, 100+ builds on Tyler, I was like, this one
I really
is
do
going to
not
be an
want to go against
absolute hassle
Why?
to take down, and he absolutely
I don't know,
proved
they look
it. Shout out
good.
to Venom, though, because even
Nah, they
with the
don't.
odds stacked against
Trust.
sub, took him down to 3 HP. It was close.
It was,
I also need to
man.
switch some of my
I cannot
settings.
believe how much day 2 is
Oh, yeah.
delivering. 208
Also, you
points,
get money from like
and now
everything. You
we
get
are
money from
looking to
kills, you get
cement
money from
ourselves
opening the
in
vault.
that
Laid
top
waste to these
13.
poor people's
Shout-outs
village. Will you give them
to
shelter?
Tyler
Over
and
there?
Chance. Okay, we're gonna go to a break.
Yeah,
When
sure,
we
I don't
return,
care.
again,
It's a
we've gotta take a
repeater,
look at these standings.
maybe?
How are things developing?
Bro, I can't
More
level
after
this
break.
shit.
Almost
Stay
dead.
tuned.
Right here on us. It's a sword. Watch out. Don't let me
wow.
ghost you.
Hello?
Back up a little if you can. The sword's pushing
Oh,
you.
I can level up my barracks. Nice.
That was awesome. Do I use my thing?
No. Never on the first fight here. Yo, I'm lagging.
My bad.
No, you're good.
I was just saying what my thing said. BP13's about to die. Oh, this is so peak. Yo, I'm stuck.
Did you coin? Or did he res?
Yeah. You know it. Yeah.
In here on me, in here on
What
me.
is
Ah.
that?
You know how heavy this shit is.
The fuck is this?
Cheesecake.
The fuck?
Gonna end up looking like fucking vaccinated.
You're gonna
AJ,
look
look
like
at that guy.
fucking
Right
Shrek.
there, right there. On two, on two. Okay.
Is that the Lamborghini I gave you? No. That is.
Okay, what is that, bro?
Where did I?
He went over
Where the
too.
fuck
Damn
did
it.
I just throw him?
No, he's pulling because he knew you weren't able enough to res him. Alright.
Yo,
Let's
go
go.
see, bro. We need to get the
That's
shit
20.
back.
Let's go. Back up.
He's one. He's one. He's one. I'm looking moving with the sniper, bro.
Oh, I thought you meant the medium.
Oh, I'm so glad I got 20 there. Oh my.
Watch out for the repeater. Man, dude.
I just got your fucking sword.
Are you serious, bro?
Sorry, why are we fighting?
And I don't know
Why
how
are
to
we
feel
fighting
about it.
purple?
You're not used to losing.
What?
Like,
Getting
our
beaten.
teammate died to
Not
purple.
like this.
Our teammate is a
These
fucking
players are
retard.
just
That's what
so
happened.
locked in.
Could it be the milk?
Danger here. Let's attack Cash OB. Danger here. We were on B, you fucking retard.
Yeah, he was the only one not on B.
Nice. 100.
Stay there.
Heavy's half.
Where did I just die?
It should highlight him.
Nice.
Oh, that guy
It's he's stealing.
He's on roof. He's on roof. Watch roof.
Oh man! Wait till you guys see the standings. First off, in case you missed it,
Never mind, he's
welcome
not on
back
there
to the
anymore.
FNCS. It
One
is
of them's
a
dead.
great day to be watching Fortnite.
Damn it.
We just watched an incredible game, but Curve and Benno
I just
almost got
blew us both up.
another
but-
battle royale.
Who the
Second
fuck is
place,
listening to Michael
9
Jackson
Elam.
copyrighting
I
my
told
stream?
you we'd have to look at these standings,
Damn.
right? Because
What?
I'm telling you, game to game,
What?
it
Nobody's
feels
listening
like,
to Michael
Ethan
Jackson.
was.
It
now.
feels like I have no sense of
Ethan
stability.
was.
Kelly.
I
It feels
heard
like
Michael
every time I
Jackson.
have a semblance of like,
Bro.
this must be the way this is going,
Ethan,
right?
bro.
Is that
Because
new
the
for
Stop,
standings
mute
side-
that
You're gonna
mic
be in
while
called.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want to be a
I feel
bitch like that, but
instability
like,
is part of your
can we
lifestyle,
just, like,
Zeke. I don't think that's
try
anything
to-
new
and I'm
whatsoever.
live,
but
just
for
kinda
the
look out
FNCS
for that.
broadcast,
Try to
seeing
look
our
out for me.
leaderboard shake up this
Why
much,
are our
maybe
teammates
a
horrible
little
on
bit
this
new.
deal?
I definitely thought the leaderboard was going to be ready. There we go.
I'm
Okay,
switching
Vivian,
back.
take it away.
Curve and Venno
Ooh, they wanna die.
started the day in
Yeah,
10th place.
Oh,
I talked
Cold-
about it. They
Cold's
were
still in first.
113 points
We're
behind
third
halftime,
first
over,
but we're-
just
After
about
just
30
2
points
games,
ahead of
they're
second
now
place.
27
Alright,
Curve
they're
and
still
Venno,
possible.
oh my
behind
goodness.
first
Curve and Venno got to
place,
second. They
and
were
that
just in
Elam
9th.
column, it just keeps getting crazier. Zeke, you talked about it. It was
Oh
at
my,
40, now
that's a
it's at
crazy.
49.
That's crazy.
I am just shocked.
They started
you know,
today in like
I-
14th, by the way,
Something
and now
that
they're in
Kelly
second.
said at the start of like yesterday, right? When we kind of like were hinting at this extra point, right?
What the
Again, it's like
fuck?
1 point really
Those things
doesn't
have a
sound
timer
like
on
a
them?
lot, but when you put it in the
If you
hands
hit 'em,
of
yeah.
like a Curve and Venno, who
I didn't.
want to get aggressive,
I was
they
just
want to
holding
get in
it.
these boxes, they want to take these fights. I mean, look at how
So
it's
that nigga-
paying off. We
Teleported.
but just after 2 games,
I
we
got just
started the
teleported.
day, Kelly, in 10th. We are now
BP
second.
13's about to die.
And it's not even like they're just kind of running on the low ground getting these eliminations. No, they're
Boston
also making
Pizza
sure that they're stealing
13
height, checking high
is
ground,
dead.
making sure that they're taking away other opportunities from other teams. So it's not, again, what are they doing right, but what are they taking away from everyone else? And Curve and Venno are doing a great job with those sneaky heights. I'd love to
I'm
see
gonna use my
Ford
coin.
do, and to
No,
see them
don't.
use that
I
strategy
wiped
them.
to be able to even just punish
No,
height.
bro.
Obviously, coming into
Don't
this
coin
final
unless I
moment,
tell you
the
to,
1v2
okay?
against Chance.
I would
solo wipe
Probably
pink
not
again.
the
No, it's
position
fine.
that Venno wanted to be in right now, but regardless of
I'm
that,
not sure what
they
that
are
did,
pushing
but-
themselves up the leaderboard
That's
right
a
now.
healing
And
ball.
you know, I'm looking at EU.
I'm not
trying to
most
move you, I'm just saying,
eliminations
like-
we saw out of a team coming
Well,
from
you
Europe
gotta like
was
tell me
Sky and
these
Scroll with
things. I don't know.
57
Happy shit I'm doing
eliminations.
this.
And look
Okay,
to see,
Peterbot
59
pulled
for Curve
way
and Venno.
ahead.
And considering the
Okay,
game
not way
performance
ahead.
they had yesterday,
They pulled ahead of
that they're
Clicks and
having
Higgs.
today,
Higgs are in
I
9th,
wonder if
Peterbot
they're
and
gonna end
Poyo
up
are in
with
5th.
more elims than them.
Gotta say,
Damn,
Zeke, what a
bro.
weird lobby that
This
was.
is my-
with,
this
the
is
high
my-
ground, like, at
this
one
is
point
my
there's just,
tournament.
Nobody up
that-
there, and all of
Nah.
a sudden, Peterbot and Poyo are kind of going for
It
it.
isn't.
And then when Curve and Venno went for it, there was nobody up there as well. Like Peterbot and Poyo had to fall down and did that huge
Nice.
overdrive grenade again,
It's a
right where
different
they're all
team
the way
here.
up in the sky. And I was looking up and I was like, oh my gosh, look, is that a bird? It's a plane. No, it's the
I just got
plane
the
that
fucking
brought
sword again.
Venno over from EU to NA all the way up there, man. That's how high they're getting for some of these
All right,
height
just-
retakes. I mean, it's incredible. Game 7, Game 8, it went the exact same way. They took height at the exact same time. And
I
like
glitched off the
mentioned,
edge.
man,
I was
Game
not.
7, they look like a different duo. Game 8, they repeated it. 4 more games. These guys look like they're gonna win this thing.
Oh
Your
man,
gun's
guys,
cool.
we can't forget, right? Cold and Rapid, look at them up there right now. Of course,
Yo, what's up, Gage?
not a ton of points
What's good? How's the
ahead,
stream
but
going?
What strikes
Pretty
me,
good,
as
pretty good.
crazy as Cold and
Crazy
Rapid,
games so far,
this
crazy
last
end
game,
games
they hit it
in
tenth place with
FNCS.
4 elims. They have only
Fuck yeah.
had
Lagging so
one
terribly.
game outside
The
of
funniest
top
thing
ten.
I'm
happened.
gambling right
Only
now,
one game,
waiting
and
for
that
game
was at
9.
26-1. That we
Dude,
called it,
I
quote-unquote,
got
I just
mistake, right?
lost,
The little-
dude.
the blunder that kind
Before
of
I
cost
could
them
watch
all
your
of these
stream.
additional
What?
points. But even in
I
these
had 3
situations where
ads
they're
before I
finding
could watch your
themselves in
stream.
shambles
Ad
situations,
revenue.
where
Yeah,
they're pulling off
but they
10
were
places
they were the
at top 10
unskippable
with
short
4
ones though.
elims.
They were short.
That's
Right?
scary stuff, Kelly.
No.
Yeah, and that is
They were really-
exactly
Long
what
one.
Cold and Rapid are
Oh.
doing so well. Is that even though they're not
Maybe I-
like,
Moving up
even
in
if
the
they
world.
don't get their
Oh,
pop-off
yeah,
game,
thanks,
they're
man.
still
Hey,
making sure
did you
that
like
they
Big
make
ad.
it to the very final
pretty
moment,
I do,
with
it's
those
pretty cool.
placement points. And then when they do have everything
Thanks,
right,
pimp.
that's when they pull off the pop-off game. So I'd love to see another
Who's
game
that
like
dude?
that coming out of them.
That's a healing
Polar
gun.
Rapid, they keep trying to
missed
build some sort of
everything, so I
elite,
didn't
but
do
teams,
much.
they just keep keeping themselves close. They're like, what the heck? Where did Curve and Veno come from? I thought we were fine. Red Acre
Alright,
Bulls
so
are
we
doing a
got
little
this.
bit
Now we're in
worse today.
second. So as
Oh,
long
man,
as
these guys gotta be
we should
sweating,
go
but
to
they're
5
Coolcom collected.
and make sure
4
they
games
don't
left
put
to
it
go.
in.
Hopefully they can hold on.
He
Oh,
can
Damn.
put it in.
game number 9. Only 4 left.
No, but if they
before we
put it in,
conclude the grand finals.
then we have a
Casters,
chance of losing.
We're gonna send it your way to prepare us for game number 9.
But if we're second, doesn't that mean that we get a still?
I'm glad you guys
Yeah,
have
we
a
still
little
make-
moment to breathe
Yeah,
and
that's
relax
why.
there. One thing's for
Yo,
certain,
he's
Jacob,
going, he's
2
going,
games
he's going,
can
he's going.
change so
Nope.
much of the dynamic right now. Curve and Veno proving that every team that is due for a pop-off will have it.
He's on the other
Go
one.
back to back like that. So impressive.
He's half.
It's definitely going to be tough, but one
Alright,
thing
I'll
that
chase him
I've
down.
learned from Fortnite,
Yes.
heard from Fortnite over the years,
Oh,
high
I'm so
ground,
dead.
They might win games,
Me too.
but low ground tends to win championships.
Wait,
and I'm not
purple
sure
doesn't go.
if
Yeah,
Cold
purple
and
doesn't go. I
Rapid
think it-
on high
Just
ground
don't die.
once
Do not. Oh wait, no, it's
out
not
this
ranked.
week.
You're good
I'm
to
not
die
sure
if you
how
want.
much that would change, but the next game is ready, so let's jump right into the
Alright,
action.
top 2. Sorry about this.
No.
Ethan.
What?
We're in top 2.
Major 1 Finals Game 9 begins here and
I went 0-6
now,
there.
you're just
That's how
tuning
you
in.
know I'm
You've
the
missed
shit.
quite the
I went
weekend, the
12 and
ups,
5.
the downs, the emotional roller coaster we have been going
I
through
went
is all coming
0-0-6-0-0.
to an end here
God.
soon. Just 4 games ahead of us now,
It's
Jacob,
the
as we're
next
getting
round,
into the
telling
deep end. the
We're not
deep
even
water
halfway through
of
day
the
2
Fortnite
and they're saying it's
competition.
ending
Curve and Venom
soon.
just proven to us that
It's your
yesterday,
positioning.
they clearly had
Nah,
everything
it's
on
the
lock.
setting. It's
Things
the
just
setting.
Especially
didn't
as a
quite
light,
line
you
up
don't
for
want
them
to
in
take
the
these
end game.
face-on
But
fights.
today,
Well,
it
I
is starting
don't really
to
know
click.
what I'm doing.
And for Tyler and
You gotta
James,
get-
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
is a
fine.
team that's had a
Find
lot
the
to
feel
deal
of
with
the
as
game.
well. But
Yeah, you
Tyler
gotta
popping
each
off right now,
purple
really getting his
KO.
money's
Honestly,
worth. And don't forget,
for people
they
who are
haven't been
starting,
perfect
I
either,
like
but they
recommending
found themselves inside the top
either
10
medium or
off of
heavy.
that monstrous performance.
unless you're used to like
Big moments
playing
here.
that same
Kinda
play
close to the
style.
day, 4 games left. Might seem like a lot, but it definitely isn't.
Does that
Threats
make
and
sense?
Beer probably are feeling it in that last game.
Because like for heavies, you just jump in
They went down
and shoot like
relatively early
everything you have
and
at them.
fell all the way down to 15th
For mediums, you
place
just kind of
because
stand
these
behind
off-spawn
heavy and heal
contested
them.
Fights. So with Blanks
And then for
Mako,
light, you
can
kind of
see
have
they're
to like
trying to make a last-ditch effort towards
it's
the
like
top
you
of
gotta
the
go for certain
leaderboard.
angles and
Threats
stuff.
Beer, they're right there. So we talk
And
about
if you're like
mind
if you
games.
play
What
it like
does
a
that do
heavy,
to a
it's
team like
not gonna
Threats and
go
Beer?
well.
Do you play
And that's
aggressive?
kinda what
Do
you've
you
been
try
doing.
to go ahead and disengage,
I'll learn
split the
eventually.
drop? I think there's a lot of decisions
Yeah.
to be made for Threats and
Just-
Beer, and
just
there's not a lot of time to make those decisions.
Yeah, last game
all
they
my
almost back
movement
for
buttons,
5
bro. I
minutes.
feel like a
5
bum.
minutes means they fell in 41st place.
You
They
look
were
like
on
it, too.
track to remain in
You know what? I hope you get
qualification
raped by
range.
an
Of
otter.
course, for that land spot, the prestigious
streaming,
land
you
spots
can't say
that are
that.
available. And now they slipped down to 15.
an
So that
animal.
20-point gap that you talked about, I mean,
That
that
looks
was
like a
given and then
ferret.
some. Now it's an uphill battle for them to find their way back into the race. Well,
Yo,
Peterbot on
My
the other
grappling
side.
like not want to grapple
No.
or what?
We're trying to figure out what's going on with this team here. They've had, overall, if you just look at the overall performances, pretty good. However, the best of the best, right? Those that are up at the very top.
One heavy dead, one
are
heavy dead.
just outpacing
Team is
them
gonna
by
get the
a
res.
significant margin as far as overall consistency. So
Just keep annoying
will
them.
Peterbot
Don't
and
let them
Foryou
get the
their
don't let them
moment
press their teammate.
to finally win a game is the question.
Yeah, especially
Yeah, they're all
kinda
holding
look
on.
at some
Alright.
of these teams at the top of the leaderboard and their
So,
overall match history, and you kind of look
worst
at it from
placement
was
anybody
26.
else, you're like,
I
man,
pulled
that's a
banana.
good match history. But for the teams like Peterbot and Foyo, for the teams like this Clicks and Higgs, when you start
kills,
off the
9
first
kills,
3
8
games
kills,
with Clicks
8
and Higgs
kills.
with victory royales,
7,
it
5.
kind of sets the tone and the pages
Yo,
for
what-
the rest of the
what am I
tournament.
stuck
These guys
on?
are
Then things
placement.
don't necessarily
These guys are
go
kills.
your way. With one of the best POIs, they got 4 games left. I think anything
I mean,
is
Cold and
possible,
Rapid are really pulling
especially
ahead
since
as
the last
first
couple games
place.
to start the day, and
Bruh.
they're head on straight. They're
Okay.
still staying to their plan, going
Be a
for
major
high ground
upset
when
if
they
one of
can.
these
It's just
3
unfortunate. I think
teams
more and more
here,
teams
or
are
2
ready to
teams
make the
here
risk with
pulled
everything
ahead
on
of
the line
them.
today.
For me, I still
I'd
can't be the
say
only one who's wondering why
They picked
in
it
the
up.
world
all
They
these
picked it up.
teams
teams
right
Going
here,
to be-
Curve,
Dominion,
going to
Venom,
be-
Ager's Ritual,
Rapid, who
Acre
are
Bolts,
clearly
Peterbot,
playing
Polio, Visuals, and
as
Braids.
a
They could
cut
all
of the
pull
rest of
ahead
the
of them
competition right now.
somehow.
So
If
we'll
there
keep
was a
eyes on
major
this. This is
upset.
obviously one of the stronger draw spots
No, I'll
teams tend to
click on
rotate
this.
into
To
for metal.
6th place.
Let's get
Definitely have
here
this.
some action.
Clicks and Higgs
Notice
gotta
the
get way
Neo
more
holding
kills.
down the
Just
Sanctuary
like
once
I
again,
don't
finding
understand
nice
what
little
Going up on the
they
roof.
gotta
there.
get so many, like
Meanwhile,
way more
Tyler and
kills per
Chance survived
match.
the
Use
Boulevard.
rebar.
Looks like Curve and Veno have not decided to push down south towards his team, and instead they end up disengaging and out towards the
Well,
southern
I
edge of
may
the
or may
map.
not have rushed in there with a bomb.
This is something we saw Tyler and Chance do in that last game. They landed the
I
south
didn't know I
side
was
of
rebuy.
Battlewood. Sometimes it can be a little contested, so they immediately go towards the south and try
That's
to cut
my
off
bad.
the loop path of
Yo,
any
Luke.
of these
Yeah.
teams
Oh fuck,
that are on
yo.
this portion of
Go
the map.
check
Gonna be
my
plenty of
Discord
opportunity
profile
depending on
now.
what your
Hopefully it's
timing is, but
changed.
it seems like Tyler
Okay.
and Chance barely missed
smells
that window.
save.
Players gonna go ahead and rotate around for
Give me a
free.
second.
Aviv
There we
and
go.
King, though,
There
another
should
team.
be.
Aviv, you're talking about solo clutch,
Nah,
big impact
bro.
points. Aviv was one of those players.
Yo,
on the
Tommy's
top
got
of the
like that
leaderboard, and
80s
taking the
haircut right
fact,
now.
Like the eval finals
know,
right
dude.
before FNCS
Do I
started.
use it?
They were the only team to
Yeah,
win
yeah.
2 different
80s
games,
rockstar
so they have
haircut
the
over there.
blueprint. Just unfortunately, we really haven't
Dude,
seen the
he's licking
success
brownie
that
batter
we
off
hope
the
for
spatula.
from a team like this.
You're a fucking spatula.
Kind of seeing if they can
I
really
wish.
bounce back in today's tournament. I think there's plenty of
Why,
time
so
and
women can lick
opportunity.
you?
They're at
That'll never
174
happen.
points though, about 80 points down away
Dude.
from that top 13 window.
Curve and
Yeah,
Veno,
it
the
looks like
lurk
every other
masters.
game they're making somewhat of a
Whoa,
semblance
whoa,
towards the
whoa.
end
Just wait
game,
for us to
but
come.
not
Just sit
quite
there and wait.
being able to push the boulder past peak of the mountain there, get that momentum going. But
They are
Veno and
100%
Curve
gonna see you.
actually fine. You're trying to set up.
No.
No thought he was spotted out. Magma's had no idea that he's actually approaching this close here.
He
I
was
don't know
so
if he's gonna go
clueless
for
to
the
it,
high
I
ground
didn't
player or the
see.
low ground ones. Gmos is exposed as well.
I think they
I
might
almost
just go
got
for a
it
straight
off,
chop,
too.
but Magma's dropping down
Shot
low,
it.
so he's probably gonna wait for the
Yeah,
window to
honestly,
open.
just
He
wait
go ahead and
for it.
disengage
Yeah.
out. G-Money gets spotted out on the other side.
Yo!
Don't take your pick.
These
at
guys are
this
crazy
point.
lurkers.
They're
Oh my
ready to go
goodness!
all in, boxes up one, slides into the box onto Magma. Now they're gonna go ahead and take down G-Money.
Quick, quick,
With
yo,
the
that's crazy.
eliminations, Venom and Curve, they're not slowing down.
And
They
I think
are
the veteran
slowing
enough
down.
times
The
to know
lurk is
exactly what his
crazy.
thought process there, right? Put the
I mean,
pressure
like,
down on the
it's
other
like
opponent. The
they're
other
not
one's gonna
slowing
get
down, but they
risky.
are
He
because they're
plays the
just
switch,
lurking on
reverse
everybody
card,
and
lays
getting
on
the
a box,
kills.
him up before he even
Yo,
recognizes
so
he's
long.
actually the
Kills.
one that's the target.
That's
Veno
blocked by
is
that guy.
just playing
Who?
different
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, yo,
And
what's up,
again,
Robbie?
This is no different
How you
than
guys
what we
doing?
saw yesterday.
Pretty good.
Hi, Robbie.
They have been overly
Feeling any
successful
better?
in the early game. And
Yeah.
now that they're
I
finding
still
the
kind of feel
end game
nasally, but
kind of
it's alright.
formula, right? The solution to their problems.
But
That's why
are
they've
you
been able to
using
close
Well,
your
the
yesterday
gap
I can tell you what
so
happened with
fast.
the forest,
we're
like where
waiting
we're
for him
at.
to die, basically.
Oh sure, yeah.
Basically,
didn't you have a coin?
we made a base, and then we realized, and then my brother found a better spot for a base, so we left that one, and went to the new base. So we have 2 bases now, but one main, one like kind of side piece.
We've never been back to the old.
No, we haven't yet. But we explored a cave,
We moved out at this
and then Robust had to leave, so we explored a cave, got a chainsaw. We got the chainsaw.
Oh yeah.
So we could take you down there
Kind of build that confidence back up.
again, so you can get the chainsaw. Like,
Got tagged back in exchange there
found
a
the
few
boat,
times,
got
so
some
just give away
lore.
Some of that damage that they're
there's like a
Yo,
sailboat in
dude,
the
that
ocean.
game is
Yo,
so
our teammates
fun.
aim is fucking
And then
Cooper's
in the
lost,
end
like,
of the
it's not
gameplay,
fair.
we
Real
made a
last one, right?
catapult
So
and
there
started
is some-
shooting each other with it.
Yeah.
So
But
pretty productive
realize
day,
that
I'm not gonna
he
lie.
needs to die for us to
Yeah.
actually do anything.
Nice.
It's just kinda
In
sneak out,
that
find
game,
another
you
player
guys
here,
need to
look
grab
at the
turtle
box.
shells and make a
Cleaning things
fucking
up
massive
here.
ramp,
Visuals Brains finds
and then
themselves
ride
under
the
some
turtle shells
serious
down it.
Just find a big ass
pressure
hill, climb up one of the mountains.
Now I was gonna mention normally
No,
by
dude,
now
you
they're
gotta
already
make a ramp.
situated in
It's
a
so much
monster
faster.
surge base.
Yo, does he want to die so
Quite
we can
gotten to
actually
do that just
do
yet.
something?
Oh yeah,
Metal
there's this
though.
bug where you're pushing the wood cart. If you go over a rock, you go flying in the air.
I'm not sure if they
Did
heard
that
the
a couple
noise
times.
from Blake and Preston. Maybe a
One's on
reboot, not
roof.
sure.
Went
but
up
they
like
see
50 meters into
Preston
the air
by
for some
himself.
reason.
I'm looking at the
Two here.
minimap. I don't see Blake anywhere in
Damn.
sight. Gotta imagine he's either gone or outside of the lobby. So Preston on the clock, inside of the zone. It's only gonna be a 1 tick here, but they are tracing him down. He gets the patch up, which is
Alright,
huge.
so
Back
after
to back
the
50
in the
HP
final
being
round,
regenerated. No
there's
time
2
to pop the
cash
shield
outs,
though.
and
So he
whoever
finds
is
himself
the
a
well,
good
there's
amount of
technically
time. The
3,
longer
and
they stay in
whoever
the
is the
zone,
first
if
to get
Agent and
2.
Ritual don't heal up, they could be 1 shot away, but they sneak the shot through in yet again, and the numbers advantage work in their favor. Aegis and Ritual solidified their 2nd elimination
Okay.
here.
Damage, my
My
guy.
only question, Monster, is how much damage they
damaged all
took
of them.
overall chasing that one down.
Yeah, definitely wasn't the cleanest fight. SU Dozer.
There might not be
Acorn and
double
Bolts right now
points
in the
though.
Edge of Storm
I don't know
down
if
there.
there are
God.
double points.
Dozer SU looking to
Oh yeah, I never got to ask
rotate
what
out
was the
right now.
server
Little
for.
do they know though. Seems like
This-
there might be a duo
this
here
one?
watching.
Yeah.
This one has
little
been here,
angle. It's
been
actually
around for
Raven
like
and
4 years.
CDZ who have a bit of a choke point
damn.
here down in the low
The other one is
Acorn and
because
Bolt's
we
hold
kicked
strong. They
Kata.
want to maintain
bases,
position here in the bush.
kinda
CDZ had no
disrespected
idea
somebody.
they were there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
who was
get a couple
that?
attacks.
I don't know.
They go.
Gio told me a little bit
Rotation
about
here, great
the
corner
drama.
balls, putting them much ahead of the curve.
What's
But one
happening?
thing I noticed, kind of looking at that
I don't
leaderboard,
even
you got
care
Cold and
that we got
Rapid
knocked
first,
out.
Benno and Curve in
Fucking
second
yeah, that
place.
Yeah, it wasn't the funnest
Which is thinking both
experience, but I
great
tried
teams, right? But remember the
mediating it the
reason
best I
why
could.
Benno came
We
from
still wanna
EU
play
to
lethal
play
with
out
Kata, it's
NA
just
in the first place.
We
It was to
two
play
other
with
people
Cold.
couldn't be
They
in
had a
the
bunch
wanna
of
be in the
lackluster
server when Kata was
performances,
in
I
which
think I would
caused
much
them
rather
to
use an
split
AR than
different
that
ways.
shit
Those
At
guys
one
were my
point, you saw the
buddies.
Peter Bot and Poyo
Huh?
split up. Benno was going to play with
the
Peter,
first
but then he
SMG
went
that I
with
was using,
Curve.
that
Cold
shit's
was like, I'm
ass.
going with Rapid. They already qualified for the
Yeah,
Reload
it's-
Elite Series finals,
That's
so they
pretty
already had
bad.
that chemistry.
Luke, are
I
you
think the
streaming
community
right
saw
now?
that one
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
from
I'm
a mile away.
watching
So it's
FNCS.
interesting to see two
Oh,
teammates
okay.
who broke up
I need
now
to
Hold on,
fighting
bro.
for first and second place on the leaderboard.
Or no,
That's
Ethan.
right, Diminish has that land experience as
Ethan
well,
left.
right? So bringing something
Wait, no,
totally new to
Ethan
this
is-
team here.
Yo, whole Bucky's still alive. Let's go.
Okay.
You know, do what they're doing and
I really
stay on
think you should
track
try
to
heavy
make it to
though,
land.
AJ. I
That's
think
gonna
it would.
pay off.
I think you'd like it.
for
I
sure.
think it'd be better
Where
for the way you
Bucky?
play.
Heavy.
Yeah.
His positioning here from
Do you-
Bucky and
do you know how to
Zen
switch?
underneath the bases
I
and
do.
always in
I'm
the,
looking
Bucky's
at it
in,
right
Bucky's in. 32nd place. They were in
Nice shield,
35th,
I like
so
it.
they're going up.
Take too much damage.
104 points.
Kind of makes it a little bit easier to rotate without
27,
shockwave being a high distance away to take damage.
Best place at the minute was 6.
But they're not going to get as
Not
much
bad.
opportunity to get served. Team above is going to get first strike at that, and by the time they can even open up their walls,
Hello,
try to get their
rocket
own shots to
launcher.
connect.
They have to get to 30th
Yeah.
to go up in. Whoa.
Oh, that's
What
my little
happened?
brother.
I'm gonna use the rocket launcher, the M3.
Did we just-
See,
Okay,
the
we're
zone
good, we're
not
good, we're
too
good.
far away from Dark Dominion at the current time. Cold and Rapid position up above.
Clip.
And honestly, there's no real reason for Cold and Rapid to stray away from their strategy. You know, you
Hell
don't
yeah.
fix what isn't
gotta
broken.
get to
If their
30th
worst
to go up in
placing is going to be a
earnings.
26
Damn,
and
this
kind of
guy
an
big as
outlier
fuck.
game, and after that,
Gotta
it's
get
How
to
many more games do you
13th
have?
to get some
Honestly,
good earning.
you'd be
Like
Or Ethan, you might be
crazy
muted.
to switch things up for no reason.
And then they go to the land
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
what I'm thinking, you know. Should we be upset if Venom
look
flies in from EU and then wins an FNCS here?
Let's
man?
win
You
these
know, now we
guys.
got to start like asking these types
I
of
don't know,
questions
man.
here. I don't know how to feel about it.
Don't know if it'll
It's
fit,
getting pretty contentious up at the
but
top.
dude, it's a $1.40.
It's definitely going to help his case. 'Cause you know
Shut
how
the
he
fuck up,
feels about the comparison for
Hey,
EU
shut up,
to
man.
NA, and he's just right
I'm
there.
like,
Honestly, less than
Fucking
20
guy.
points
Internet.
away at this
AR.
current
About
time.
it.
Closing the gap as the game does go
Boo.
on. See Reet and Cooper on the distance, trying to make up for that last
Where's
game.
Reed?
You like my gun,
See
bro?
them kind of waiting, biding
Oh,
their
yeah.
time, and this is where a
That
lot of
one is
teams,
kinda
you
hard
know,
to
if you
use,
look at the
though.
strategy from
Cooper.
Clicks and
Never
Higgs.
mind,
You're
I'm
asking
using
the
the
question, how did
Akimbo.
Higgs go
Cooper.
down?
Oh, they're in
You know,
Those
it's
are
a
all
natural
hard to
They
situation
qual
like
for the
this,
land.
coming in, using the
If they-
wonky
That's
pretty
wheel,
good,
and a lot of
though.
these
The
teams,
M60,
just like,
that's pretty
you know,
easy to use.
Reet and Cooper,
Reet,
Cold and
Shaq
Rapid
is also
are
pretty
positioned
good.
high up in
Lewis
their
gun,
surge tower
Carillion,
bases, so you're not going to be
Chance.
You
out
can also
of
change
render
the
distance
scopes on
as
your
you
guns,
think.
by the way.
I can.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
eyes
you
on
just,
the boxes, right? Like, already
When you're hovering
Bad.
over, you hit
for
customize.
I figured
teams that
it.
are positioned up in these bases do tend
Damn,
to
they
wait
got a
things
10
out,
kill
try to
win.
look for opportunity for those
You're a
that are gonna
10 kill win,
rotate,
bro.
pass.
Clicks, Muzz,
Damn, this is game
diminished.
number 9.
Raids, Poyo,
12, 2-day format
Oh,
here,
Jake
always
Horn.
keeping us on our
Ritual
toes.
Agers.
Oh, wait,
Things are
no.
starting to heat up. The 50-50 zone's gonna pop, and it's coming up this
It was
way.
Gauge
You know, and this
the
is kind of risky, right? Like, you know, Jacob, we talked about teams that
It's a
kind
crack.
of play deep into the storm right here, and then the zone pulls your
Good
weight, and you just
surge.
stay here, right? And you kind of tank all of this storm. Now, what you're doing is you're opening yourself up to potential sickness, but also, obviously, it's going to cost you a lot of heals.
Yeah, a lot of your
Storm
resources.
even
That's kind of
moving
the
yet?
give and take of a game like this.
10
We talk
seconds
about a
till it
similar
moves.
scenario when
Flamethrower.
somebody's getting struck
just
down
sitting in
by
storm.
Storm
Yeah.
Surge. Do you out
Pretty
heal it?
decent.
Do
I
you
mean,
try to
it's
get
smart,
eliminations?
but doesn't look like
So
they have
hopefully
many
with their
heals.
position here, they do pull
Maybe
zone.
it's on the bottom
Reed
of
and
their
Cooper, they're
base
gonna
or
go through
something.
their splashes, maybe some pizzas to try to maintain their position, not only on high ground, but on the north side of the map where it's going to open up. It's going to be a little bit
That's
slower
pretty
to
good,
travel
but it's
through,
a little hard to
Sphinx
use.
Storm Surge does activate
74 people remaining.
175 above the damage threshold.
30-17.
Okay, so I
So
got an
they're only peeking for
RPG-7.
small opportunities to
That's
level
good.
with the ground, so they're not going to get as much
then what else you
information
using?
from all the teams rotating in.
And
For a
then
second,
the
something literally
N60.
fell out the sky. I'm like,
M60
do
is
we have
good.
an
What
in-game
other
event happening
gadgets?
right now? What was that?
Uh,
Buzz just kind of hanging out right now. I like the spot that they're in, you know, 150 above. Not too bad. Not exactly safe. However, it can go either way. See Curve, Veno now.
Healing
already
emitter and
found
fragment.
themselves pretty content, right? They find their elimination. They
So I would
have
recommend
a big
doing
cleanup here, and they haven't
I
quite
do
the surge base and have turned it into.
I do
their own
mesh shield,
strategy.
yeah, M60,
No, they're just out of
zones.
zone.
RPG. Then I do.
I'm gonna change my settings right now.
I'll do
see a shot at.
Someone's
floor
waiting for them to make
and,
that move. A little bit of damage on the Curve, but Veno goes untouched.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
C4.
Yeah, those are the risks versus the reward that I kind of look at in situations
C4
where
and
you're
dome shield,
shockwaving off
C4 and
Curve
height.
tree made this tower here. That's
You have
good.
a good bird's eye view when you're able to kind of be up here, Monster, but once you shockwave down, you kind of leave yourself open to taking the shots, just like you saw there, but they were very, very proactive in the early game. They're
I'm
able
still
to
doing
pad
my
that cushion
my
when it comes to
settings.
Clicks and
storm
Higgs
surge,
looking
so
good.
they can take minimal damage just like
Going
that.
for the
You
rotate.
see Clicks and Higgs still
That'll
rotating
be
in
good,
from
though.
Wonky Land. A little slower rotation than others. They're taking
Why
a
are you
lot of the
screaming?
focus, and this is what happens when you fall
All right,
behind
Ethan,
the
you
rest
here?
of the
You
pack.
ready?
Yeah.
You're really quiet,
Wondering
Ethan.
if we
You
were
shouldn't
gonna
say
get a
too.
little update on Clicks and Pigs here.
It's
I think he's
because
mad
he
that we
copyrighted my
definitely-
stream.
Coming up
He's
short
sad
from
that I
what
won't
we
make any money.
expected. Hard to live up to that hot
Just
start.
restart
Look
the
at this
stream.
though.
Oh no, Slepsy.
10 wagers here, tries to go up and over.
Do not
Again,
just
in
restart
the
the stream.
process, also find themselves below.
Imagine
the
being
surge,
on
so
like
there's
height
all
and then you
types
see a
of problems
body
to
just
deal
fly
with.
by you.
Meanwhile, Veno takes full
Just
advantage.
ragdoll.
They get the
Restart the
refresh
stream,
that they
bro.
need. They might
Yeah.
even build into the zone
Get
here
your 10
with a
cents.
monstrous metal base if they wanted to. I was gonna say
Get your
they
10
obviously
cents,
have
bro.
enough mass to do so. Let's take a look
fine.
at it. It's
Monaco.
Veno who connects there, Jacob.
Just big.
It's
damage.
on
I'm
until
sure
I upload
what
it. It's
Slipsy
still.
was
I think
thinking,
it
but I
still
saw
works
Oh,
until
yeah,
I.
look at
It's
the
still
big
on
guy.
until I
Yeah.
upload
He's
it, and
probably
then
trying to
it
drop
go,
on
like
anybody.
checks the whole
On the
stream
big
for
ones.
copyright, and then I have to like
But I did see, you know, the
clip
teammate
out,
just kind of go down right behind Paper.
edit
Who was
out
looking
in the YouTube studio
not even in that
stuff that gets
direction.
copyrighted,
Probably
and
after
then
the
it's fine.
elimination got cleaned up.
Robust,
Luke
look.
kind of made itself known. Paper looks around like, ooh, what is this? Kind of getting
Yes.
rewarded there. Cold and Rapid. See them continuously staying on these mid
They're
layers.
here on it.
They don't want to have a target on their back
Orange.
going for high ground, especially since they're already
Cold.
in for
The
a
heavy
blitz.
does
They
not
don't
look
have to
very
change
good.
up anything here.
Looking good.
313 damage.
One
Above
tap,
the
one tap.
threshold, just waiting for the next zone to pull, and more than half of
Heavy.
the lobby just got a max pull over towards Humble Hills.
That is not what one tap means.
Damn, they all
One
just
tap means I
congested.
can tap him once,
Have it,
and I
things are
put
about to
like
start
3
getting
birds.
I said
real
he's
quick.
half.
Everybody, oh my, yeah.
You said he's half? I heard
Final
The
moments of
congestion
game
guys
number
just
nine.
got max pull.
Endgame is on.
It's gonna be a hard
Surge
rotate.
is here. And Clicks and Higgs are
Go
150
frag
below
it.
right now.
Clicks and Higgs, 150
Still
below.
plenty
What the
of
heck?
room
No.
of damage to be had here, so they have to play
Oh my
aggressive into
goodness,
the box.
Higgs
They go.
goes down.
Higgs gets a monster shot.
Clicks
into the
finishes
box.
them off.
Wow.
Getting
Clicks
pressured.
does what he needs to, but no.
Clicks and
it's
Higgs
Aegis and
down
Rituals are
in
here to clean it up,
27th place.
and
Oh
they
my
take out
goodness.
some
What
of
are we
that
doing?
close-
What the heck are
They're
we doing?
gone.
Close
You can just
competition there
raise.
in Clicks and Higgs, and the runway is starting to
That is
open
an
up now.
upset.
Meanwhile, Curve and Veno, clear as day. Blue skies for the
Okay.
team over here. They have
Zen and
high
Bucky
ground
still alive.
and
Bucky
max material
really
once
low.
again. This just doesn't get
Zen
better
also
for
low,
them.
but has shields.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these were all of their bases
He's
now.
not
But
fine.
essentially,
Vino and Curve
they
on
threw
height.
from base to
Shooting
base
down
to
at Paper.
base in the last couple of
Alright,
zones to
nice.
make sure they maintain their presence up above.
Yeah,
You see him
yeah,
look
yeah.
I kinda
all
like
the way
that
Peterbot's a
down.
mod. It
solo,
has
I
better
think.
damage.
No,
Not
Peterbot
necessarily
still
the
has his
whole
teammate.
start, just to get their edge inside of the zone. Peterbot and Foyo feeling the same struggle. For a moment, one below the
Where y'all
damage
going?
Sure, guys,
threshold.
less-
They
that's
quickly
less
prop
free.
themselves
I don't
back up, 89
Oh,
above.
you.
Foyo looking toward the backside of zone, trying to get some easy damage. Peterbot
I'm
on
just
the
running
other
high-level
side of his
teams
zone.
actually struggling
Almost
with
bites off
Surge.
more than he could chew in
Some
that
of them
moment.
anyway. And
But either
only
way,
some
Foyo's able to
games,
clean
I
up at least
guess.
one elimination and continue to build up on
Every
that
other-
storm
not
surge.
every
Only
other
3
game.
players need to go down before it deactivates.
I
And
missed
as
my
they
grappling
get eliminated,
Nice kill there
so
by
do
Cold.
Cold and Rapid. There goes another one for Cold, adding
Where
to his
they at?
total.
I got
It's crazy, man. The
Shot.
amount of eliminations they managed to find.
They
in
probably
one
passed
game is
40
so
by now.
impressive, and they're in the lead, mind you, right? So this is
Alright.
really gonna give them that room to run
AJ,
away
we're gonna
with
need
it.
you to go. No, don't do that.
And you start
Okay,
looking
bro.
at players
It's
like
literally
Rap, you
faster
start
to
looking
load.
at players like Curve.
Alright,
Having
AJ,
FNCS
hold out your med shield and
championship
go
under
on
your
the
belt
zip
is
line.
one thing, but having it on NA just hits a little different too. So for some, they're
Oh,
looking to
Zen is
unify
dead.
the belts.
Damn.
For others, they're trying to put the stamp on their
They go out at like
Folks like
22nd
Curve,
place.
talk about
Left side, left side.
It's not a bad
really
placement for how they were
showcasing
been
great
doing this
now
whole
of the
match,
new
this
era.
whole tournament.
First, you got
Pretty
to do
average
it.
for them.
Rapid and Cold continue to play.
I got
This is
wins
so
their
much a
first
low ground
major.
front side here. Now,
I did
these
Oh.
they
one
do have
round.
low material
20
count,
still
so
alive,
they're gonna
though.
need a
Keep
big
it.
refresh.
How do you
Is
also
enough
get
still
wins?
alive?
Honestly, he doesn't. worry me just
That's
one.
my bad.
Curve finds one though. They're on 8 eliminations.
Starting to get
already,
heated.
Continuing the pressure on the lobby. Absolute destruction here on NA. And really have to take note. If
and
Venom
Peterbot
finds himself in
both
first place
pretty
when
low.
the tournament is over, he will be a
Getting
new
pressured.
2-region champion.
Poyo just
EU
got
and NA Central.
surged,
Arguably two
just
of the
got a
hardest
psych.
regions
Nothing I can
to
do.
win a
They're
healing up,
championship
not getting
on, but he's
pressured
still
at all.
got a quarter of the tournament left to play.
All right.
Tyler forced by
Anymore.
himself, loses
You're
chance.
knockout zone,
Backs
bro.
out of
First-
zone. He's getting pressured
the first
by Jack
cash
and
outs
Penn and a few
are
other
not
teams.
worth as
Everybody
much as
forced
the
to
later
rotate in.
ones.
Finds a Fizz, trying to take advantage of that, but he runs into Peterbot and Poyo on the other side of the wall. Luckily for him, it looks like Peterbot and
Cold's
Poyo
still
have
alive,
their
but
hands
Rapid's
full.
down.
They
It's a
don't even look
solo.
back, but as we tune back
Cold's
into
a
Cold,
solo.
He's by himself.
In
No
19th
extra
place, he
heals.
cannot go down
build.
here.
This is what the
There
entire
are also chances
lobby
for
needs
somebody
to
else
have a
taking
chance.
first place.
And they're only in top 20 right now, like
No,
barely
he has
holding
no,
on
he
here.
has
For
no
Cold to
builds.
fall,
He goes
the
down in
runway
17th.
really starts to become available now for
Oh,
everyone
man.
else. But look at this, Veno lost in the process.
That's
Curve
his
forced to
second
play high ground by
lowest
himself.
placement
Meanwhile, Acorn and Bolts
of this
find a
tournament.
two-set elimination now.
Poyo
Low, and jump right
Poyo
into
and Peterbot
Poyo,
finding
who
2
also has a
eliminations.
refresh of their own, and
Curve
everyone
on
is
height.
falling back into
he a
the
solo?
competition now.
Yeah, with first place gone, we got
Wait,
Curve
Curve's
by
just
himself,
on
we
height,
got Aegis Rich,
chilling.
Acorn and Bolt, even Peterbot and Poyo.
Peterbot's going for height. Max pump on Curve.
Ready to make it so.
Poyo and Peterbot take height.
Towards the top, Peterbot and Poyo, they send it up towards height, give themselves a huge advantage. And another
Crazy
4
play.
points for those eliminations, even more with the placement as it comes in. But down below, the counterpart, Aegis and
You're
Ritual
dead.
still
Last
running
one.
wild. 5 eliminations of their own. They have pizza, they have splashes, they have materials
I'm
on
head
top.
out.
They don't
Alright,
even
see you,
necessarily
Zach. You did
need
do that.
the elimination.
Thanks for
Alright,
dropping
bye.
by.
You line it
Yeah,
up,
just
they
wanna see how
will
you
not
guys are
get
doing.
down.
Yeah,
Bolts
yeah.
and Acorn here, 4 eliminations now on the low ground. Peterbot and Poyo, we already know, have
RPG, someone who's
solidified
like
their high ground position.
Kill for
Bolts
Bolts.
just continuing to do what he
Gets
does
that
best.
siphon.
That's a monstrous refresh, and he picks up everything
Well,
here. Gets the
purple
charge
here,
as well.
builds.
He's just living off
It's just
the siphon,
it's very
but no Acorn.
it's very useful.
Gets caught there by Javi in a minute.
Tyler
on your
the
left,
last
on your left, on your
Still
body.
holding on here
Oh.
as well. Somehow
He's
Oh,
finds his
no.
way into top 5.
Hey, he had 3 kills
Right there,
though.
right there.
20th place, and Tyler is
That's
just
not bad.
catching
Top
up,
5.
showing us how badly he wants it. Bolts here on the
He
low
might go
ground,
up
though.
again,
Javi in a minute
considering
here.
Cold died in
That
19th
one,
place.
that
Of course, Peterbot Poyo pressure from
Bolt's
the top.
pretty low
It's
right
not
now.
looking too good here.
Yeah, Bolts just getting pressure.
Bolts
from
goes
all
down.
angles.
Peterbot
Both
dropping
of
down
them will
on a
sandwich
Minister
him,
Zavi.
leave him alive, but there comes the drop
Peterbot
down
and
coming
Poyo
in.
might take out a
Peterbot
win.
realizing it's going over recycled builds. They can
They're
maintain
definitely
their
gonna be ahead of
presence,
Clicks-
but
Clicks and
blessing
Higgs
for them
now.
is same blessing from down
Pull
below.
away
Javi
from
and a
them.
Minish
Click,
are
they
able
got
to
nothing to
utilize
worry
that same
about in this
scenario,
rivalry.
and rightfully so. Look at their material count monster. They were almost out of mats altogether.
Alright, we could definitely
15
win that.
builds on for Peterbot.
Bro,
This is a big zone for only 2 teams to be alive. Zavi gets a big pump on Peterbot.
Angle from the side there, but he's got no
Minish
gas. Peterbot
gets knocked.
also
It's a
punished
2v1.
too. A Minish's got nothing, but Poyo's coming down and finish the job. Peterbot's already got the full conclusion there, and now Jacob, it's just looking like a 2v1.
Yeah,
Right here on me.
basically,
One,
Javi's
he's
living
one.
on borrowed time
He's
here.
a
You
good
know
RPG,
it
good
as
RPG.
well.
He
No
doesn't-
extra materials,
he has no
zone
builds.
pulling on over.
Shut that-
Yes,
okay.
he can farm up a little bit with double Thunder Burst up above the mythic AR. They're gonna melt through those builds, and that's why you see layer by layer Peterbot and Poyo dropping down. They
I was
just don't
trying
want
to
to
do
take
my
any
fucking-
big risk here because they know this
There's
one
like
is
nothing
definitely
I
in the
can do.
bag. 9 eliminations so far, and
Ethan,
if
do you have
they're
two
able
on
to clean
two,
this
right?
one up, get that elimination onto Hobby, this could be a
Yeah, it's
double
GG's.
digit
Poyo and Peterbot
Yeah,
take
yeah,
this
I get it.
victory royale. Nice.
They
If
catch
you can
fire
remember,
at
like,
the right
when we're
time.
there.
Peterbot
And
Poyo
Cold
are
went down in like
I
20th.
don't like
They
a
were
few.
due for a win.
Because
That's what
that's
we
really,
kept saying. We're
this
looking
containers
at
are
their
really bad, like,
performances. We're
fish
seeing them
recovery.
make these end games. But the biggest question that was remaining was, when are they going to get that victory out? And you know what? They couldn't have done it in a better time
on, guys.
and at a better game, right? When you have Cold and Rapid there,
Take that
Jacob
gateway.
falling early too. That right there is going to conclude game number 9 now. Peterbot and Poyo Zeke have finally done it.
Ooh, we can third party this. We just gotta go in quick.
Peterbot Poyo! Okay, okay.
Peterbot and Poyo. Hey, come on,
no,
Zeke.
Kelly, it's happening.
probably in, like,
We knew it
5th or
was gonna
4th
happen.
place.
We didn't know when. We didn't know why
Is that
or
a good
how,
goo?
but it's happening right now.
I don't know. I'm
3
not near you.
games left to
Kill him.
go. Game
Heals, heals, heals,
number
heals, heals.
9. They finally decide, you know what, Zeke? You know what? We've been quiet. We've been under the radar.
need
We've been
heals.
consistent, but
I'm
on the
healing you.
DL.
If I
You know
can
what,
live.
Zeke? We're going to make a statement. We're
I
going
threw
to
my
perfectly
healing emitter
overdrive
down.
all the way up in the height. We're going gonna shut that down, take that over, and you know what, Zeke, we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a victory royale. Kelly, they're doing it. It's
We don't
happening.
get this, but we can still wipe them.
You know, they say that there's two inevitabilities
You see
in
the guy
life.
standing up there? He's the last one.
I'm executing the thief. I'm sorry.
In the final
He just tried
game,
stealing
it
from
is
me
just
again.
Inevitable. Here Peterbot and Foryou. We've seen them do it time and time again. The narrative is
think we gotta
time and time
double
again.
this.
They're washed. It's over. Peterbot done. And then they wrap up day 1. Always still in the top 10, by the way. But day 2 is where they come to show how they do it time and time again. Peterbot doing this crazy height steal to go onto Curve, who was a solo. Poor guy had no chance when you have Peterbot and Foryou flying up the sky.
I mean, you know, there's kind of a conversation amongst us saying, yeah, you know, they've been pretty quiet this grand, and they really haven't. I mean, their best placement was a 5th place. We're used to seeing these guys just
get that box right now.
High ground convincingly.
They're gonna let us take it.
Has not happened. But that being said, they kept themselves in contention, right? Even though they weren't having these pop-up games, even though they weren't having those performances that we're used to seeing out of them. They were still in like 6th place going into that game, right? Just close enough to first place where it's like, okay,
stupid
technically
purple,
it's
bro.
possible
Let us
for them to
pluck
kind of
the
catch
box.
back up. You know, they're just always flying around, always buzzing around, and then it happens.
Like, just let
They
us
win
plug the box.
It's like we literally
you're in
brought
first
it
place,
to
let us
fruition
plug the
by
box.
speaking
You're
it
the
into
like-
existence. These guys are back.
Yo, what's up,
They win the
Stozer?
game, and I
Bro,
saw
whoever
how many
plays Rocket
points they
League,
have.
can
I
you
can't
please
wait
rank
to
up?
see the
Rank me
leaderboard
up.
after we come
I'm
back.
trying to get plat.
You stole what I was going to say.
Aw.
485
I only have 200 hours in Rocket
And you
League,
going
and this is
into
a
that Golden
Fortnite stream.
Rabbit had
So
446.
I don't know if you'll find anybody,
where
but
did they
you
end?
can obviously
Have
try.
they overtaken that #1 spot? Let's find out after this short break. Don't you go anywhere. We'll see you right after this.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe you go back.
Upgrade again. Nice. Now we have a 9x9 of each.
Unless you want to keep on
It's okay, but thank you. I'll keep trying. Good luck, bro. I appreciate that. Good luck. You got this, bro. I got plat, and I only have 200 hours. Well, I didn't get plat in 1s, though. Probably a gold player in 1s. Plat in 2s and 3s. Plat 1.
I forgot how to change the
Siege
game.
Workshop. We're going to move this. I'm going to put it there, yeah. I'm going to move
I
this.
forgot how to change my thing.
You click on contestants.
This
Right. I gotta go medium.
Can I put this over here?
And then you should probably go heal beam.
Yeah.
For at your specialization.
Storehouse over here.
And then for gadgets,
Make more dwellings.
Go defib.
Go what?
Go defibrillators.
Yep. I can use the defibrillators, jump pad.
And
Hey, did we level up? No, we didn't.
And then
Black
basically,
bang.
you just want to heal both me and Ethan whenever you can. The opposite for Ethan with like me and you.
Can I fit one more dwelling in there? No. Okay, never mind. What do dwellings even do there?
100. I got him. I'm popping a med bit.
Upgrade that.
Got 6 builds. No,
Upgrade this.
You lucky ninja.
if you're
Nice. Gotta get to level 11, chat.
Instead, you can also change your name.
I can.
Yeah, you just go social, then account.
And I don't know how to
No, he's
feel
just a lucky
about it.
ninja.
And I don't know how
You're
to
not
feel
used to
about it.
losing. Getting beaten?
Not like this.
Not like
These
this.
players are just so
So
locked in.
locked in.
Could it be the milk?
Could it be the milk?
It's the milk.
Stop crying. It's not okay. Stop crying. Oh, we need an outhouse. Yeah. Over
That
here.
would be nice.
They haven't had a bathroom for like 2 weeks. Shit, where they been going?
Just inside, you know.
Rotate. We'll put like. Nah, they haven't asked for an outhouse. We don't need one. Never
Welcome
mind.
back, Party Fam.
Never mind.
Game number 9. Peterbot Poyu decide, you know what, Zeke? It's
Heal
time
What
to
are these
cash.
queue times?
We're gonna get ourselves a little
There are no
victory out
current
with 10
wounded. Well,
points.
then why is that a
They end that
quest?
game with 485 points. Kelly Of course, it happens like this. I know I let you write the script for this major, and man, oh man, of course, with 3 games left to go, we get a VR out of Peterbot and Pollo. Now,
we got him.
Now of all time,
ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
This is when they always do it. They always like to build a little bit of a story because we always go into every major thinking that Peterbot and Pollo are going to run away with it. That's just boring writing, Zeke. So instead, they make everyone sweat a little bit. They have a little bit of a struggle for day 1, and then it's day 2
I gotta
and
expand
the
in order
second
to
half
do
of
that.
day 2 where they really start to show everyone why they are the demons of North American Central. Peterbot and Pollo now with just a 6-point lead over Curve and Venno. But more importantly, Vivid, I'm looking at Cold and Rapid dropping down. But again, that drop is not that far.
All of these teams are close enough. I mean, 30 points separates first and 5th place. But, I mean, Peterbot and Pollo, it may have taken 9 games for them to finally go ahead and take that throne up there in the #1 spot on the leaderboard.
Let's go.
But from an individualistic standpoint, Peterbot is still playing like we're used to him seeing. Like, I'm looking at the damage done over the course of these 9 games.
Make more
He's
of these,
currently at
honestly.
8,300. In second place right now is actually Azures with 7,300.
Standing.
Damage.
Oh my goodness, Peterbot and Pollo are in first.
Used to seeing, sure, he's getting beat out right now by
Venno
the
and
likes
Curve
of,
are in second.
Azures, Curve, Venno, in
Cold and Rapid are in third.
Still up there with those guys, top 4 individual elims.
Clicks and Higgs are in 10th. They keep dropping. Will they even make the land?
I just
Where's
can't believe it.
Peterbot and Pollo are in first.
The story is
just under 10 points ahead of second.
Right now,
it's a very close race from all the way from first to 5th.
Well, let's start to look
What's
at
this
top 3,
what,
right?
what places go to land?
Venno,
till
we see them
13th.
in this last game get
Here,
a
let me
12
check.
with 8 elims, right?
13th place right now is Reed and Cooper.
And he's like, oh man,
they've been
that's
hanging
crazy.
on.
That Venno guy, where's that Venno guy from? He's from NA, right? We're just like, okay, buddy, okay, let me move. Oh man, these guys are going.
Yo, there's so many lights. Yeah, you can.
7 elimination challenge.
Click on
you
where's
called
this
out a number
heavy?
not that
On
long
the left,
ago
like the
on
very
over on
left
EU what their record was.
Click on
We're
left.
right there. We're right there with 3 games left to go.
That is right, and we can imagine that if a little misstep happened over here with Venno, if that misstep did not happen, that they would probably even have more eliminations and not win that game. But unfortunately, Venno did go down to this.
Get ready for some 2v3s, Ethan.
However, Curve was able to hold the high ground for just a little bit, but once some of the other teams noticed that Curve was a solo on high ground, obviously it was going to be stolen. But regardless, still having that many eliminations is going to keep them up in our leaderboard. Vivid, we're going to ignore them, okay?
Levy Poo is wild, by the way, Zeke. But I mean, yeah, the standings are just going absolutely crazy. It would be a lot different.
What did he just say?
No, did not get bumped off of the high ground. He's going to be kicking himself for that one.
No,
but close on their heels, man. You know, I talked about this first through 5th place, only separated right now by 30 points. Golden Rapid for the first time. We kind of see them.
You do not want to.
He does. Quick Ash.
Quick
Ash is just fun. Quick Ash is just fun.
Rough little go for them in that game right there, but still, here's the
over there.
great
Just
thing.
clutter
All 5
everything
of these
up.
teams going into the last 3 games, any one of them could win it.
Move these this way.
Alright, Pink's really bad.
Ritual, right? 467, right behind Cold Rapid, a single point. Even Acorn and Bolts, 455. And Acorn and Bolts get a 3rd place, 5 elims in that game, right? Like, this is actually going to come down to the wire. Right now, there is no clear way like, hey, you know, this team is ahead by 100 points, and they're just flying. It's like every team right now on NA in this top 10 is shining, right? For different reasons and at different times. So I'm almost wondering, like, now that all of these trios, or duos, excuse me, the top 5 are firing on all cylinders, where do we go from here, Kelly? Where do we go with 3 games left?
I mean, for Acorn and Bolts, I think that today,
are people even living in these
It
dwellings?
was a little bit rough. We saw them only place out of 11th yesterday, and then today starting it off, getting a 12th and then a 32nd place. And we actually saw them for the first time getting
like, who is living in all these
getting
houses? I have 8 houses. No one's
obviously having these tiny
I don't think
changes
anybody's
that we've already
living
seen
here.
them make, and now seeing them back on the leaderboard. Vivid, that's what I want to see out of Acorn and Bolts.
Yeah, we'd love to see them kind of
Put
make
that
some
back
sort of
there.
resurgence, but no time to talk.
Hell
I'm excited.
yeah.
I want to get back
How
into the
many
games.
fucking workshops?
Oh man,
Yeah.
Jacob here, NDF. We got a
Maybe
competition on
we
our
should probably
hands,
get
boys.
another.
Take it away, bring the hype.
Should probably get
We
another.
definitely do, and I mean, we have the
going
best
solo,
jobs in the world. We get to sit here
That's
and
what I
watch
said.
this go down in real time. Y'all see it in about 3-minute
Another
delay,
bear.
Jacob,
Knife
but
Pink.
my
I should get
gosh,
another barracks.
it is so good right now.
No, it's definitely been exciting for sure. Our last 3 FNCS majors before this were decided by 4 or less eliminations. Yeah, the point is a little bit more spread than that.
Medium,
but the
coming
way
up to
this
you,
one is
AJ.
edging out to be, we got another photo finish on our hands.
Another
I'm
one.
strapped up, ready to go. I'm literally at the edge of my seat right now.
Yeah, that's right. You know, my attention is really starting to shift towards that top 6. We are looking at a 50-point difference between 6th and 1st place. Javi and Aminish, one of the most underrated teams now, are somehow finding themselves in the conversation for a championship run, and no one is playing perfect so far.
Oh, I'm so hungry. I need to get something to eat before the bus goes.
One more time.
Hold up. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Since it's early game, it's real boring to watch.
3 games left, Monster. Just 3 games remaining in this tournament. And already, for the last 3 games that we've seen, we've seen that leaderboard shuffle up so much. From Cold and Rapid
up here on me,
and
purple.
First, Curve and Veno having a chance to now Peterbot and Foryou being on top. And even that race at the bottom for the bubble, the top 13, 2 points separates going to Dusseldorf and having to go and try
AJ,
one more
where
time.
are you at?
Yeah, it's so crazy, man. Teams like Clicks and Higgs now are suddenly finding themselves in a whole different type of scenario, right? Where they have to fight for being in the top 13 at this point. Trying to get the championship win is starting to be pushed out of the question.
But you
Curve and Veno, though, switching up their strategy a bit, opting to go a little bit more aggressively to the north side, trying to see maybe if there was something here to be.
Nice.
But look at this, finds a little AJ. You happy about that one?
Was Kurt contested, or he
lost
it out of the sky? That's just my biggest question.
I don't know.
Yeah, either way, it's just a testament of like whether it's the beginning, middle, or end of these games. I don't know what they ate for breakfast, but I need to order me 2 of those because they are just firing on all cylinders. QK, Contrap, they had such a great moment to end the day yesterday. Most of us didn't even know where he came from. That first place, 8 eliminations, that bursted them inside of the bubble. Today, however, hasn't necessarily been going their way. They're still so close to contention. They just need to close out strong.
You know, what I'm thinking about is Veno and Curve. Veno's probably telling Curve, like, bro, be on the lookout. Do not be surprised if Peterbot and Foryou land this, you know? Because they were trying, he's technically big enough. And if you know Veno, he's got that main character energy, right? So does Peterbot. Like, Peterbot, the way he treats Clicks in a finals or any other rivalry that's neck to neck, he will definitely land on someone like Veno as well, just because the storyline will be so exciting.
I have a thing to drop.
And they're all that close right now.
Yeah, 20. Neko just trying to go ahead and get out of a bad spot. Both of them kind of separated. Like Flex got a good opportunity
Orange
here.
is also here, I guess.
To go ahead and execute on that chance, so they're going to be forced to disengage as Neko reunites around 20, trying to push them back further and further. And that's the thing about these split drops, to where if you don't go ahead and get those eliminations on the contested drop, it makes finding that loop that much harder. Macro Blaze went ahead, pressing on the Mus outside of the Riptides. They have a good 2v1 opportunity here, but they're continuously trading shots.
Yo, where's AJ?
It's AJ.
AJ, what are you doing?
He's a new player.
26 HP.
He left the game.
Oh shit.
In comes Liquid. His duo finally
Why?
arrived. They clean up that elimination. The party does not stop here. Threats and Fear, who are once inside of the bubble, fell out, are ready to make up for those mistakes early on. They have the Fizz, they have the Shockwave. They're trying to close the gap and figure out exactly where he went. Heard the noise onto Mako, so they're just going to drop down and try to clean up this healer.
Doing a great job chasing them down right now. Fear's got full sights here. Threats got control of the coast as well.
I got this robust.
Should be another tag. Unfortunately, they don't quite find it, but this is still great damage, and they want these points, right? They're, again, found themselves in the top 10 and then fell within around that 15th place range after slipping out. So Veer and Threat still have some big games to be out here.
One shot.
Getting more and more crowded over here towards the Riptide.
Heals. Okay.
Nick and Skinny.
There was another one in the corner.
On over. Threads and Veer kind of gave up positioning, chasing.
If I jump in like that, just going behind me will heal me.
Liquid on the other side of Riptide. Even though they were able to get the couple of eliminations there, they advanced their position all too much. Higgs and Clicks, they get the legendary drop this time.
Yo, Robust.
What?
Can you update me after this game when the season ends?
And already at their POI, they almost get
They're
back
fixing, like,
at
80
that
something
mini game.
there.
They have the wonky wheel, so they have everything they need in terms of finding success. And
that
early on,
sure.
obviously, it is only the first zone. It seems like it is moving on over the western side of the map.
It's a tap and maybe a white.
The name tag
Last
label.
time we saw them pull a
Both
zone
that
like this,
size.
because they did win the game, right?
Open
if
it up.
Came this way. Flicks and Higgs.
Don't rip it.
Calling on some connects here to try to make something big happen at this point.
Alright, I'm down here.
We're in the knockout. Look at your label
pad
now.
Cold and wrap. Have you gotten that feeling of deja vu at all?
I am.
can agree. They're not changing
They're
up their
coming out.
strategy. They don't even
Dead.
go underneath
Dead.
Dark Dominion
Yep, heal, heal.
unless they have to. Cold just kind of builds up towards the top. Not only does he have the aim,
1v1 over there.
He's one, he's one.
They're not even showing it.
Nice.
They want to show rapid farming mats instead of the fight that we can see over
Right here,
the
right here,
distance.
right here.
Very, very well.
Let's see it, let's see it.
Good portion of the game.
bought
The last
Other-
Where is
those are the
AJ,
big
where
ones that
you
hurt the
at?
most. 10 plays, 4
Oh,
eliminations.
what the
17
fuck?
plays with 1 eliminations. Kind of giving up that
I'm
top
doing.
spot.
This
on
is
the
why I say he should play quick cash.
Yes.
Just till he
I
gets
wanted to
used
play-
to the game.
Rituals on
Dude,
the
just
other
so he
side.
gets used to the game. You shouldn't be afraid. Look, you shouldn't be afraid of him wanting to play it all the time. That's his choice. But quick cash is the best way to learn the game.
I can't
Like,
lose him
you
like
know
I
that.
lost you.
Continue
You know
to
that.
position themselves around
You never
some of that
lost me. I only ever played quick cash with you.
Opponent Bolts on the other side.
Luke, shut
Bolts
up
is
and try to
very
walk in.
situated
My bad,
right
my
now.
bad.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm just trying to make the game a little bit
You're
easier
proving
for you.
my point of why
Yeah, I
we
feel
should
us.
play
He looks
quick
down
cash.
towards Wonky Land, but you can kind of see
It's just
You're
the best
putting
mode to
my-
learn the
towards
game. He
Bears
hasn't really
world.
played ever
Fully blocked
before.
off for that direction, so no easy peeks from there. Past the
Exactly.
elsewhere,
Angle.
over towards
gotta
Latte
flip
landing
this
though, where
there.
Power and Penta make themselves known. At the Reek and Cooper drop spot, back on over towards that launch
Do I
pad,
use my
typically
coin?
where the primary source of rotation
Yes.
goes through. Cooper down below, tries to go for a cheeky shot on the
Especially
Power,
since
but he
quick
reps
cash
that
doesn't
one
even have any
momentarily.
coins.
Pressure continues to fly his way, but
It's a lot
Reek
less
is able to find
pressure.
an opening onto Power, gets the shield gone just like that.
But this
They
is
took
how the
so
game
much
is.
damage from the
God,
storm.
I know, but
They
you're
have to
you
go
guys are
spot,
saying,
see
where
what
are
those
you? Where are
spots
you?
do.
When
One
you're putting a
shot
lot of
lead
pressure on
down.
a new player.
One Elam separates them from the top 13 lane spot right now.
Nice try.
So,
You don't
Ball
understand.
here.
What?
Alright.
Reek and Cooper do enough to push this
Yeah, this
team
one's
off, but
sticking
at
to
what
Fortnite.
cost?
I'm not trying to
Again,
say like
healing a
you
bunch,
guys
so
should
we can't
only
even
play
tell
quick
if they're
cash. I'm just saying he's
actually
a new player
this
and he
change.
haven't
Alright, we gotta work as a team.
found her time learning the game.
Well, they don't want to get the elimination go for free. They get the good damage on the Power.
Oh,
They
'cause then
shockwave,
in
they
quick cash
fizz,
you
they
could
close
say
the
like, where
distance.
are you?
Now
And
they
then
Nice
get
try
the
though,
knock.
guys.
Instead of cleaning up instantly,
Try to
they know they're going to take damage from the
teach him
storm.
that he has to
Let
play
the
with you
Siphon
guys
do its
more.
thing. Reek's going to go on the chase.
Catch
He's
him.
trying to run away, and he's just trying to follow
Exactly,
suit. Only thing
yeah.
is, he only has
I'm
one
getting back
shockwave
on
left, so
Fortnite.
yep, he's going to have to use
That's
the fizz
crazy.
to really make
Should
that
watch majors
shockwave
with
worth
me,
it.
bro.
Getting up on top of that mountain. That's going to give him a huge bird's eye view to try to figure out where
Let's get a
Penta
quick
actually
cash.
ran
Cold
to.
was in first ever
Possibility
since
of safe landing into the water.
all up
Yeah,
until
he's so
game
far
10.
away from Cooper now. That
go to
gives
quick
Penta a 1v1.
All up until
If you
game
just
9
figure out
actually.
It actually is a 1v1.
It was
There's
in
no way
first.
to stop. He's already going right back to the bodies
Ahead
that
of
they came together.
a lot of the
Cooper's here
teams.
waiting to catch him.
Way ahead. And he went down in sec
Now
20th.
this is starting to
Peter
track
Bot's in
what
first now.
seems to be other duos
With
here
Foryou.
in the area that are just
I got the
gonna stick
M11.
to their usual rotates right now, so you have to be careful. But
It is cool to see them come back.
At the Latte landing. It'd be a great two-piece elimination for
That
them,
seagull
giving them
don't
that
look right.
little bit of cushion that they were looking for here. They're not quite safe again inside the top 13 just yet, but they are there now.
I feel like I'm gonna be. What are the visuals of braids? Why are we camping in a
Visual
cone?
braids. What is this? This is a completely different strat.
Replacement, bro.
Even the commentator said something.
Even got me shaking my head, scratching it, trying to wonder what went wrong. Typically, we see a team like this spread out on these mountain ranges that you see there in the minimap. And that's how they get a lot
they
of their
AFK?
serve. This time around, they're trying to wait for somebody to lurk in
How'd you
late,
go AFK in
find
Grand
something.
Majors?
Hopefully they make
I don't
a
know. They're
mistake.
camping in a cone.
If it
in a
doesn't
building.
work out, though, might put them behind the rest.
Nobody
of the
around them.
PK and Con.
Both
Find
full
themselves
health.
elimination over here towards Painted Palms. Instead of going on a wild goose chase, though, they're gonna let that solo player run away. Maybe they could turn back and get the elimination.
Okay, this is the guy that
later. We know
solo
who's gonna
clutched,
go for Riku
QK,
eventually, but for
with
QK and Con,
Contrap.
man, this is gonna be a good start to the game. Get that damage early, and once you got that Storm Surge damage early, it kind of opens up flexibility to be able to focus on the rotation.
Like, is it glitched? Peter Body in a solo.
Maybe
Where's
it
Foryou?
is.
Those eliminations too.
Oh, he's down
gonna
there.
be keeping close eyes on visuals and breeds too, because like you said,
Yo.
that is such a massive risk for them to take here, waiting inside the base, hoping to ambush
So we're
someone.
playing quick
And then
cash
you look
or
at the
what?
map. look at how much distance there is between other players.
Yes.
Oh, we're playing
Again,
more
from here looking at it, might not pay off.
It's good though.
Y'all want to play
What's happening
anything
is
but
Peterbot
quick
Foryou
cash,
goes
bro.
Back to the same trusty
Yep.
I
strategy.
want to
Crazy.
play quick cash.
Keeping this
No, you don't.
huge surge
I
tower. This
do.
just seems to work out.
It's just
a lot
it's
better for them.
basically
And then
Now you're putting a
just
bad
adding
name on
another
quick
team.
cash.
Beacon on the way.
Yeah. Why are we
Avery's
like
one of the few down here at the dark
It's-
menu.
it's
so we saw them rotate
basically
past this.
just taking
They didn't go around
another team and putting
actually
it in cash
contest
out.
the rapid course. And shots coming in from Peterbot's
It's
duo up
3
top.
teams in one game, so it's just like what you play when you first start the
That
game.
one out quick. Saw the surge base. Saw the window.
Just let my man play
Unlike
quick
some of the
cash,
other
bro.
surge bases where there is
Yeah,
no top
let me play quick
on
cash,
their
bro.
base, you can kind of, crouch, uncrouch, peek over, not really give yourself away.
Only
But
because
Peterbot
my
built
break
it in a
isn't
way
giving
to
us
where
a
it's
match.
impossible to get shockwaves
Yay.
on for free. So usually when
not
we
that
talk about
good.
Peterbot and Foryou
And
hunting
it's not how the
teams down,
game's
I'm
made
getting
to
in the
be
back of my
played.
head.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay,
they're
Mr. The
prepared if
Finals,
worse
like,
comes to worse.
why
That
does it
happens to them.
matter?
They are the team to beat
Exactly.
after 8 games so far.
Like it's
It
like you're
doesn't
trying to
matter.
create a ranked team out of teammate out of AJ when he's not going to be playing this game that much.
Zone moving on over towards
At
Squiggly
least
Shores.
let him
We
just
talked
play
about
quick
last time
cash and
Christian
just kind
Higgs
of
had his own move
fuck
over in
around.
his favor. I think
Like
everybody
maybe
on
he
this side
might
of the map has been
realize
gifted a little
what's
bit of
wrong
opportunity,
with the
which
game
includes
mode,
Muzz
but
and
like
Sphinx,
why do
who's
we have to
currently
point out what's
positioned
wrong
on
with
the
game modes?
Done really good today too.
Honestly,
Second place in
I
that
think
first
I
Ooh,
can
Bucky's
play
still alive.
Evan.
So, a lot of in-game appearances so far for Muzz and Sphinx. Bucky and Zen. So on pace right now. Great opportunity here to find some paths from nothing from. Zone's gonna be
AJ's
coming in
getting
shortly,
yelled at.
so gotta make quick work of this team here. And get going themselves.
Sounds like me.
Watching this sometimes you just gotta have a lot of patience because there's a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of moments to
no.
where you typically
Honestly,
think, I gotta
patience
rotate
is
to
a
zone, I
virtue
don't
in
wanna
this
take
because
damage, I wanna
you
beat
watch a
other
whole
teams there, but
dead-ass
sometimes it's just more beneficial versus you have to fight
early
each
game
heals.
until the end game. The end
Go
game
ahead
is
and
really
fight for
good.
your time. Let this
Like
go
you
on do its
do
thing. Force other
capitalize
players out
on
their hands,
watching the
depending on
whole
what
thing
situation they're in.
because it
Especially if you have a little bit more control of your games. Curve and Venom.
you don't just want to watch end
approach
games. They
already.
won't
In
feel the
last
same.
couple games, we see
if
them
you don't
very,
watch
very
all of
early
the
on
early
try to
game.
be the team on the high ground and really condition the rest of the lobby.
Anything
this
could
time
happen,
around,
too.
just like we saw visuals and Braids, taking a whole different approach.
Holy.
Slowing things down and just minimizing the risk of them actually getting eliminated.
Already have 2 eliminations too, so they're feeling pretty good about their overall damage. But as we start talking about the way this zone played out, it's gonna be Clix and Higgs who have this monstrous base set up here at the Wonky Land, as the zone has favored them for quite some time here. And there's plenty of extra heals to work with as well, so he's gonna have to pick and choose here what they want to
Or in the Higgs skin.
take on the road with them.
Plenty of time to wait. Zone is pulling towards the south. They have their wonky wheel. They have their combination of both the fizz and the shockwave to really dodge a lot of the teams at the earlier portions of that zone, kind of move out of render distance, make it easier for them to move in. And you see the zone is kind of pulling off the shores of
You wanna
Squiggly
unready real quick? I'll be
over
like
into
a
more
minute.
of the mainland.
It's probably
This is
gonna
where
take
we
a
do
minute
have
to put
a
us
few
in.
different mountain ranges that
Okay.
will be in play. So rotations
it's
being
taking
quick,
so
that
long.
is of the essence here. And that's where you see now, for all those other players that have waited until this zone to try to move their way in, you're seeing Cold and Rapid, they're pulling that edge of the zone. Instead of going straight in, they know this side of the map is more than likely uninhabited by a lot of the players, so they're just going ahead, taking a slow approach yet again. They don't seem to be in a worry, and they don't seem to be desperate to make any big plays.
Yep, and they got little bushes to play with.
Enough
as well
still
here. So
alive?
the zone coming back their way. Look at that. They have a nice little ambush set up there.
Game
Both teams
10.
rotating in. Peterbot still finds himself safe in the positioning here. So long as they found
That's
their damage,
good.
they'll be just fine. Agers and Ritual haven't really moved either since rotating their last position here. They're only 83 above.
I want to
so
look
this
at
is
the
a much
map,
more
like,
precarious
of where all
situation
the
to be in.
zones have been. I wonder if
It
I
might
could
look
find
good.
that.
It might look good now
in, like,
with the damage being
Wikipedia.
above the threshold, but you know as well as I do, the way that some of these games have been going, you'll be above in one zone and then instantly fall below in the next. So we need to get down to a certain minimum of players for each and every one of these zones as the game does progress until it eventually does turn off down to 40 players overall. So they're really They're really playing tiptoeing with that line when it comes to Surge. Cold and Rapid, similar situation, only 143 above, and it's not easy for them to rotate from point A to point B. About 30 damage is going to get taken off of that Surge.
One thing to note, though, they were max material coming out of that storm there, so they are in a prime position here. Don't let that material count fool you. They are getting late into the end game here. A little bit of storm pull luck here, and you'll be in a great spot to be in. Overall, though, Peterbot and Foryou, the same could be said for them. They have this high ground base. They've had the zone this entire time. They're finding a tremendous amount of damage from this advantageous spot, and now they get to shockwave out and play into the Dark Dominion. So this is actually Cold and Rapid's draw spot. Again, normally when you get the drop, obviously we've seen those teams turn these opportunities, if you will, into huge wins, if not better.
Yep.
But again, that is to be determined, as now we're starting to push that end game.
That's actually come a lot.
No pressure so far. They've just been sitting on the vending machine, trying to see if anyone was willing to come this way. Clearly, some people got a little too close to the fire and got burned here. It's Magma and G Monster. This is another Veno and Peterbot on the same team. They just can't
from height. They're not down. They're not.
Yeah, and I know the
they're
game's
not
still going
killed.
on, but with those eliminations there,
I guess rotation.
Take first place in the tournament. Placement points haven't set in. It's going to continue to jumble, but it goes to show how close the leaderboard actually is through and through.
That's our whole other team.
Am I watching a replay? Am I watching another clip? Peterbot finding opportunity after opportunity, and it's on Tavir. That is going to be a heartbreak right there if Threats cannot clutch out some good points in this game. He is only 4 points away from that bubble.
Cold.
Yeah, they were doing so well after finding those two elims, and lose your teammate kind of here.
Right here.
Maybe that much more tougher. Well, he have to make at least 20 or 30 points.
He
As we
just
were
jumped
jumping away,
off.
I think I saw Veno find another elimination there too. So the rotates are clear.
5 kills for Veno.
Here it is. We get to jump in
It
with
was half health
that.
for the guy
5
there.
elims now, Jacob.
Yeah.
Things are just starting to get really pieced together for them.
You know,
that's an easy kill for him. Oh no.
They get the elim credit.
Is N-Pen
It
still
just
up?
can't
That's what I
work
did,
any
bro.
better for them now.
Bucky and Zen
So
still
all
up.
that matters here for them is just going to be key positioning, playing for the end game. No one's in that base up top either. Somewhat of a vacant Storm Surge base from before. The zone is bounced back. Acorn and Bolts are still in this game as well right now.
Just looking at each
Barely
other.
holding on though, as they found themselves only 20 above. I see
20.
Clicks and Higgs
26
there in the
teams
distance
left.
too. Meanwhile, Peterbot
Getting
is
close.
to find eliminations.
Yeah,
No,
they
he
start
is
the game
full
better with
infinite
curves.
quick.
Peter has the mythic AR, I didn't even notice.
Gets Elim, they take first back. Veno and Curve get a couple more Elims that pushes them in first, and now they take it right back. We're literally ping-ponging as this game goes on between first and second place, but you still got Cold, Rapid, Agers, and Ritual. Acorn and Bolts all still in the mix, and you can't forget about Clicks and Higgs. All it takes is one moment to catch fire in these next 3 games to really kind of shut everything up.
Who has a harpoon gun? I just heard a harpoon
chaos.
gun.
They got the purple AR.
How much damage does the harpoon gun do?
They got Fizz, they got Shockwave, they got all the resources necessary to have a good game here. But the zone might play a huge role depending on where it goes. I see it moving towards the south.
Bucky and Zen still up. Just gotta keep checking on them.
So even though we got those buildings we need to worry about, it's not as drastic.
They got like 22nd last round.
He's
I also saw Visual Embrace still
down
alive as
height
well, so
too with
it seems like their risky play did pay off there. The bottom right there is still fully healthy. Clicks and Higgs opting to go for high
all major
ground
teams
here.
are pretty much
Once again,
still
this
alive.
time, as early as the 8th zone, while teams are playing pretty close to second height, so this is extremely risky. Hobby and a minute still in the game as well.
What are we looking at?
But
Clicks got enough. Clicks got I am enough.
Right? He allows the boot to fall
Alright,
there.
so he switched to
back
dagger.
up his teammate Higgs here up top. It's Bucky and
I don't even know what happened there, honestly.
Yeah, and this is another reason why
He
it's
wasn't
just
enough.
a little bit too early.
Yeah, I guess not.
Foyo's not only because of material, but it's because of everybody
Enough
sending
got
it up
knocked
above.
all of a sudden. I didn't even notice what
There's
happened.
a lot of pressure here on the Peterbot to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Quickly peeks up, steals some of that loot away. Curve and Veno are on the other side, literally first in place, staring at each other through the wall. And I think Peterbot knows that
Zen and Bucky on height. Peterbot going up to Zen. Peterbot knocks Zen. Bucky trying to
Zen. Nobody
challenging Peterbot.
Solo, and he's even backing down Bucky. They have the confidence to go up, the challenge Clicks.
Bucky gets a hit on Peterbot.
With Peterbot
150
storming him
HP.
down.
Just doesn't get
Okay,
better,
nice
you know. He's just
Holy
sticking to the game.
splash.
He's like, you know what? We want to come into these games
Bucky's
and
still
play
alive.
for high ground. It's
Bucky
what's gonna
rotating
open
at
up
like
our
1
journey.
HP.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do
He's
that.
still
But Clicks
he's
and Higgs,
safe.
of course,
Peterbot gets taken down by Higgs.
Herebot
Oh my
tries to
goodness.
bail off, of course, but it's not gonna be enough. Clicks has just got his number this time.
Is that it for them?
This is an opening. Curve and Benno
Yeah.
needed. Volts is by himself down below. Acorn
Is Cold-
well. Another top team.
Higgs and Clicks both alive still.
Not only Curve and Benno's chance
Higgs
to
gets
increase
tagged.
that lead for first place, even with Cold and
Hey, Russ,
Rapid
you
still
see this
alive, but for
lag?
Clicks and Higgs to play
Oh.
catch up here. They have the high ground. A lot of the teams are already out
like,
of
what
their
the-
path.
Getting shot
but
from above.
another
Cold
one
and
sends
Rapid
Curve
both
down.
200
Another
HP.
team is trying to battle up above for the high ground. Meanwhile, Cold and Rapid is letting
Cold are
all
trying to
the
get up the
dust
height
settle.
from
You
below.
guys can have it up
He's
above.
he's going
We'll
up
smoothly
six,
walk
one
through
up
that
six.
finish line.
Clicks and Higgs
Don't forget,
jumping
Javi
on
and
top
Aminis
of
were
this
in
team.
6th place coming into
Javi
this.
and
They
Aminis.
have a chance to fight for first as well, and they're trying
They
to
want
just
this height.
show us that they have life in them as they go up. But Clicks and Higgs is willing to battle it back on over into their head. They're really just
Higgs got
wrestling
the-
for high ground
Higgs
right
got
now,
the mythic.
and it's cost
Yo,
them
what's up,
so
Jack?
much material. Clicks and Higgs have almost given
Someone
away
just
the
fell off
lead
the
position
map.
at this
Two people
point
just
if
fell
they
off the
can't
map.
catch this refresh.
Yeah, you see Curve and Benno just waiting in the shadows
So smart.
for a moment just like this. Everything up above
Oh
is
my-
suspended,
no.
but they're actually looking down below.
No.
Look at the material count, the lack of resources.
He's won.
They might have
Nice,
what they
whoever
need to
killed
take
that
the
guy.
high ground.
Oh my-
So
I
Clicks and
did.
Higgs have to give it up. Javi in a menace. You said it yourself. From top
Flamethrower.
6 to start this
Oh my-
game, this is their chance to increase their positioning. But Benno's backs up against
No,
the
box.
6 build, tries to find his way to the front side. of the
Clicks
zone
is one.
without using the bare
Flamethrower
minimum.
Clicks is
Curve
one.
ends up in a scuffle
Lot of
against Clicks.
damage.
No
Higgs
builds
is
left.
down.
He's
Clicks
gonna
is
have
one
to
shot.
reposition, and now Clicks is
He's
finding
gets
himself
taken
through
out by
a
Vino.
key. A quick peek from Benno. He returns back to the scene of the crime to take down his former teammate.
Unfortunately, he did lose Curve in the process. He finds Prom here as a solo, but no, Nut comes to back him up, and then he has to back off here completely. Look at this. Veno didn't even get to pick up any mats
Let me
either.
outplay.
So
I'm
now
Only
he's
4
down
builds
to
for
4
Veno.
But hey, look,
Cold's still alive.
Inside the top 10 now, still earning points, but you have Cold and Rapid making
Cold
up
and
for
Rapid
time
top
lost,
10.
But Veno's still going. Down goes
Veno's
Toski
getting-
too, and now he's at
Got
9
mats.
eliminations here, Jacob.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is a
Benno and
legacy at its finest.
Curve
And
at
Benno
9
is really trying to
elims.
put on not only for himself, not only for Curve, but the entire EU region, saying, hey, look,
Cold and
it
Rapid
ain't
still
that
looking good.
easy. Cold and Rapid, though,
They
still
both take
a
shots.
big
Rapid
pain
dead.
in their
Cold
side, but Rapid
dead.
goes down. Muzzin
8th place.
Sphinx drop down from
Why did you
above.
shoot
Muzzin
This is
Sphinx.
literally chaos
Come
at
out of
its
nowhere.
finest.
This is crazy. The points here being added up. Meanwhile, Veno's just soaking up
Right
placement
here,
points
Ethan.
because the lobby's
Veno gets a kill on Ritual.
And I'm lagging.
And the monstrous shot onto Ritual. Oh my gosh.
He gets the
Veno just
siphon.
continues to do it.
Gets a crack on Ocean.
And don't count him out just yet. Oh my That's another huge shot. The Fulberry miss drops too. Can he get some
No, I
time to
just
pop
gave
it?
him
There it is.
cash. My
Tries to
fault.
break out through the top.
No,
Look at the
no,
game
it's-
sense, the awareness to
you
break
only
out
way
of
to
the
get
dangerous
cash in this
layer.
game mode
Veno is firing
Gets
on
a
all
kill on
cylinders
Ocean.
right now, and he is still going.
I can't
I
believe
did, I just
what
gave
we're
him the
witnessing. Benno is taking over in this end game, but he has to be careful. The only
Benno going up.
left is those
No, and it's first to get
Gets a full pump.
No, good luck. If they
It's
get
a 1v2.
Finish goes down. It's a 2v1 monster.
How is he still doing it?
I know.
How is he managing to earn these points? He's trying to get it back in blood. He might actually get this elimination here too. Zifta falls down.
That was
Points
so-
all week.
holy
and
crap.
He gave us the
He just fucking-
performance.
oh my goodness.
We're looking for there, Jacob.
What happened? What happened?
Benno had a
Oh my
crazy
God,
solo
I
clutch.
needed a moment to breathe there. My heart is pounding. I'm not even playing.
He didn't
in
win,
this
but
game, Benno
that was-
came
that
to
was
NA. He
very
is
impressive.
taking
Holy
over.
cow.
He picks up Curve, and this team is a bulldozer
guy
in
there.
these NA lobbies.
see
They're
that.
Wow.
single-handedly
I just
taking
missed
down
his winner.
top team after top team by themselves. But Zypta, Void, they deserve all the
GGs.
praise in the world.
We
What
go
is
on to
that
game 11.
chain thing that he just did to me?
That's the wind claw.
I'm at a loss for words. I wanted, obviously, we want to talk about Benno, but we need to highlight
Oh well,
Zypta
you
and
know
Void.
me so well.
Oh
If this will
my
make you
gosh,
wait,
the
I swear I
chaos
won't tell.
that
Okay,
was
yep,
that game,
Chat.
and literally Benno is just
They get this, they
mowing
win.
down players left and right, and at the very end, it is a 2v1.
Yeah, one of them dead.
Zypta Void, they take
Oh my
advantage of
God,
that,
dead,
right? They say, hey,
Do I
look,
have max
if
spread?
it's just
Let
you,
me get it.
even gods can bleed sometimes. We'll walk away with the victory royale,
Nice.
219
Oh, how is he-
points.
Someone
These
from
guys are
Void
looking
won a
to
game.
secure themselves a spot going to the summit with only 2 games left to go. This
Wait, let's look
puts
at the
them in a
leaderboard.
really good spot, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, considering how crazy the low ground was, to have a full duo in that moment, being able to take on Veno, I mean, 6 eliminations, definitely going to help them up the leaderboard. But my goodness, that looked like
11 kills for Curve and Veno, and they put themselves in first place. Golden Rapid go down to 3rd. Peter Bon Polio go down to 4th. Agers and Ritual in 2nd.
That one was close.
Clayton Higgs in
What
10th.
a nail biter for the duo. Yeah, they were kind of
Reed
just
and
hanging
Cooper
out.
go
Right?
up
We
to
saw how many
12th.
solos that were in that lobby.
Visual and Braids in
amongst all of
8th.
the
Muzzin
chaos
Sphinx in
amongst
7th.
Veno, just mowing down all
Acorn
the
Bolts in
lobbies.
6th.
That duo there at the end, they just get to kind of look up and like, wait, where'd everybody
This
else
is some
go?
absolute
right?
cinema.
Got one player to take out for the win. All of a sudden, they go ahead, they clutch it up, they take the win as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that win right there shakes up the leaderboard.
Oh man, we're gonna go to a break. When we return, we are absolutely taking a look at Curve and Veno. That solo clutch was
Pretty great.
incredible. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Don't you go anywhere.
I don't know what I want to do right now. Are we gonna play the forest again, or is that just?
Yeah, yeah, of course. My dad actually is gonna get it. We're gonna play with him for a little bit. He might be on. As long as we have like 4 people for like most of the time, or at least as long as we have 3 people online every time we'll play. I don't think playing with 2 people would be very cinema of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ping the Discord just to let everyone know, or ask everyone. We all down to play the forest again tonight? Figure out a start time.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got healed. I'm popping a magic. Wait, short.
We're heading back.
Wait, if you're mid, wait.
100. 100. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I don't know how to feel about it.
I don't
know how to feel
You're
about
not
it.
used to losing. Getting beaten?
Not like this. These players are just so locked in.
Could it be the milk?
What is that top?
Bruh. Oh, we got espionage. Never mind. I attacked somewhere by accident instead of espionaging. Got a hell of wood from that though. Level 10. Loot castles belonging to other castle lords.
Fortnite members gonna get right into it. Veno and Carve, what the heck? Veno comes out.
Can't do that.
Game number 10. With
No,
one
actually
of
I can,
the
because I
greatest
have an
solo
espionage
clutches
going, not
we have
a
ever seen.
fight.
Guys, look at this leaderboard. Peter Bot and Pollo just got a VR last game, right? We thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Peter Bot and Pollo, they're taking over. It's crazy. In a
Do I want to attack this guy?
Veno solo clutches here for a second place with
Where am I?
11 eliminations. Kelly Link, we are at 68 eliminations
What level
on
is
the
he?
day.
7?
I mean, and that is a solo clutch off of Curve
I have
and
0
Veno
honor,
having
he has
8 eliminations
422,
before
what?
Curve went down.
How do
So
you
it
have
wasn't like it was
422 honor?
just Veno in that game. But regardless, even with 8 eliminations, having Curve go down, Veno was not done yet. He is never done, Vivid. And to see him play that, for a second, I thought this was Game 11, Peterbot solo once again, because we've seen that in North America. But Veno wants to show that this is not just the NA show. EU is here to represent. And look at these eliminations, Vivid.
Insane.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, it's like he can't miss right now. If
No
this guy
espionage.
has a shotgun out and there is somebody anywhere near him on his screen able to go ahead and hit, he's hitting the shot every single time. And how chaotic some of these end games are. I mean, he is just switching layers when he needs to. He's using overdrive grenades to fly up, and even mid-air, opponents are moving, he's still hitting the shots. And everybody that was watching this must have believed that it was possible for him to win this 1v2, right?
It definitely was possible.
Like he was unstoppable.
He was
Everybody's
kind of
like,
freaking out, though. I
froze
think.
for a second watching
I think
that right there.
Veno was kind of.
I gotta tell you, the rest of the lobby right now is in absolute trouble. We kind of saw it after game number 7. We were like, wow, wait, whoa, these guys look absolutely different. Take a look at the individual eliminations over the course
37
of the 10
individual
games that we've witnessed
eliminations
today.
in
Veno
10 games.
is leading the pack with 37. What is possibly a little bit
I am
even
attacking
more
somebody. I don't want him to
is that his duo is right
hate
behind
me, but
him
it's a quest,
with
man.
31. This isn't like a solo shot. I mean, obviously, yeah, the solo clutches came out, but they are both just performing on an incredible level
this
right
is
now,
gonna take
Kelly.
18 hours.
I for sure thought that production was wrong, that this was incorrect, and that they misplaced Curve's name. That is insane. These numbers represent everything, and I feel like I'm gonna have to add a 4th star to this airplane real soon, because this is what I want out of North American Central. And you know what? Maybe NA Central was getting a little bland, and you just gotta add a little bit of spice from EU, and that's what makes everything just taste so much better.
Defeat Kingdom NPCs level 2 or
I am
higher.
just shocked by what we just we have 2 games left.
Luke Castle's belong to the other. Oh, okay.
Again.
Okay.
Wow. As we look at these standings as well, I mean, guys, even look from 1st to 5th, right? Only 75 points separating Curve and Veno from Javi and Aminish. I mean, I am just in awe. Again, this is why we call out, right? A single game of
I guess I'll just build more
everything, man. You just string together eliminations. The way Veno just did, even in 2nd place, you don't even need the Victory Royale.
I can't.
You can find yourself climbing the standings.
Room.
Oh my gosh. Agers in Ritual as well. Look at this. Jumping up 2 whole placements right now, Kelly. Off of a 6th place with 7 elims. Now, Kelly, right now, more than ever, these eliminations are so critical. There's so many points locked behind these eliminations. That's what these players need to be targeting.
I mean, Agers and Ritual, like you said, they got 8th place with, or I'm sorry, they got 6th place with 7 eliminations. Cold and Rapid that game only went down in 8th. They only got 3 eliminations, and that is why Agers and Ritual are jumping up. Literally, you could be doing
I reached
well,
like the
making
max.
it to the end game, grabbing eliminations. But if you are not just pushing yourselves above just a little bit more than everyone else, that is literally going to be the difference of tens of thousands of dollars and being able to say that you are the best in North America Central.
As I've been wrapped
quest
up
complete.
in the entertainment that
Did
we
I
have
defeat
been
him?
presented with this absolute domination, I blinked and I was like, wait a minute. We've played 10 games. There's only 2 games left.
Shit, my
we are
bad.
approaching that point now
I destroyed
where
him.
it is possible that some of these other teams that are in the top 5
Hold up, let's go
potentially
look.
be thinking about, okay, listen, they're
Let's
playing
go
way too good
visit
right now. How do we stop
Castle.
them? I know we kind of talk about this a lot. We saw it on EU earlier. The attempt to potentially stop them early on.
destroyed.
Does somebody have what it takes to land on Curve and Veno to stop what seems to be unstoppable?
He's speaking something into existence. Kelly, we saw this over in EU, and it went a certain way. Do you think it's happening? Do you think it's happening in Game 11?
No.
Probably not, but we can hope.
2 games left to go here before we say goodbye. I cannot believe what has transpired so far. With 2 games left to go, all of these dudes are thinking the same exact thing. How do we either get in the top 13 or fight for that number 1 spot?
I don't have enough wood.
It is time. Game 11 is ready. Take it away.
Where's Where's the wood?
Monster, I don't know if Curve and Veno will be contested off drop, but I don't think it's going to be a smart play. Because something you noticed first off is when they were the best team in some of these lobbies, it usually starts in the early game. On day one, it was the mid and end game where they lacked a little bit of preparation. But now that that's solved, I'm not sure.
Are you playing that game?
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to get Sky here in game number 11. So let's see if things are getting hyped now.
Oh, I don't have enough slots.
I'm gonna go get some strawberries, cause I'm fat.
2 games left, Monster.
Only
2
needed to heal
exciting chances for anybody to rise up the leaderboards. And before this
So
moment,
if you close out the
very,
tab, you lose all
very
your
close
progress.
tournament, 6 points different.
No, I have an account now.
Curve and Veno is just phenomenal.
I just killed this
solo
guy.
play. They have
How far
almost
did you
a
usually get before you had to make a new
But
account?
apparently
I think that's
nothing
the thing,
happened
you know,
to
when
him.
you listen to Veno speak, he was actually saying Curve was due for the pop-off. Curve is gonna have his moment.
Okay,
Little
come back.
did we know, the wolf was in sheep's clothing. He has been playing so crazy. It's looking like young Veno, the Veno that we knew to be one of the most dangerous fighters when he was up and coming. We're just seeing him just outperform like crazy right now.
You left your phone up here?
Because it's well deserved. And the competition overall is extremely close. But okay, Jacob, let's get to some of this action here. Paper and Resi are still fighting for a qualification spot for themselves. That was a great two-piece of
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. That side of the map isn't necessarily my favorite. Whether you're contested, uncontested, or simply just win the fight doesn't make it any easier at all. Blake and Preston still on this side of the map. Going against the Tick and Mafia on the south side of the Frigid Fortress. Good damage onto Preston though, giving a huge advantage on over to the other side. But Mafia has a huge chunk of HP missing as well. And this is where the lurks are starting to come in. But the longer you lurk, the longer you fight, those third parties will become a huge factor. Empen and Jack already making their way on over.
Yeah, Empen and Jack have been all over these fights here. They've had success, they've had some failures. So has Mafia. Look from Blake's perspective. Just kind of leaving this one out, trying to see. This is the most important shot, though. Any little touch there, he could have sneezed on the Tick, and it would have been a big up. And Preston didn't even see him run past him either, so they just.
Is Aviv even in top 13?
Game number 11. And Empen and Jack not too content with the extra shots they're hitting inside of there. I think they learned a lesson last time, so they're off to disengage.
3 minutes. Collect coins. We did the
got
quest.
Scare and Osid at the actual Frigid Fortress just towards the north. They were the ones that essentially the last ones standing.
There we go.
After everything had settled, but just literally one room away, Preston and Blake. I have to imagine they know each other are here. Even the Tick as a solo, they only saw one elimination in the feed. It's about where is he at? And every single person in this scenario, Monster, is one shot away from going down or getting eliminated. And that's why you see the careful approach. But maybe Preston hears something on the other side of that wall. He's trying to tiptoe, take his time. There's a full window open, a clear shot. They double attack from both sides. That was actually a smart way to approach that from Preston and Blake.
I'm thinking Preston was looking through the cracks in the brick like, yep, I see an angle, bro. He's in here. Let's go for it. It ends up working out. Squibbly unlocked, of course, by Peterbot and Pollo. Let's see if they end up doing a big surge base or rotating out early. Try to get a fight for some surge. Maybe even some points, of course. All in all, though.
There.
Oh, they're going back
Cavern.
to that strat where they just push Chris and Drew here.
There.
Who are kind of based down right now.
Yeah, and honestly, unless you think something unordinary is
Just had
going to
a
happen
few
with Veno going
minor
down early
adjustments
and
to
a lack
make
of eliminations.
before I
One of
started.
the big ways to come back, especially for a team like Peterbot and Pollo, is through eliminations here. You talked about it yourself. They fought this one before against Chris and Drew. They got in eliminations, but they've also went down or down to low HP, making the surge not necessarily worth it. There goes another example. They're 100 damage gone just like that. Pollo having to slow things down, trying to heal up, but Peterbot's relentless pressure gets the double edits towards the top, forcing Drew to fall down yet another layer. But we've seen this happen a few times throughout the weekend. Eventually, Peterbot and Pollo do disengage, but I'm not sure that's going to necessarily be the case. They trade shots again. Another 100 damage landing onto Pete.
Yeah, one thing Chris and Drew have done is play defense very, very well, right? Like, every time we've watched this fight go down, they actually haven't fully eliminated this team. They have managed to defend themselves more than well enough, and Peterbot and Pollo say, you know what? You got it, bruh. Once again, and they just give it to them because they know too that going back and forth is not worth it. They wait until they're ahead and they say, all right, we're gonna take the surge positive.
They're getting so many eliminations. He just solo cuts for second place.
Got to take the little victories.
Killed like 4 people in final zone, basically.
A massive victory at the end of the game. Some jump on board threats and beer. To start the day
he
off,
has
they were
like
inside
37
of that top 13.
kills
They
by
slowly
himself.
Fizzled out, but as it stands now, 14th place, 264 points. 13th place is only 6 points away. So if they were able to clean up those eliminations, they would move inside of the bubble as the game does progress. On one side of the map, you can kind of see what is on the line for some of these players, and they're really just trying to put it all out there, and they leave no regrets left on the table. Carillion seems to be by himself. Not sure where Jargon's at. Possibly eliminated by QK. They break into the same box. QK almost goes down.
Oh shit, he's being
toxic.
toxic.
Not only survive, but get the elimination onto Carillion, and basically tell him what he really feels.
Yeah, I was trying to find Carillion on the standings. Definitely is one of those teams on that bubble area. They haven't had enough time to really focus in on their performances, but either way, getting eliminated now in game number 11 is going to be a massive setback for any team here. And now, jumping back to this right here, Peterbot. Boy, I don't think we've seen them actually fight Skittles' team at all. So Skittles somewhat caught out of position here and into the drop. Okay, this is exactly where Peterbot wants to. They know they're not going to have teams here, not this early. And just like that, Skittles rotates out of one problem and into another one.
Ah, that's just so far. Literally, Peterbot and Pollo went from finding Chris and Drew. I don't know why they disengaged, but Chris and Drew went one way, Peterbot went the other, and basically attacked 2 different players on one team, sent them right back to the lobby. Another heartbreak moment here in game 11. Basically leaving it all to the 12th and final game for some of these teams that have been eliminated early on. And as you can see, 74 players up, Monster. This one looking to move at a little bit of an accelerated fashion than some of the other games we've seen so far.
True.
Okay, I did
Cold
find
still
Carillion
his
and
third
Jargle
game.
on the standings. They're actually
Third
in
game.
13th,
They've been doing this
the line
as
with
what I know.
270
Not
points
switching up
there,
the tactics
Jacob.
at all.
Now the jump above
I mean,
them
it's
is
been
Rhea
working.
Cooper, who have
They've
a
probably been doing that the whole match,
30-point
honestly.
cushion, it seems like,
the whole
for 12,
tournament.
but it is super close from basically that line up and down.
Just looking for tags.
Maybe watching all the teams below you, probably even some of the teams above, just hoping they go down early, kind of ease the pain. But you can see the big difference here from Rapid and Cold and some of the other teams. Rapid literally buying out the mending machine, and then they kind of bring all the heals up towards Cold, so he can kind of watch them, kind of leaving scraps essentially for anybody else that tries to rotate through and grab that mending machine. He just jump on board Void. Looks like he's getting chased down by a Beeb. Nowhere near his teammate just yet, but he's trying to use those shockwaves to close the distance.
Like I won the game last game.
Points too.
This team.
Overall today, having quite the performance here. Obviously, after that last victory royale, in a 5th place before that, they've just propelled themselves right into a potential land qualification spot. Now, they still have a little bit of a ways to go, but if they can continue to play well, they will be up towards the top here in the next 2 rounds. Visuals and Braids slipping down the totem pole. They were holding that 3rd strong for so long. These last few rounds have just been a bit tough for them.
Yeah, they have a bit of a cushion, almost 100-point cushion going into the last 2 games. But
yo, what's up, Hockey Bear?
Scratching your head. They vastly changed up their strategy.
You're 9 subs away from what?
Day 2, where they would typically set up here for a long time, just get
10K?
little tags that adds up to a good amount of surge. By the time they rotated towards those moving zones, it made it a little more free to do what they want. More and more teams rotating over,
3K.
even closed the day
Nice,
out
dude.
yesterday, lurking on them, getting those eliminations, forcing in the back of Visuals and Braid's minds different things to go out, but they're going to go ahead and get that drop early on, just at the edge of zone, and this could be a blessing here with the zone moving towards the north. They're already set up on one of these mountains, and every team south of that line has to rotate either through Visuals and Braids or to the left or the right.
And this is definitely the better spot to be in. And, you know, this is arguably the best spot to have a monster surge base, but they seem to have gone to keeping more of a low profile. So they're trying to mix things up.
You're buying Pollo in a
if I
fight.
had to guess, teams just changed their rotation strategy, right, coming into day 2. And maybe that's why Vision Breed is having a bit of a harder time, whereas yesterday, while everyone was caught off guard, strat worked a little better. But Peterbot and Pollo, they're fighting for points here. It's the Squidway Shores, obviously their domain. Doing a good job so far.
Peterbot just using a couple of resources that are around. Taking that spicy fish, getting a little bit of a movement boost that can help him try to break into some of these boxes.
Ooh,
They
tag.
pressure out Must from 2 different angles. One shot can connect from foryou. Peterbot still holding it down, leading some of those Thunderburst shots through, getting him down to just HP. And with the zone here, yeah, it might only be a 1 tick, but it's going to increase the worry for Must. Liquid tries to go up
We're gonna
and
play
make a
Fort.
play onto Peterbot, but he gets
We'll
cut
see,
short as well. He has no choice but to try and disengage. He basically gave up any hope
Tomorrow
of him and
for
his
sure.
duo either taking down Peterbot or surviving. So he moves towards the north, saying, hey, if you're going to eliminate him, I probably already have the goal. Let's just start working on plan B.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. And little did they know that he actually fully dipped on his
I still gotta
teammates,
finish
so
that battle pass.
He could have stuck
why I
around
was
and
worried.
finished it, but not worth the risk. Really showing you too.
No, I'm hitting Ruby. What are you talking
Peterbot
about?
and Foyer are really trying to play for an end game right now. They know that, hey, the points will come.
We're
We just
sitting
gotta
here.
keep winning.
In quick path.
Muzz speaks, you know,
And we should be
Muzz,
grinding.
at least, you know, in the last
Yeah, I don't know why.
major 3 in trios.
That was
qualifying
Luke's
the
idea.
Last game of the
It was
day
your
to make it
idea.
to globals.
What do you
Much
mean?
better position,
How is that
7th
my
place,
idea?
430
What's
points on
your
the
what's the
leaderboard.
idea?
Just needs to be able to close
Robot
out.
said
It was your idea.
It was my
To
idea,
get into
bro.
Ruby.
Aloe
It
in
was
the
my
mix.
No, it
idea.
was your idea. It was
Trying
his
to
I
idea.
know
to
he
get
did.
one of these
it.
teams. They're going to be in
No
23rd
offense.
place, 214 points. I want to say roughly like 56 points away from getting inside
doesn't
that
want it
bubble.
enough.
That's definitely going to help him tenfold. Raven does go down. Aloe already trying to shockwave over. CDZ realizing the shockwaves are coming in. He's going to try to disengage himself. Can't be the
finish.
hero in a situation that started so fast.
Unfortunate turn of events here for CDZ and Raven. They find themselves at the bottom of the standings here, but hey, all of this is experience gathered and effort learned.
You gift me.
So Aegis there find
River.
G-Monster in the feed. So Aegis continue to do what he needs to earn himself some points to
It
continue
was
to
like a
fight his
both
way
idea, I
back
think.
into first. It's neck and neck up at the top. No teams can make a mistake now. If you're Acorn and Bolts, you're going to need to have those big game wins as well. Otherwise, the dream is out.
Acorn
Just
and Bolts
surprising
are
start this
really
day.
low.
We're talking about the phenomenal play from Bolt, solo
points.
impact,
Those are
him and
their total
Acorn's
points.
ability to remain consistent
Acorn
in
and
each and
Bolts.
every one of these games. It's just something went wrong today. You know, compared to yesterday, they had a 32nd place and 19th. They did make up for it in a moment with a 3rd place with 5 eliminations, but now they're 98 points away from first place. 2 games left.
481.
Almost have a little bit of control over their destiny. They really got to hope for Curve, Venno, Aegis, Ritual, Cold, and Rapid. A whole slew of players to have a much worse performance than they've had so far, even on average. As Aegis and Ritual rotating back on over towards Sandy Strip. Another team, uncontested drop. They really have conditioned a good portion of this lobby to stay away from this mending machine.
You know, and I'm just thinking, Javi and Diminish actually jumped up a placement point last game as well. Their average placement so far in the tournament is 8.6. The best of all the teams right now inside
Well,
of the top
that shit
5.
heals.
That is a pretty impressive stat. Just kind of
Sprite
taking a surface
heals.
glance at it right now. Everyone else, though, clearly, though, has way more elims. That's why they
And,
have the higher points overall. But still, Javi and Diminish playing exceptional right now. It's a great time to just start checking in with them. What's going well with them? Why can they keep making it work here? It seems like the Frigid Fortress is treating them very well.
Yeah, and honestly, an unlikely duo coming into this one. You know, at one point it was Reet and Javi, and Minish with a whole other player. And
What was
Reet
that?
goes ahead and says, "Hey, Cooper, you want
This?
a duo? We're not playing as well as we would hope." So he goes a separate way.
Look up
Just in
Liquipedia.
time to have a phenomenal performance in play-ins. They followed up with a good performance in heats. And already continuing that trend here with a top 5 position on the leaderboard, 75 points
Liquipedia.
away.
Oh, the
what
link
could
is
be
the
both
full
those
red
players'
stream.
First FNCS championship. But again, when you look at the leaderboard on the right, it's just so close, not only for the actual first place on the leaderboard, but the top 13 overall, where you see 13 and 14th place have already been eliminated out of this lobby. And honestly, you don't want to look back at this moment, Monster,
we're
saying,
sitting
hey,
here
I
doing
had the
nothing
chance and I wasted it.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm actually looking at the standings just for like Javi and Diminish's, you know, placement performances. They actually have 2 second places in there, and last game obviously pulled that 3rd. So they have come close to a win multiple times now. We will be keeping an eye on them. But with Cold and Rapid here from the Dark Dominion now to this new draw spot so far.
Yeah, you'd have to get Bedrock.
Relatively well. They have 400 damage above, plenty of material, and they actually pull Zone.
AJ's a console player.
This is really good for Cold and Rapid right here. They actually needed a little bit of luck, and it seems like it's playing off.
Yeah, I'm thinking in my head, the only thing they're missing
Pen's
is a
still
little bit of
alive.
high ground, but it's Cold and Rapid.
He's on the bottom of the leaderboard. Oh, they're getting fucking pushed by Peterbot. Oh my goodness.
Just like Peterbot and Pollo, relentless pressure throughout
Jack
the
Jick's
entirety of
absolutely
this game. They're almost 1,000 above the threshold, but you wouldn't think that to be true. They only have one elimination so far, so they're going for it. They're going for these high
Pen down.
games. It's just they're not finding
Jack's
any
probably gonna go down
success
soon.
with
Yeah.
the eliminations up until then, where they take
Jack
out
and
both
Pen
Jack
get
and
absolutely ripped apart.
they gotta rotate
long
to
lost
the next
brother.
zone. So that's going to replenish a lot of their builds. They can pick and choose what resource they want to take with them before they finally make their way on out.
This is crazy because they're really playing to their strengths right now. Goes the Fullberry miss, so they're just going to be shock waving their way all the way into the zone. They might even end up on some high ground here shortly. They have the mess to play for. But Peterbot gets caught in the spider's trap right there. Got to be careful. On the other side, as we were watching that though, we missed what was happening over here. Flex, buddy, you're looking the wrong way. Veno knocks him upside the head, and then they get the follow-up in the finish.
Cold's still alive. Of course, of course.
Distance, 8 corner bolts, quickly rotating towards the zone. And they're using that as a quick second here to look back. I haven't seen anybody that still has their journey to make, like Dolzir and Ishu outside of the zone. They're just pressuring. Trying to make it harder for them to not only make it in, but even if they do, they're not going to make it in healthy. Another elimination towards the side. Slepsy and Wage was able to pick up one. Maybe push Paper and Rezi back as Curve, looking like he's trying to approach.
My God, I have a day of 9 hours.
Gathering vital information for their team. And you can see Venom are the only team who haven't been hit by any surge so far in each and every one of these games. It just goes to show that that early game presence by Curve and Veno is paying off tenfold.
They've just been the most aggressive. They've again been clearly the most successful in the early game. This game's a little bit slower for them in the early game, but their mid game is just taking off right now. They are in another prime situation to play for high ground here in the end game, and we know what they do well. They play it late.
We're already playing the forest right now.
You know, little taste.
Good idea.
And then they come in and put their influence to the test. Rapid and Cold though, much different strategy for them.
It was good when it
We've seen them play low ground, time in, time out, front side, dead side, you name it.
That is fair.
They'll be there.
We can get it back.
Comes to rotates though. This is still a difficult terrain to play with, right? They have to go up and over this mountain. Which you have Peterbot and Pollo now completely positioned up, and then you have Clicks and Higgs already basing on the opposite side.
I don't know why.
So many times we've seen teams take it early. Clicks and Higgs were able to hold it early on in day number 1, but since then, honestly, it's been changing hands in each and every one of these zones here in the end
Rapid
game.
and Cold,
They
trying to rotate.
above. Peterbot and Pollo have the luxury to stagger themselves back. Look down, rain fire from above. Not necessarily getting eliminations here, but they are just hurting every single player they connect shots with as they rotate on over. Curve and Veno position down below. Hop gonna diminish towards the side. Clicks and Higgs. We've seen in previous games them try to go ahead and claim high ground as their own. They don't necessarily have that luxury. Up until now, they pull zone in their favor, and they immediately build up saying, hey, if you want high ground, come take it from us.
That's crazy. And that's so different than anything else we've seen from Clicks and Higgs. They've been building single straight standing towers, but now Higgs is putting up this huge flex right now with a monstrous base. Veno and Curve here have no issues fighting their way to the new zone, though. That was almost a fresh Elim. Oh, actually, it is an Elim as things catch up there. Veno finds another one. And he was already in the lead, Jacob, with the most amount of Elims, and he's continued to do so. But look at this, not looking good. Pollo's down. Peterbot comes through to clutch up. He finds one. Can he get the follow-up here? He's doing so much damage, but he can't quite get the finish, but it's okay. He's bought Pollo enough time to get saved here.
Yeah, and they have the splashes. They're gonna have to use those along with the but the zone is moving in. 10 ticks of damage. Instantly pop the big pot. Really trusting Peterbot to get those flashes out in time. They have to be careful though. Right above them, Clicks and Higgs, and even in front of zone, we got Curve and Veno. We got Muzz and Spinks as well. Honestly, the storylines couldn't be any better here in this game.
Man, all these players really locked in.
Now Curve and Veno could be the first time a player has won in both EU and NA. Two of the hardest regions, and they find a big elimination on the Peterbot, taking one of the hardest teams out of their path to the finish line.
Venno just took down Peterbot.
The full elim comes through right there, Jacob. And
No,
he gets
Peterbot's
the finish
what?
as well.
What are we talking about?
Like
Commentators?
That, up in the lead now. Clicks and Higgs, though, on high ground, doing exactly what they need to do. They have
18 teams
solidified
remaining.
the positioning here.
He's doing a good job sacrificing a little bit of HP so that way they can go deep into the zone, reconnect on that high ground. It's going over towards Frigid Fortress. That gives them the luxury to look towards the backside of zone, seeing players late the shot
full health.
but they think it's all smooth sailing. But Curve and Venno wait for these
Cold
perfect moments. They've elevated themselves step by step, and they're waiting until they least suspect it. But Peterbot's still going on his rampage. Big down onto Dragon, trying to pick up that elimination. But Curve and Venno, they're matching him blow for blow.
8 elims now.
A minute.
Venno is really starting to heat up here. They're not even interested in jumping down for Max. Notice that. They want to maintain this positioning, and they're still trying to time for high ground.
Venno's
here,
still
trying to play for
alive.
another win. Higgs, though, is the
Peterbot's
only
still
one
alive.
top.
Peterbot goes down, gets beamed by Venno. Or clicks.
Sweeps him under the rug. And now, Venno and Curve. Here comes the setup. Off they go. Curve's got no mat, so they have to concede to go lower and
Curve's
lower
got 10
here.
builds.
And this terrain's not
Clicks and
helping.
Higgs
Look
has
at all
height.
these old builds as things are moving back and forth, but Venno, Curve are still neck to neck with Clicks and
Venno
Higgs
has
right
7
now.
kills.
Yeah,
Their
Curve
team
and
has
Venno,
10.
I feel like they know they don't even necessarily need the high ground. They don't even necessarily
Venno's
need
low.
the win. They just need to remain
Rapid.
consistent. That slows him down a little bit. Big
It's a
shot
good
is
shot
gonna
on
land
him.
onto Venno. Pressure coming
been
from
robust,
up
he should be
above.
out there
Thank gosh
playing.
that Curve is there to alleviate some of the pressure, holding on to the build. But if you blink, you might have missed it. Higgs
Trying to get
has
the
went
res.
down. Clicks trying to go for the revive.
Oh
Curve
my.
and Venno
Curve and Venno
realize
get height.
nobody else is up there to contest it. They use the fizz. They use the shockwave. They instantly take away that high ground. 6 teams left, Monster, and everybody at least has the duo by their side unless it's cold. He goes down. Rapid is now left by himself.
And he has the awareness too. The awareness to keep shooting back at them. Venno tries to keep the pressure, but the shockwaves put Clicks and Higgs up on high ground, and they know we don't have enough
They're both
mass to hold
chug
this
jugging.
one down. Clicks and Higgs managed to
Rapid's
have just
still
enough
alive in
HP,
6th
though,
place.
to go ahead and heal back in this game, but then you have Rapid. Look
Trying
at
to
this,
solo
just
clutch.
solo surviving right now as a
How do they know he's there?
player here in the mid ground right now. Trying to evaluate what he wants to do here, but he's got pressure coming in from potentially Venno and Curve here on the layer. Right behind he
Curve
comes,
gets
he
knocked.
actually finds Curve. It's gonna be Muzz who jumps in, and they get the full finish.
Yeah, but still, that's no worries to me. Venno's just taking this time to heal up. Quickly go and scurries outside of the zone. Still,
Oh, no,
full
Higgs
chug
goes
chug
for the
left,
kill.
But Higgs is quickly on the chase.
Venno's down.
Gets a good amount of damage until the zone
Higgs gets
does
the-
the rest. Clicks and Higgs have finally woken
Siphon.
up from their slumber. From day
It's
1
Muzz
to day 2, they
versus
finally
Clicks.
found their form back. 5 eliminations here, but Rapid is still up, trying to close the
Rapid
gap.
gets a
Gets
kill.
down onto Sphinx, separates him from Muzz, but you see he has no builds. He probably feels in the back
Rapid's
of his mind
down
he
in
has to
4th
get this
place.
elimination, but underneath,
Wait,
Braves
14?
takes him down, gets the elimination, and moves 1 step closer to first. Oh,
Muzz in
down.
Muzz in fourth place. Muzz got 4th.
Down low. Now
Getting a hella push. Bolts and Acorn.
Here, putting their influence in the mix, but you have a lot more players to worry about. Braids and Visuals are here to mess around as well. They also need the refresh too, as they're out of material, so they're going to be forced into this fight here, whether you like it or not. And then, of course, Clicks and Higgs have to come down and jump in this battle as well. Bolts uses the shockwave to go up. Someone gets eliminated in the sky.
Oh my.
It's actually Clicks. He
Braids.
couldn't touch down in time. And Bolts and Acorn all of a sudden
and
now
Acorn
find
get the
themselves
win.
in a winning position.
Nice.
And the shot goes through. And just
That's
like
also
that,
another team that I
Bolts
kind of like
manages
want
to
to see
do
do
it
good.
again here.
Acorn.
Yeah, Bolts and Acorn pop off in the second to last game of the day. Becoming
Yo,
the
Hockey Bear,
second
thanks for the
team
jewels, bro.
To win 2
Appreciate you.
different games
GGs.
this weekend and in a leaderboard, Monster. In a world that is so
It's at the
stacked
end.
and
Last game
close,
coming up.
This one is surely going to move them 1 step closer to contending for another FNCS championship. Zeke, 1 left game to go. Let's do it.
One more game.
I keep thinking, man, like I've got a handle on it. There's like, you know, Zeke, just follow the action. It's all cool. And no, man, we literally just talked about the top 5
Hockey
right
Bear.
before this, right? And Acorn and Bolts were that 6th place team. They were the team on the outside, and they said, Zeke, I'm sorry, did you forget about us? We can now be in the top 5. Why did you forget about us? And now they are fighting for our love and affection. I cannot believe this. Game 11 with so many Titanic duos, all doing the same thing, thinking, bro, we can do it. This is our chance. With 2 games left, we can fight for an axe. Acorn and Bolt say, you know what? We'd like to toss our name in the hat. Little name of the hat. There you go,
Castles
Zeke.
gain
Go ahead.
glory.
Shuffle it up. I don't know. Kelly, I'm losing it. I'm freaking out.
Castle expansions.
I mean, this really was the game for
Military
our teams
espionage.
in that 6th to 10th place
Can I
spot.
espionage
Everyone
them
that
while I
was in
attack
our
them?
top 5 having some issues, either going down to a solo situation or going down early. You know, unless
Hey.
you're Venno.
So who
But
won?
this Acorn and
Nobody
Bolts
won
that
yet.
were just right outside of that edge, making sure that they're just playing the low ground. They're playing what they do best. They don't need to be disruptor. They don't need to be getting all these eliminations. They just need to make it to the end game right
Ooh,
there.
that fuck.
And Bolts once again going to a solo, improving that he is going to make sure that him and
Fine.
Acorn stay at the top of our leaderboard.
So
Hi,
funny.
Cable.
Game 11 there. I mean, we're
Level
just watching
9.
all the chaos kind of unfold on height. Oh my gosh.
Upgrade
Peter Bosch trying
farmhouse to
hold
level
it.
3.
Blitz and Higgs, they go up for it. Benno and Curve, they start to get active. All this stuff's happening. Elim. And then we take a look at where everybody else is at. Acorn and Bolts on the low ground. 100, full, healthy duo.
What are you
And they
playing? It's
finish the
called
game
Good Game
just
Empire.
like that as a duo. Incredible stuff for them to kind of re-enter the conversation, not only in that game specifically, because they didn't even know they were alive in that game. All of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, they're chilling on the low ground. But now I can
10
only
minutes.
imagine how close they are to keeping themselves back in the competition
This-
for the win.
Oh, hey.
Oh my
thanks.
gosh, that little angle, that little tiny little corner was the difference maker.
Scaling ladder.
574 points.
Bro.
Fortnite fan, we have
I need more
one
wood.
game left to
Wait,
go.
how much? 2,000.
We're gonna go to a break.
Wood just
Okay?
for a
I need
freaking
a
scaling
moment to
ladder?
breathe.
What?
Okay, I need
Oh.
a moment to breathe.
I'm making 80
When we
of
come
them,
back,
that's why.
we start
Eh.
setting up because this is a
80
close
I
run.
don't need 80
Okay,
of them.
go find some popcorn, find a
Means
drink,
like
use the
what,
bathroom. We'll be right back. Okay, we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Upgrade stone quarry. Marketplace level 1. That's a perfect place to put it too. Just gotta remember to do that. Build stronghold level 1. What? Bruh.
Yep.
I put it right here. I can't because I don't want to spend rubies.
Yep.
Supposed to do. Military espionage.
Season 2 of Battlefield Red ends in 83 weeks.
That's like almost 2 years. What?
I'll take that.
It says 82 weeks. Let me look it up. How long is 82 weeks?
I'll take that. I'll take that.
1 year, 7 months, and 3 weeks.
Mom said when I was born.
Ah! Oh, speed up the process. Ah, whatever. We'll just
Yeah, but
naturally
you
do
kind
it.
of got me on. You kind of got me on the engineer.
I know, right?
Yeah, you should join me.
100. I'll go here. I'm popping a message.
You don't want to.
Go sit. No.
Prepare to watch the game.
Wait, if you're mid, wait. 100. 100. Oh my god.
Bart.
And I don't know how to feel about
I
it.
don't know how to feel
You're
about
not
it.
used to losing. Getting beaten?
Not like this. These players are just so locked in.
Could it be the milk?
Ethan, bro.
Ethan, bro. I can hear it.
Steven. That's not me.
Then who is it?
It's on me.
It's on.
Why is the screen black?
That's yes.
Playing in video.
Move to another tab, probably.
Okay. All right.
Luke,
I'm fine.
I can't
What?
see.
I'm calm.
He's not. He's not.
Everything
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
In case you're joining us, welcome. This is the FNCS.
I'm doing
Grand
something
Finals.
different.
No big
Bowman.
one of the most important moments in the FNCS. We have one game left to go. You know, hey, crazy stuff happened in that last game. Acorn and Bolts got themselves a victory out of that last game. That's crazy, right? Yeah. Why don't we go and take a look at the standings because it gets crazier.
It's Bolts.
Because right now,
Isn't he from
Curve and
OCE?
Veno are in first place with
Oh,
659
Curve and Vino.
points.
Oh my goodness, yo, they winning this shit.
They have.
They win it. Curve and Vino win this shit, bro.
More than double that.
They're over 100 points in the lead.
Veno
Are they
and
really?
Curve
Why is he
have
2 SR
showed
rifles?
today what they do
what are we doing?
best. Those
He's an
early
AR
eliminations,
pistol.
going into mid-game, making
Obviously,
sure that
they're
they
doing
don't
He has
have
an
to worry about
AR,
because they have
and they're
78
controlling
kills
the
and they're in
mid-round, either
first.
topping people from above
Like,
or
it's
eliminating
not
people
chapter
down
3.
below.
What are we
They
doing?
do it time
Chat.
and time again.
Dude,
You know
Curve is
what?
the
Maybe
IGL,
game one
this guy's
wasn't
the
their day,
fragger,
but
he
it's
doesn't
better
need to-
late than never. Veno showing everyone why he is not just
How can
moving
you-
states
Real
like
spoiler.
we see a lot of these players do in North America.
Why
No,
are you
he's
even-
moving countries
This
to
is
claim
first
this
place
as his
right here.
own.
Obviously, he's doing something
Manifesting
right, bro.
Destiny is all
I
about
know, but I'm
American
just
history,
asking, why
and
is
he's
he
showing
doing
why
that?
Britain did it first over here.
Why are you
It's like a thought
Please
question.
put an absolute
Like,
huge exclamation
he's
point on the
using
fact that these guys
2
Why are
assault
you
were
rifles?
in
He's using a
10th
pistol and
place
assault
what's
rifle.
coming into
Yeah.
the day. We
One
have
for
played
getting into
5
people's
games.
boxes, one for tag for
and they now have an
search tags.
85-point lead over second place. I don't know
Thanks,
what
Coach.
kind of
85-point
crazy
lead.
stat or how this is going to look on paper, but this
Wow.
has to be
78
one of the most
kills.
incredible day 2
Another
performances,
bow?
day 2
Oh my God.
comebacks, whatever you want to call it,
points.
that we have ever seen.
Everybody
I mean,
after them is very
78?
close,
How
so we
in
might
the
want to look at
What's
Ager's
even
Ritual,
going on?
Peter
These
Bot,
guys, every
Poyo,
single
Old
time we watch
Raptor,
the game,
Acorn
it's
Bolts.
just a highlight reel for them.
Maybe a minute,
Dude,
but
well,
Clixon
you know, we
and
were
Higgs
talking
and
about it during the
ninth
break
place
there, and
aren't
it's like
even
at a
close
certain
to them,
point,
bro.
this is going to become mathematically impossible, right? Like
They get
at a
height
certain
and then
point,
they
we've
get
tuned into them
once they get contested, they
at
die.
like the early stages of the game, and they have 4 or 5
Clixon
or you know,
Higgs.
even 3 elims, right? They
Yeah,
just
they're
have to
low-key
do what they've been
scrambled
doing
in this one.
all
I'm not gonna lie.
all day long, and they will walk away
I could just be
as the
muted.
winners.
That's
Now we
what I
only have a
think.
minute and a half. I really quickly just
One
want to
more
flip on
Bowman.
over the top 13, right? Yes, we are absolutely playing for a first place and an Axe of Champions, right? But we also can't forget top 13
God, I
are
can't
right now
see.
playing for their spot at the summit. 298.
Vino and
Do
Curve
not
in the
forget
beginning
that
of this
number
tournament
going
did
into
not
this game.
look like they were gonna
298
do.
is the
Like I
current
thought they would do
cutoff.
like kind of
Zeke
average and get
Taki are
13th at
holding that.
least.
But guys, we have
My
one game
God.
left to go. Let's like even just look at Scare and Osid, right? We saw Scare and Osid pop off earlier on, like not even just a few weeks ago. They could try and play for that spot. Look at Jargu as well, right? Even Zypto, we saw them get a victory royale. I mean, Kelly, there's so many players. This goes down down to 20, Kelly.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It's literally like 42 points that separate 13th from 20th place, and I'm guessing it's even closer down below. So we could probably get to page 3, see teams in our 30th place spot. And if they have that pop-off game, and we know that there is a possibility of some teams just kind of sliding by, making it into the top 5 and just grabbing a handful of eliminations, that right there is 90 points and could be the difference maker of going to Dusseldorf or not. Vivid, this is what NAC is all about. We have so many big names in the top. All the teams that we have been talking about are finally showing up right now, and this is the final game.
It's crazy. I mean, there's so much stuff going on that leaderboard, so much we could break down. But there's only one way to find out who's going to walk away. Not only champions, who's gonna get second, who's gonna get third, who's gonna qualify to the LAN event, and that's just to play the games.
Stone Court.
Vivid, the last game of the day right now. Fortnite fam, lock in every single
Fortnite
thing
fam.
that these players do. Whether they get an elim or get eliminated, this is it. The last game
Gotta
to
expand
make
this.
the impossible possible. For the last time today, MDF, Jacob PR,
394.
take it away.
Honestly, Monster, I've never seen so many storylines go down the leaderboard so far. Curve could win his first
coming
FNCS
back.
champion. Veno could win 2 titles on the hardest regions with EU and NA and add his 4th overall. Acorn could win another major one. Bolts could be a West and Central champion. Cold back on top. Rapid wins his first. I can keep going all day, but it just goes to show the stories are endless today.
This is what makes NA one of the best regions to watch. It's
this is the last
really the
game. like 30
of what
minutes.
Fortnite's all about, and we of course have the privilege of calling all the
Where are we
action.
playing the
You've been
Fortress?
watching it go down. Let's see. If
I don't know when we got
Underside.
enough people.
So we need 4.
We don't have to have
Coming
everyone
into a
on.
game 12,
Yeah, well,
honestly,
I would
the
like
most
it if we had
recent FNCS
4.
is almost
Yeah, I
clear
think that's
now.
good.
People
4, man.
always have that same
have to have everybody.
conversation. Who
So we
will
need
land
either,
on first
Robbie,
place? And
Elijah,
right now,
right?
it
Who's
looks
the
like
Robbie?
we have
Who's
an
Robbie?
interesting
Yeah, Robbie
situation
says that
breaking
he can
down.
play.
Peterbot and Poyo
Probably.
look to contest Curve and Venno, but Curve and Venno already seen that one coming. They leave, they go to Squibbly Shores,
when we
and they
play
get
tonight, we
another
should've tweeted that
early
other
game
kid.
elimination. Zeke
One by
said
the
it,
big
Monster. Eventually, this will become mathematically
And the
impossible
big
for
hole.
anybody outside of Curve and Venno to win.
I do not need.
Called it. I already
30
knew this was gonna happen. I knew that Venno was
decorative
someone that
items.
Peterbot and
That's
Pollo like
crazy.
respect
Just
at such a
fills up
competitive
space.
level. They would be willing to contest them. They would be willing to try to throw their tournament off. But Venno is one of the
The
smartest
game
players we've
he's gonna
ever
play.
had, and he will see it
It would
from
just
a
want
mile
you to
away.
put
So
in like
even
a bunch
now,
of decorative
them
items.
just mixing it up.
I don't
It's
even
just
have
to say,
room for
he's
that.
right. It's to say, hey,
It would
we're
look
not
so
battle
bad.
us. Come bring it. We're not afraid
Wait,
to
let me
mix
see
it
your
up.
face, let me
We're
see
not
your face.
afraid to stay dynamic here in the last
Alright.
game.
Robust, have you played it?
Peterbot and Pollo going into this game,
Yeah.
though. With that elimination, of course, with Venno and Curve, they are
Hold on.
98 points away from an FNCS champion, and that's only playing catch up to Curve and Venno.
Are
They
you,
still got
Caleb?
so many big names
I
in
don't
their
think
path
so.
that they're looking to take it. They probably noticed that Curve and Venno weren't at the Battlewood.
Oh,
they
wow.
immediately turned
Very
around
organized.
and what's going on. Maybe they think this
Yeah.
is them, but it's Raven and CDZ, a whole nother team. This gives a huge moment here for
So,
Curve and Venno to look on over,
already attacked
possibly
one
engage,
dude.
possibly disengage. The choice is definitely theirs, especially since
guy.
it's taking a little bit longer
But-
than we'd hope. Peterbot lands a shot,
not
but Pollo
you
goes
lose.
down. Raven
No, I
is
won.
escaping back inside of the building. That puts Peterbot in a 1v2.
Oh no, and the finish comes through as well. And that is not
160
the way
on
you
it.
want this to
Oh, it
start
had
going
0
down
now,
right here if you're Peter
160,
Botafogo.
cool.
You need so many more points. You cannot afford to be get set this far behind. Peterbot, though, in a world of trouble here. Plenty of enemy builds. He's going to have to back off.
I want to
Shot through
get
the
to
wall
like
as well.
this. Look at this guy.
Is, of course, Raven and CDZ's
Oh my.
one chance to go
Yeah,
to
that's
pounce on him.
crazy.
Peterbot's back in the mix here, fully
So,
healthy.
how many hours
This
is
is an
left
important shot
into
here,
this
and
game?
things are
It's
looking
honestly, it's just like
pretty
an idle
south now
game,
for him.
right? So
Yeah, the biggest thing here was Peterbot was able to get the materials
They're
from
kinda like
Pollo, but
flashing
Raven
points.
lands
Yeah,
another
sort of.
monster shot.
I got a really
Getting the
good
shield's
question.
gone
Like
out
this guy
from
here.
Peterbot. He has the mini
You
still
do,
there.
right?
He's
You
running
do- it
out the
does
build.
require,
CZ and
like,
Raven
you to
really
be
don't
there
have no
every, like,
materials down below, so they
day or
cannot
two.
fight upwards, so he has to drop down low. Peterbot again trying to take the fight to them as CDZ gets dropped to this. Less than 50 HP, but a third party is coming in, Monster. A third party from the east, from Dark Dominion, looks to interrupt this play.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's you know who. But give it a second here. Raven CD's even a little too passive now. They had an opportunity to finish up this elim. They
Barracks
back
level
off instead.
13.
Rapid and Cold show up, and they
Alright.
are cleaning up house faster than ever.
oh
they
damn,
find two
they
quick
mad,
elims.
they mad, they
Even shooting
mad.
the down body.
Go
just
cold,
to
go
show
cold. Oh my,
and
wait.
flex that they're here as well. And look at this, they are hunting for poor
They just
Peterbot.
hunted down
Who's now
Polio. They're going for
hiding
Peterbot now.
inside of the
Polio?
factory.
Valid crash out.
Like
Just
the
unprecedented
Polio.
type of end game right
No,
now. You never
Polio.
see this level of clash go down here. Definitely not for the likes of Peter.
Did they
He's
land on
normally the
them?
one hunting. Yeah, he's being hunted.
Yeah, they probably saw in the feed that Pollo did go down, so they immediately left their drop spot to beeline it on over. This is a team that's on their tail. Cold is in third place. You see it there. Peterbot and Pollo
Shit.
in
Watching your
fourth
stream.
place.
Watching
And
your
really
stream,
was
my
asking the
laptop.
question, is anybody going to be brave enough with the
Fine,
point
dude.
gap so close? You would really risk your spot on the
See this.
leaderboard if you were looking to go on the chase. But Venno, Curve,
Venno
they not
gets a
only
kill on Electro.
left their drop spot at Battlewood, they left their
Finish
second
off
drop
that team.
spot at Squizzly, and they're already going on the hunt for these elims. They don't want to win after game 12, Monster. They want to win during this game so they could take a much-needed victory lap.
Well, this is crazy. You know, if you just allow them to continue to get elims like this, which they have done extremely
this
successfully, way more successfully than any other team here on the weekend, they will be too far ahead. We would be
Issue.
asking so much
Dozier.
of Cold and Rapid. We're talking upwards of 10, 15 elims and a victory royale. Give this a second now. So from one team wipe onto another now, Dozier and Escher trying to fight the fired up Veno and Curve here. Meanwhile, Curve has been live this entire time, by the way. Do not sleep on him. This is, again, nothing like we've ever seen before.
Yeah, especially for
he's like really, he's a really good IGL from what I can tell.
He is eliminated by Cold and Rapid. Peterbot goes down in 4th place, tied with Agers and Ritual. Can only get worse from there, but Veno takes a big shot.
In-game leader.
Backing down.
And then there's usually on a team of 2, there's an IGL, and then there's a
Curve not slowing down, trying to alleviate the pressure. Lands a huge shot on the Zozier, and the elimination one as well. 5 elims, Monster. 5 eliminations here. This is domination at its finest in Major 1 on NA Central.
Looking so good for them right now. Rapid and Cold right now on the hunt too, just trying to figure out what is going on here. They're already at 3 elims as well. So Rapid and Cold are playing so aggressive too. You gotta give them credit right here. We know what the task at hand is. We know what needs to be done. And it really does feel like the impossible. It's asking them to pop off right now and go into the upper double-digit elimination
they completely switched up their strat as soon as it was game 12. Now they're actually going for like kills and shit.
Championship victory.
This is for all the beans.
And Jargo playing a little bit of the storm fight right here, keeping us busy right now.
Like every time I say something, I'm getting.
I know.
Two sides of the coin.
It's AJ,
Watch the
bro,
battle
it's
for first. Oh,
Veno's
down. Veno is down, but
Veno went down.
saves the day.
How'd he go down?
Storm?
Witnessing. This is a montage performance. I don't want to call it too soon, Monster, but this is beginning to look like a victory lap for Curve and Veno.
The writing's on the wall. You just have to read it, brother. All right, it's whenever you're ready, just let us know. They're at 6
Bolts just sitting in a house away from everybody.
A little cheeky here, though. Trying to see if anyone's willing to kind of sneak on by to find a couple elims right now. And let's just paint the bigger picture. Obviously, Curd and Veno off to the races right now. A 100-point gap separating them from the rest of the competition. And then you have so many other teams
Veno's
trying
about
to
to just
fight
trash
for a
on
land
NA
spot
after this.
to the global summit. It's right around the corner. Who is going to be in Germany? Only the top 13 will make it.
And as it stands right now, in order for Cold and Rapid to win the tournament, this is as it stands right now. They need Curve and Veno to go down outside of top 25 with not a single elimination more. And then they need to win the game with 10 or so eliminations in the double digits. So it's going to show how much of a runaway this is turning into. And that's where you see a lot of lurks going down, because it's not only the battle for first. If you look at Tyler and Chance here, 391 points on the overall leaderboard. They're in 10th place.
Misses every shot. Wow.
They can kiss their summit spot goodbye.
Could have just tagged him once, man.
Definitely be really close.
I've seen you
holding on.
Why, bro?
I'm joking.
On the other side.
It happens to everyone.
208 points on the tournament day. So you are seeing moments of greatness here coming out.
I think it's
some of our competitors
Game
here
of Thrones.
on the 2-day format.
Zach gonna make a quick, clean glide here. They're just trying to dodge all the noise down below, having to worry about Surge, having to worry about others rotating in your path. Be a good plan for Seek and Taki here. 13th place. They just need to hold on to their current spot on that leaderboard. Quick Snakes, though, a moment ago, did see them in the feed. They picked up at least one more elimination here. They, too, have a little bit more of a cushion than some of the other counterparts. 430 points in 9th place.
Everybody's just sitting in Storm, bro.
They just need to make sure to finish strong. It's more of a confidence thing than anything else, I feel like
one team not in Storm.
Yeah, gotta find their...
And they're the only ones not.
Made it this far. They had such exceptional moments of greatness.
We made
but in the end,
meta.
Everything has to come together. And then how do you account for having
no, not enough. Don't kill enough, please.
Not enough, man. It's just how it is.
All things have to come together. Cooper and Rito, they're still fighting for their qualification seat. They're not fully safe just yet. Not at least how I feel. Let's take a look at the standings here. This is gonna put them at 12th place there, Jacob. So close.
12th.
Yeah, I would say they have a 22-point gap from 13th, which is actually the line. And then about a 44 or so point gap between them and falling outside of the bubble, which means anything could be possible. If they go down, let's just say 15th place, and anybody else kind of is able to secure a top 8 or better, they can certainly overtake them on the leaderboard. But definitely so many different possibilities here as the tournament continues on. Threats in Beer, a team that started inside of the bubble on the day, shortly fell out of it and is trying to work their way back. Aviv and King, another similarity here, 17th place coming into this game, which means those eliminations, 8 more points, is definitely going to boost them up the leaderboard just a little bit. I think that almost puts them on the line outside of that bubble around 14th place with those.
You mean you got it? You
Even
had
King the last 2 games have played really well, actually making it to endgame, and this time they actually have 4 total elims, so just a monstrous performance so far, definitely stepping up and doing what they need to when it matters most. Enough and Saw kind of see what's going on here. They end up backing off.
Jack and Mpen's still alive.
And Scare, another team that's very much in the conversation right now. Looking at how they've played, we have a 4th place as far as their best performance so far in last game, roughly 15th for them with a single elim. So not too bad, definitely earning some placement points. If they can keep that up, they might just be doing enough to jump up. And in.
This is going to be an interesting lobby slash end game, because if you look at like day 1, we were getting what, fourth zone surge, sometimes even earlier because how stacked the lobby is. To start the day, we were getting 5th zone, maybe 6th zone surge. There's only 60 players up. There's only 30 teams left in this lobby right now in the 4th zone. So it's rather thinned out, moving at a much more
last
accelerated
2 games have been really thin.
So you have to be careful
players
on some of these rotations. So instead of being able to rotate, stack with a bunch of other teams, hoping they choose them instead of you, now some of these rotations will be a little bit more bare.
Easier
you
wins.
And maybe 1 or 2 other teams being the only one rotating in that direction.
I mean, when you have Cold, Rapid, Acorn, Bolts, Irvin, Veno looking for elims, right? Trying to either push the gap, close the gap.
My teammates
this is what happens. The lobby will tend to thin out.
He's got 26
and then everyone else,
points.
of course, trying to fight for their qualification spot.
That's what happens, man. Bad cause bad, you know what I'm saying?
Veno curve inside the storm right now. They surely
that's all you gotta say to him.
Right? So now it's just time to chill out, hang out, enjoy the storm for a little bit. Here on the beach, have no reason to really put themselves in any danger here.
6 kills.
The zone, moving on over towards the south. They know they can essentially
solidifying.
You were in a game.
They try to make a little short.
50 grand each.
They kick you out of your game.
That's some crazy money.
They do got one zone
crazy.
that they really have to worry about. So going from
There's
zone
been
4
better
to 5,
prize
moves
pools,
from
but
1
like
tick
this.
of damage into 2.
50
From
grand
zone 5
each
to
player.
zone 6, just move from a 3
getting
or
first
2
place.
tick damage into a 5. So even though they do have a lot of time on their side, they don't want to use all their resources just getting into zones. Since you can kind of see on the map there on your left side that so many of those teams are also outside the zone and inside of their path that could certainly cut them off.
Yeah, definitely. They're moving really quickly. Wagers and Sleepsy, though. Look at this. A little bit of a high ground position right here. Still, though, no surge warnings in sight. This game is moving so fast right now as the lobby starting to thin out. And this is a pretty congested north side of the Battlewood Boulevard, so
I've literally been playing the last
kind of a new site for us, if you will. Looking at the names that are in play here. Jack, and Acorn, Bolt. On the other side, Osid and Scare. Scare, though, gets fully finished right here. One of our bubble teams is out in Kansas, Kentucky.
This is full health with Jack.
Super important. Actually, it was Wagers from up top.
Acorn Bolts.
Wasn't Kentucky, but they're right next to
accidentally
collateral damage.
He decided to not move.
Same though, Kentucky, that 13th place Scare and Osid, or I should say, just one Osid by himself. Is going to be in 14th
What's the
place.
score?
He has a bit of a gap to overcome. Anything is possible. 2019 still up, so 4 more go down. You'll start to get those placement points, and they'll cascade in with each and every team that does go down. Contrapt's going to fall, and already one less team to worry about here. 55 players left in this game, so there's only one solo running around, and that's going to be Osid.
Your party leader almost.
Gotta do what he gotta do, though. It's really close, yet so far now. It's all gonna come down to
I don't know how to ping.
Can you earn your way towards the positioning placement points there?
You ping with your mouse.
Reed and Cooper up in the distance. Adrian,
you know what, bro? Like, go.
Pretty.
You ready for this, Robust?
Box open, eyes on Acorn and Bolts.
I hit a tree.
No.
Hey, bro.
No, you go solo.
Oh, look at the zone, though. It pulls north. Okay, so this is gonna be working against the likes of
I like how
Curve
they
and Venom,
scream like,
obviously
"Oh,
trapping
it's so
far on the
loud."
outskirts.
And Pen getting
Oh, yeah.
tagged.
Trying to get
There was nothing in this
not
house.
necessarily damage for Surge as it does turn on. 14 players do need to go down, but you can see where they stand.
I'm literally,
400 above the
scavenging.
damage threshold. Since they're right next to the zone monster, they don't have to do much movement at all. Just kind of focus on getting that damage while not receiving much. Acorn and Bolts try to land
Just
some
wanted to
shots
check
onto N-Pen and Jack in the distance. Inadvertently kind of alleviating some of the pressure. N-Pen and Jack could have looked to get aggressive. Acorn and Bolts 132 above the
Look, you're
damage
playing
threshold. They sit in
Fortnite?
third place on
No,
the
I'm just
leaderboard.
checking
A mere
something with my
6 points
skins.
out of second. Huge chunk of money differential. And I'll talk about Bolts. If somehow, some way, a miracle can happen, Acorn and Bolts keeps the major one magic alive. Bolts become another player on that short list of 2 region champions. I know Venno is certainly in line to becoming another player on that list in 2 of the hardest regions in Fortnite in NA Central and EU.
There's no way this is an assault
Looking to make
rifle.
history here and now.
Hey, bro, it's an assault
Reed and
rifle.
Cooper.
It's
It's
literally
pretty
an
strong
SMG.
right now,
You're
guys.
engineer, right?
340 damage above.
Oh, I didn't see
Safe
that.
in the zone,
Battlefield?
plenty to work with right
Yeah,
now.
we're playing
That's the type of
Battlefield.
position you want to see Reed and Cooper in if they're going to land. See Kentucky on the other side, same can be
Thank you,
said for them.
Aha.
Still have a couple shockwaves to work with. Not too many to make
Wait,
it
no,
to the
no,
endgame, but
no.
hey,
What do you think
enough
you're
to at
doing?
least stay in the race here for
What
quite
do you
some
think
time.
you're doing?
Getting my gun.
It's all gonna come down to refresh.
Okay,
to
I
see
Your
got
Kentucky,
gun.
though.
skin.
Yeah.
See if they can time the rotate.
Alright.
Looking at who's positioned
Wait,
up though.
let me
Clicks
upgrade
Higgs
it.
trying to end this one with
Yeah,
the
upgrade
splash. Already you can see them poising
Hip
up for that
fire.
high ground here, Jacob.
Yeah, just
I'll give it a
still, no
suppressor.
matter what's been going
I have 2
good or bad in some of these games, they're just continuously one of the teams that, you know, if they make it this far into the game, they're going to contest for that high ground. King and a beat just outside of that bubble. Sees 2 teams with a little bit of a scuffle going on. They try to land some shots before they go ahead and make their way on over.
Play turbos?
They're just trying to pressure them so that way they don't
Oh,
make
yeah,
any
Fred.
peaks, makes the rotation that much
one
safer.
second.
That was Reed Cooper in that distance. They're 193 above the damage threshold. Inside of that qualification ring, they just need to be able to hold on here, especially more
Alright,
so
we're getting
now.
congested.
Bobby in a minute is looking to
53
lock them
people
down.
left, 28
Getting close
teams.
now to earning some positioning points here as well.
Last
We'll
game.
go one.
28 teams
Game
still
12.
standing. Curve finds King
Yes.
of
Oh, that's
Lake.
smart.
Beat
NA
Venom,
Central
super hit on.
finals.
Off the rotate here.
Day
That brings
2.
them up to 7 eliminations.
Is this turbos?
And
Oh.
Curve.
Curve and
finding
Venno's
his
still
moment,
alive.
finding
Venno's a
his
little
footing now.
low.
These last couple games, I mean, it's been the
Okay.
Venno show, but
They went for
Curve
this
has
kill.
stepped up when it mattered most. Even
go.
in this game, clutching Elam after
Which-
Elam, and
what do I
now
do?
Can I kill on
finding the
Kingling?
follow-up
go
and the
Clicks
refresh
and
that they
Higgs
need to
on top of
succeed here.
everybody.
We're 5.
Clicks and Higgs,
Ooh,
though,
there's a
Cold
just want
Rapids
to do
still
what they
alive.
can
EMR
do
here.
best.
Wait, this means. Okay, wait.
Not the best
Venno
spot
and
to be
Curve
in,
are still
but teams in
alive.
second place,
If
below
it
the
goes down to
damage
top
threshold.
25, like
Persistence there.
Venno
so
and
they can
Curve
get some
win.
shots through underneath
I mean,
that
against
cover,
Cold
get
and-
them above
and-
the damage
and Rapid
threshold,
in the
near
win.
5, but at least it's something.
We've
They're
got
not
one,
taking
5,
active
4.
surge for the 25 damage
Nice.
every 7 seconds. Blake and
Nice.
Preston trying to put down some pressure,
800
but only for a
points.
short moment.
Second
Bolt's
mid
going to
head.
be able to hold off.
3.
Into the comb though, getting this information is going to be vital, but Buzz gets
So
the
you had
down
4 and he had
onto
1.
Clicks. I see it in the feed.
Go this
Sphinx even gets
Bruh.
the cleanup
Enough
here.
is still
High
alive.
ground changing
Enough
hands,
is-
but it's not Muzz and Sphinx.
Enough
Right
might
now,
be
it's
dead. I
the
just
lead.
saw
Looks
him
like Curve
go
and
lose a
Venno
lot of
are all
health.
fighting for it.
Enough is
Yeah,
dead.
if you
Never
look
mind.
at it,
I just
Curve,
cursed.
Venno coming
just
out of
cursed him.
nowhere, just trying to time that high ground.
Higgs
and
gets
up they
that
go.
knock.
Meanwhile, Threats
Oh,
and Beer
I still
still fighting to stay in the tournament life as well. Higgs on the left
It's a
side
siphon.
clutches up a nice little Elam for himself. That's going to drop G-Monster and send him back to the
Oh, what
lobby.
type of guns
He
are
might
you
not
using?
have enough to make it to land.
I
Meanwhile,
usually use
high
assault
ground is
rifles
solidified
and
by
a
Muzz
sniper.
and Sphinx, but Higgs
Muzz
gets
and Sphinx
wiped out
gets-
the sky.
Higgs gets
hanging up
LMG
for a
carry.
little too long.
Demolished.
Alright,
Acorn and
I
Bolts
usually use
fighting for second at this
sniper
point.
and
If you can't take down
I have
Curve and
Venno's-
now,
Venno just
it
won.
must be too late.
I'll take it.
Venno won.
Literally, this is the moment right here. As soon as they get into the top
I don't know why I
15,
keep
I almost think it's a wrap. Mathematically
I guess it's
impossible.
good.
Threats drops down low.
Venno and
outside
Curve
the bubble.
won.
I'm not sure he secured enough points before finally
What?
going down there.
like, what
Muzz and
level
Sphinx
are you?
up above. Reed and Cooper
Yeah.
sacrificing
17.
the HP,
He's
staying
15.
outside of the zones. That way they
We
can
haven't
fizz, they
played
can
it that much.
shockwave, and hopefully get to the
Who's
front
gonna get
side.
top
I heard it
13?
when it
That's
came
the
out.
question.
So much damage.
I'm
They
around
don't
the
have the
same.
heals to get up to full
Last year.
HP and shield anymore.
Nice. If
Muzz
you
and
win
Sphinx
this
still
game,
putting
watch.
pressure from up top. Cooper Reed trying to stay alive. Seeking Taki fighting their way towards a
Plus, we're gonna
qualification,
get
and teams are
rewards.
dropping. faster than you can even realize. We're already up into the top 17 now. Curve and Veno are not stopping, though. Another team falls to their hands. It's a Mission Hobby. A top 5 performance was valiant for them on the standings coming into this. But it's Curve and Veno who are fighting for the championship win now.
Oh my, Veno gets beamed.
I mean, they are breaking away with a huge lead.
Yeah, even when it looks like it's bleak.
Bolts is slow.
Down the sliver of HP, they're surviving. Bolt's trying to do the same thing. 5 HP, loses Acorn though, so we need another big solo clutch performance. Almost runs into Curve Veno all along the way, but he's able to slip past them.
Veno goes down.
Veno find another elimination.
Curve's still up with 100 HP.
Out of builds here, trying to use the shock to splash to keep himself as full of HP as possible. Even finding a Fizz to utilize here on the side. Curve, I think, has done
gets a kill. Curve is down.
Curve might have gone down.
Right here.
Gliding in here.
Major 1 champions.
They've done it. They've done enough to be up at the top, to sit on the throne now. Veno is the conqueror of 2 regions here. In Curve, his first time ever, gets to taste that victory here.
Damn, bro. Curve got his first FNCS championship. Good shit, brother.
This is all a battle for money. This is all battles for seats
it's just a battle for money now.
The story will continue.
And a seat at the land.
Jargu needs this game here. They were 15th place to start it all.
They need to win.
He's the only solo left in this game. The 2 teams that are left alive, Monster, both of them already have their spot secured. So this is everything for Jargu.
Oh no.
Tries the shot.
He goes down.
He gets tagged up left and right. Down.
How many builds did he have? Yo, Muzz and Sphinx might actually win this one too.
For Dusseldorf.
Well, it's going to be really close for now, though. The action's
Dead.
on. Muzz here who finds elimination. Ritual gets tagged up big time. Sphinx looking for his moment, and he does it the end.
That's it.
That's going to be a nice, wonderful way to end the
GG's.
FNCS there.
That was more than just a wonderful way. Curve and Veno's complete and utter domination of a region. Congratulations for Curve, his first FNCS champion. We always
GG's, let's
Curve
go.
and Veno, probably the most important
Curve and Veno really showed up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like they really did. They did really good. Like in the next half of this whole tournament, day 2, like they.
Let's go, Muzz! That's right, baby. Let's go. Sorry, I had to get that out of the way. Sorry. Anyway, first off, really quickly, MDF, Jacob, thank you guys so much for the cast. Fantastic day. As they called out, it is true. Veno and Curve are your champions in NAC. A 4th title for Veno and a 1st for Curve. I mean, Kelly, Vivid, you know, we call Vivid called this out right last game. They came in today 10th place.
Bro.
I think for most people, you probably look at the standings at that point. You're like, okay, yeah, like maybe they're probably not gonna get a 4th. They might could end like top 5 or something. But Kelly, Veno turned it on, and there was just game after game where he's solo clutching, getting, you know, at one point a 2nd place with 11 elims, a 2nd place with like 7 elims. He's just firing on all cylinders, and no one can stop him. No one. And on the back of this carry right now we're looking at Veno and Curve being FNCS champions.
I mean, you're saying no one can stop them, but we saw at the start of this game that a few players did try to stop the run of Curve and Veno. They tried, but they failed because Curve and Veno were prepared. They were aware. Because Veno, he's not just an incredible fragger. He's also incredibly smart and aware when it comes to Fortnite, when it comes to the mindset of other pro players. He has them downloaded. And so he knows what these players are going to do, and he knows exactly how to respond to it. Curve and Veno showing everyone that they deserve this spot. They deserve 1st place. And honestly, just watching them climb up the leaderboard, not necessarily through placements, Vivid, but to get elim after elim, to get so many. I honestly don't even know where they are at the end of the day. I'm excited to see our leaderboard.
Socials are going crazy, talking about, oh my gosh, Veno has entered his 2nd prime, his 3rd prime, his 4th prime. I mean, whatever you want to call it, the guy is absolutely popping off, and I couldn't agree more. I once regarded Veno as literally the best player in the world, and so did a lot of people, right?
Liquipedia L.
Chapter 4, around that era where
not even showing game 11.
And this guy and being like, oh my gosh, everything he does is just so perfect. And listen, I don't know what he did between day 1 and day 2. I don't know how good of sleep that he got.
Probably some real good
overnight.
sleep.
But I gotta tell you, he looked like that Veno.
He
once
fucking
again,
locked in, bro.
unstoppable. And you know, we're giving a lot of credit towards Veno. Curve was right there with him up there.
Okay, get ready for a
statistically
Reese Hub
speaking,
video,
always by his
guys.
side. I mean, this was a duo competition, and they together just stomped everybody else.
I mean, it's
we were
crazy to
talking
think.
to Lev.
Get ready for a Reese
Oh,
Hub
I'm
video.
sorry, I was just gonna say that it's crazy to think that a few weeks ago this would have been a
That
very
shoot
different
really,
story
really
because it was gonna be
quick with the
Veno
duo
and Cold
Get
for a
ready
while.
for an
and it
Aussie
wasn't
Antics
until
video.
Cold ended up playing with Rapid that Veno ended up picking Curve. So the fact that that is how this came to fruition, and then they end up winning the major is just so amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Cold, you're thinking, did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? But you know what? It is what it is. We were talking with Lev, and Lev was saying, you know, man,
Right
I'm
around
so
him.
happy for Veno. You know, for a moment he forgot who he was.
Because like
but
my
today,
SMG is like
today
really
he
bad at armor,
remembers.
and it's not the best at close
Congratulations,
range, so,
Veno
like,
and Curve. FNCS
Congratulations, Veno and
champions.
Curve.
We can take a look at those standings because man, they just put on an
It's
absolute
Veno.
clinic. Let's look at this:
727 points.
Points ahead of
Nice.
Is that a lot?
Majors and Ritual, and yes,
Man,
that's
you know,
that's
again,
over. That's like
congratulations.
just
I do
under
wanna highlight
100
this
points
top
ahead of
five, though, as
second
well.
place.
Shout outs to Aegis and Ritual, Acorn
Yo,
and
Peter
Bolt,
got
Cold and
got
Rapid, and
Devin.
Muzz
Yeah,
and Sphinx, who
and
show
Clicks and
up
Higgs got
in
10.
that last game
Wow.
to sneak their way into that top 5. That's why I'm freaking out.
Peter
Cold and
That's
Rapid
why
got
I'm freaking out,
fourth.
Kelly.
That's okay
And
though.
it's so funny too because they've kind of just been like hiding in the shadows a
old
little
duo
bit. They
got
haven't
third, Acorn and
necessarily been
Bolts.
playing poorly, but it was
Aegis
these
and
last
Ritual got
few games
58th.
where I
Is
start to
that
see their
second?
names just a little
No,
bit more.
N-Pen
They're staying
and
alive.
Jack
They're getting
got 50th,
eliminations,
bro.
and they're just playing what they
So
want to play
sad.
best. They didn't really
Who-
worry about
who-
pop-off games. They didn't worry about making a showing for hype.
Who
No,
got
Muzz
top
and Sphinx
13?
played what
Go down.
they did
Go down.
best.
Go down.
Vivid. This is just the top 10, though. We still have a few more teams to look at.
Yo, Caleb, you like my profile picture?
Absolutely, and that'll be the big question, right? Who
I do.
actually went ahead and clinched up that qualification? I mean, Jacob was
Here we go.
screaming, he was yelling, Jargu
Cooper.
needed that game. He needed that
Jarg,
game for
Jarg.
sure.
Oh my goodness.
Jargu and Carillion.
Jargu
the
and
solo
Carillion
clutch
got 13th
to
through a solo
sneak
clutch.
into top 13 by
Aviv
just
did not get
2
top
points
13.
to
He's not in the
knock
land.
Zeke and
No.
Tommy
No.
out to go ahead and qualify
so sad.
for Dusseldorf. We can also see up there
It
Cole
was
and
stolen
Matic clutch
from
up. They
his
were hanging around
crash.
10th place throughout the entirety of
All right,
Grand